90202.
That sucks.
Lesbian.
I like that in a woman.
And every other kind of deviant.
I love paying for sex.
This moral decay weakens our resistance to the onslaught of the communist masters of deceit.
We're a bunch of scumbags.
These abnormalities are corrupting the minds and the hearts of our children.
Jackass.
I can't believe it. Pedophile humor. It's depressing and horrendous. It's awful.
It's a bunch of idiots.
Perversion for profit.
Here it comes! Here it comes!
The Opie and Anthony program.
El virus de Opie and Anthony.
God, that irritates me.
It's just like somebody took a bat to my brain.
We're the only radio show that makes you want to hate us.
Opie.
I want my coffee.
Anthony.
I want that fax.
Jim Norton.
I want Ozzy.
We are going to dumb this thing down to the point that we're going to be #1 with Down syndrome children.
Hysterical.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Beyond AM, Beyond FM is XM satellite radio.
Well, I think you should be sorry, for Christ's sake. O&A Party Rock! O&A Party Rock!
By the way, you know, when you're telling these little stories, here's a good idea. Have a point. It makes it so much more interesting for the listener.
Oh, ow. 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 I don't play it.
He was banging cocktail waitresses 2 at a time.
filthy whore!
What is your problem, you insensitive asshole?
Shut up! Let's do it!
You have something to say. I have something to say. All right, so let's just talk. You're not being fair. Simple arithmetic. 1, 2, 3. Hello, exactly.
Hey, welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. The Own virus spreading across America, thanks to XM Satellite Radio.
Yes.
Everyone's mic sounds good? Mine sounds a little different today.
Does it?
How's yours?
Mine's great in the left ear.
Uh-huh.
The right ear.
Okay.
A little weak.
A little weak?
For some reason. Oh, wait a minute. Let me crank it up. That's better.
These are just minor problems, though.
Yeah.
Compared to what used to be the case here. Jimmy?
Testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2, testing, 1, 2. Testing. ABCD, testing, 1, 2.
You sound a little tinny.
It is a little tinny, right?
A little tinny, I gotta tell you. A little tinny on Jim Norton's mic today.
It sounds something with the combination, because now it's a little fishbowl-y a bit. I think it's the combination of something with the mics that they have to kind of
Wait,
tinker out.
Now it's fine.
Is
See,
it?
It's when this mic is on. It's just trying to pick up, like, room noise and stuff. So if I keep it, yeah, exactly. So if I keep that off, now talk.
Now it sounds far away again.
Does it?
I feel very frightened.
I'm scared. I'm frightened.
No, now it sounds fine.
All right, I'll live.
Now, to me, all the mics sound exactly the same.
Mine sounds pretty good now.
Yeah?
That's why I keep one can off my head. I hate to have both ears trapped by
Mars, it's when that mic's on. It throws off all the other microphones.
Man.
Especially these two. For some reason, so there you have it. Okay.
I didn't hear the music start. I
Uh-huh.
didn't hear the ecstasy of gold start. So I'm sitting in the office right up until the last minute, and I didn't realize my delicious tuna fish sandwich was in here. Ooh. And now I got to sit and look at it drooling until we break in, I guess, an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah, depending on how well the first break goes here. You never know. Sometimes we go 20 minutes, sometimes we go an hour and a half.
Well, depends on what we're yapping about.
Well, that's the beauty of satellite radio. If you're feeling it, you just keep going and going and going and going. Why tuna fish in the morning, though? I don't get that.
Because it's light. Ooh. It's something light. It's not breakfasty. I don't like breakfast. I don't like eggs. I don't like pancakes, things like that are heavy. Ugh.
Yeah, but tuna fish is kind of heavy.
No, it's not.
Well, just for like first thing in the morning. The mayo, a little oily.
No, it's very light.
Is it on like
got some celery in there?
Toasted bread with a little butter on it?
Toast, no butter.
Oh, okay. Well, some people like to, butter up their bread a little bit. And then toast it and then throw the freaking tuna fish on it.
A little bit of mayo lubes it up enough to get it down.
I thought you were preoccupied getting all the details of the Martha Stewart deal.
Oh, yes. Ooh. I was researching that. I was researching the Martha deal. I like how it said... XM was in on negotiating with her, and they turned XM down. That's what it said in one of the articles.
Know why? I got the inside scoop on that.
Yeah.
Ooh. I got it last night. XM offered Martha Stewart just kind of a goof. Like, here's a couple $100,000, do a show for us.
Yeah.
Because they know that she's not going to bring in a lot of subscribers.
No.
That's the fact. She's not going to bring in a lot of subscribers on her own.
Right. She's got a name.
She's got a name that's really hot right now, but
it's not what the satellite radio audience is really looking for.
Right.
Especially at this stage of the game with satellite radio.
And no offense to the women that are listening to us right now, but it's a known fact that most women are not buying satellite radios.
Right.
It's a guy thing right now. Really is.
It's
pretty much. I don't know the exact percentage, but a huge percentage of radios being bought are being bought by the men.
Yeah.
And who's going out going, oh, my God, now I need to get that other company's crap because they got Martha Stewart.
Yeah.
What guy is doing that?
No guy is doing that, and it's not one of those things that are going to bring women on board. They're not going to go, oh, Martha's there?
Right.
Let me pick up a unit.
Well, no guy that lives above, 38th Street. To maybe a few pole smokers somewhere who think Martha's enchanting in her
trying to
home
pull
tips.
in that lucrative pole smoker audience.
So I don't know.
Oh, boy.
And Wall Street doesn't like the deal, so.
No.
Not at all. It's just another dumb deal. I don't get it. I really don't get what they're doing over there.
They're like Daddy Warbucks over there. They just have, what do you need? You need some money? Here you go. You take it. You'll get a channel. You'll get a channel. Everybody gets a channel. Here, you want some money? We got big bucks over here. Take this. We'll give you a whole, we'll give you 3 channels. You just come up. Oh, my God. Have a little thought about who you're hiring.
Are they trying to bankrupt themselves?
Probably.
Like the Turnpike does every time?
Yeah, at this point, you got to think they're trying to either bankrupt themselves or just waiting for us to swoop in and merge with them and clean up their mess or something.
Yeah. They're going to need money to come from somewhere. That's it. They're going to need. XM has been looking at deals and saying, you know, this one's good for us. This one, a little too much money.
I'm glad they passed on Martha.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't actually pass, but they said, all right, this is what we'll pay.
Yeah.
And it was way, way less than the little doggy company.
Yeah.
They're paying Martha Stewart. I think it's time for you and I to negotiate.
Uh-oh.
They're paying her $7.5 million a year to do a radio show.
No, they're not.
I swear to God. $7.5 million a year. That's $30 million over 4 years.
Nice.
To do what? She's not interesting. She's not. I mean, she's good at what she does on
Talk
TV.
About making cake on the radio. To talk on the radio about cooking a cake.
And then I was reading some articles today, and they're like, "Well, when is XM going to start making?" No, XM is being very smart.
Well, you pick and choose your radio talent, and maybe get some people that do radio. How about that? That's a good one. Instead of slipping in some people that are like, "What? Do you understand this person has no clue?"
It's just another dumb deal. Well, they got a little press out of it today, so congratulations. But besides that, it's just a really, really bad deal. Another bad deal for that company.
I don't know. Martha Stewart, Tony Hawk. I mean, those are people I want to listen to.
Dude, I listen to the Tony Hawk show they have over there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
It's terrific, right?
Oh, my God. It's a train wreck. It's an absolute train wreck.
Now, Tony Hawk is great. Tony Hawk, you ever see him
He's a
some
great
of the Jackass shows and stuff?
He stinks on the radio.
That's what I mean.
He actually has another guy that's sort of okay, has at least tries to talk on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Hawk is one of the shyest guys ever, and he has his own radio show.
Yeah. Tony Hawk put in certain situations. You put him in one of those pools on a skateboard. Great. Watch him for hours.
Right.
You put him with the Jackass guys. Hysterically funny. Radio? Oh. What do people think just because you're successful in one medium, you can then just throw them on radio and they can carry that over to a just, purely audio medium?
Mm-hmm.
It don't work.
I don't get it. And then, our old boss over there, Mel, what's his name there? Mel Karmazin.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to have commercials all over the damn thing.
Well,
that's the only way.
Whole deal,
that's the only way he's going to be able to attempt to pay for all this crap.
He's trying to get commercially viable shows. He's paying more attention to signing people that he can go to advertisers with and go, look who we got. Now, Martha Stewart, you can go to an advertiser and say, we have Martha Stewart. You want to advertise? And people go, oh, Martha. Yeah, sure. Instead of thinking what the subscribers that are paying for the service want to hear and give them entertainment. Because with Mel, it's just about making money.
Yeah.
Everyone's got to make money. It's a company. I don't want to be like, man, it's all about making the money, man. No. It's a company. You have to make money. That's got to be a big part of your plan. But as far as satellite radio goes, you also have to entertain your subscriber base, your listeners. And he is purely about, we need advertisers. We need to get shows that are advertiser-friendly, that advertisers recognize and will pay money for. Whether the people listen, that's secondary to him.
Mm-hmm.
That is absolutely secondary whether the subscriber base listens, because he will make most of the money for that company off of advertisers.
He was very, very successful, obviously, in commercial radio,
Mm-hmm.
but he also was a big factor in destroying radio as we know it.
Yeah.
A huge factor.
Took
all the programming away, took all the creativity away, only believed in Howard Stern, Stern. We worked, with him when, at the same company with Howard, and, took care of us just so we wouldn't go and compete against him. That was the only reason we stayed with the company as long as we did.
Yep.
He kept us close.
That's it.
But if you're not Howard, you're fucked over there. Simple as that. You're fucked.
Have fun.
And as a listener, you're going to hate it. You're absolutely going to hate it over there.
Once again,
because all the programming will go away.
When you drive to work and wonder why, hey, I only heard like 2 songs on my whole drive, or I only heard 5 minutes of this show during my drive to work, and all the rest was commercials. When that starts happening on satellite radio, people are going to be pissed. And that's because that's what it's like on regular radio. You ever like sometimes I hop in the shower and I got the radio on and you want to hear some music or something. You ever get completely done with what you're doing and you have not heard one thing on the radio?
Well, that's why I haven't gone back to regular radio.
Yeah.
I just haven't done it.
It's amazing. You get so many commercials, breaks, these commercials for the channel and for the station. It goes on and on and on. And you realize, oh, my God, I heard 2 songs in a half hour. Yeah. And you know, that's Mel's M.O. That's what he does. He's the guy that did that. And now he's running Sirius, and he's getting shows that he knows advertisers will come on board and pay for and spend money. And the subscribers are going to suffer because you're going to see a lot of commercials. You're going to see a Howard Stern show that is the same as the one that's on regular radio as far as commercial content goes. He's going to load it up. He's got to make money. They got to make back $500 million on that show.
It's not.
What do you think they're going to do it at one subscriber at a time?
It's not going to be the same because he's only working 4 days a week and he gets like 10 to 12 weeks of vacation a year. Yeah. He's going to call it in. He went for a huge payday, and congratulations on that. But as far as, you know, actually being important in this business anymore,
yeah,
wrong, over, done.
Fun.
Done.
Mel's a machine when it comes to commercials. Loves them. Used to beat up his general managers if they didn't sell enough.
But it just shows you the philosophy of the philosophy of the two companies. You know, I'm sure XM will build a woman's channel, but they know overall it's not the most important thing right now.
Call it twat. Wouldn't that be cool? You're listening to twat on XM.
That's the sound of a queef.
Nice.
So
they'll listen to twat.
You know, I guarantee XM will build their own, woman's channel, and it'll be just fine. But it's not the number one thing to go after right now. I'm sorry for the ladies that are listening.
Yeah.
You know, but it's a known fact. Mostly guys are getting into this satellite radio thing and buying, the subscriptions and buying the hardware.
And then the women listen to it when they're maybe driving the minivan, and the man has installed the XM in there, and all of a sudden they're like, "What is this infernal machine?" And they click it on, and oh, that's satellite radio. I don't know nothing about that. I'm a woman. Ooh, I don't know. I'm stupid. Kidding, shut up.
Pair of jeans around that fat bunt, soccer mom shirt, that rotten hairdo. Just being responsible and taking care of the kids.
Oh man, off on a little tangent. Last night, I've grown to watch this show. I've grown very, very fond of this show. Nanny 911. Have you watched this?
No, I have not.
This is a show that will prevent anybody from having children. It's a show where they bring a nanny and an English nanny for a week in a house.
I took a peek once.
And they have they have to take care of these just monster kids, animals. Last night's show was 5 kids. They curse. They're telling the mother, "Shut up, you fat fuck," and they're like bleeping it out and blurring out their thing. And the nanny's wondering why the kids are calling their mother this. The husband. Now, this woman was huge. The wife was huge, big, fat, rolls, bunt, everything. I mean, really fat. And the husband says whenever they get in an argument, he goes, all I do is I go, well, you're fat. He goes, that shuts her right up. He goes, she used to be thin. And they showed a picture of her when they got married, and she was all thin. He goes, well, that isn't what I bought. So I'm laughing my ass off going, this guy's a genius.
Bravo.
That isn't what I bought.
That should be considered in divorce cases, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And I think it should work both ways. Because I know the ladies
of course.
Because you hear from the ladies, let's be fair, they'll call in and go, hey, man, I got married and I kept myself together and my husband turned into the slob.
Right. Well, she should be able to say, go screw.
That's brilliant. That's not what I bought. I like that idea.
That's a woman that will be completely surprised and disappointed and heartbroken when the husband is caught banging the secretary or whatever, because he obviously does not like her appearance. He didn't buy that, is what he said. Didn't buy that. And he looks at the picture of her all thin and remembers it, and then he's got to look at that. Her ass was huge, just huge. And if the kids are calling her a fat fuck,
that's great.
Yeah, they didn't get that out of thin air. They didn't pull that one out of thin air. He must be saying it all the time.
That's great. There should be a scale when you get married.
Oh, very good.
And if you're getting divorced, if that weight goes up 20%, you don't have to pay nothing.
There's like a dollar value that gets knocked off depending on pounds.
I love this whole idea of that's not what I bought.
That's good. It's not what I bought.
But I think it should work both ways, you know, because you get stuck in these marriages.
Yep.
She's getting bigger and bigger, or, you know, look at me protecting the ladies today, or he's getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
And you're trapped. You know you can't get divorced because you're going to get screwed in the settlement.
Now, look at somebody, and someone will argue, well, it's the kids. It's the kids. Look at someone like Kelly Ripa in the paper today.
Oh, my God.
Did you see Kelly Ripa? How many kids did this one have?
At least 2. Maybe
she
3.
might have 3 kids.
Maybe 3.
She might have 3 kids. Her body is, she's in a bikini on the beach, and it's amazing. She snaps back like a rubber band. It is amazing. Yes, I understand she has,
she has
resources.
Peeps. She has peeps.
And stuff, but it's just the fact of the matter is it's not impossible, That woman in that episode of 9911 last night didn't have to be that huge.
Mm-hmm.
My God. Just a huge mess, and the husband just hates it. And he tells her on a daily basis that he doesn't like it. He didn't buy that. She's big and fat.
Yeah.
He likes her skinny.
Yeah.
But, year after year, it just keeps going on and on and on. And he's got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Good luck to you.
All right, getting back to the old Martha Stewart thing.
Martha.
I guess the point I was making that the programming philosophies are drastically different within the two companies.
Mm-hmm.
XM was like, yeah, she's important for a couple 100,000.
Right.
Oh, all right, you don't want that? All right, well, we're moving on to other deals that they're wheeling and dealing on as we speak. A couple of very interesting ones in the works, by the way. And then, and then the little doggy company turns around and pays her $7.5 million a year. I'm glad we're at XM. I'm so glad we're here. They're smarter. Martha Stewart is worth a couple 100,000 a year to do a show. That's it. That's it.
Well, XM's in it for the long haul, looks like. They're making decisions based on being here for a while. Sirius is one of those companies that just seems like they're pouring everything out, hoping something clicks, knowing that they're overextended, and that if something doesn't work, they're in trouble. You know what I mean? They got that whole mentality where, pile the money up, let's gather up this stuff and hope it works instead of having a long-term plan where you have a little restraint.
He seems like a star fucker, Greenstein. Like he just wants to get famous. Like, it's like me with a camera. Anybody famous, he just runs over to him and hands him a contract.
You want a channel?
Well, we had a meeting with him, and we had a top-secret meeting with him and Jay Clark and a few others in a suite in a hotel in Midtown, and he was basically telling us if Anthony and I signed with them that he would get us in a movie. Remember that one?
Oh my God!
Remember that pitch?
He was yapping about all of his movie friends at Miramax.
And all the movies he produced,
his
and
name dropping and company dropping. And
Trust me,
everything.
you guys sign here. I'll get you in a movie.
We'll get you the same publicity firm that people like Brad Pitt use. Like he's talking about publicists he's going to get us.
And Anthony, maybe 10 years ago we would have bought that in a second.
Yeah.
But
we walked out looking like,
oh my God,
who's this guy? What's he doing?
We've heard the yapping over the years. We know when it's yapping and when it's the truth. It's like, oh God, how desperate are these guys that they're trying to tell us we'll be in a movie if we sign with them.
He was talking about all kinds of things he was involved in, and you pop his name up on Internet Movie Database, and like a couple of things came up, but not half, not a quarter of what he was yapping about that he was involved in.
Just seems like a very desperate company over there.
Yeah.
And they're not honest. I mean, at least XM is honest. You come here, and we are going to mention you occasionally. That's the beauty of it. Our marketing department is very busy, and
That's
occasionally...
right, they're very busy. No favorites here.
They'll mention you on the phone when talking to friends, and word spreads.
We had a blast of publicity last week.
That's funny.
We had a blast. full page ads in a lot of papers.
Those were very nice.
Back page of the New York Post in the sports section. We did a little better last week, right?
Yes.
We understand we're still growing and we got some growing pains here, but in general, I'm glad I'm here instead of there. Speaking of...
by the way, I'm sorry to...
Go ahead.
Martha Stewart Living Radio Guide.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It was a goof. It was the Post trying to be funny.
Oh, trying to be funny. I read that too.
It was a show. Sorry, I thought they were actually doing news. It was just.
Yeah, they're doing jokes.
Yeah, the Post tries to be funny every day. What are they saying over there, Jimmy?
They said Martha Stewart Living Radio Guide. So I'm like, oh, they have like a channel lineup already, a show lineup.
Yeah.
But no, 4 p.m. Crabapple Biz. Food and profit cooked from the inside out.
Inside. Get it? Profit. You're stock inside trading.
Oh, wait, it gets just, hold on, sit down. Pull over if you're driving. 5 o'clock, how to succeed in business without really frying.
Whack. Frying.
Cold dishes, baked goods, and better investing.
That's great stuff.
Who wrote this? Don Kaplan.
Very funny.
Good old Don Kaplan.
Hey, Don, I hope you lose your legs in some type of farming accident. You're not a funny guy.
Yeah, just stick to writing the news. Just stick to getting the press release and seeing what parts of it are interesting to your readers and reprint. That's it. Copy-paste. That's your job.
What, the Maxim magazine chicks have their own channel?
I guess.
Do you know how awful... Women are annoying enough in person even when they're hot. What, do you want to listen to a chick that you can't even look at?
Yeah.
These guys over there sign these big deals and they get headlines for a day, and then all these shows just kind of fade away.
Yeah, you never hear about them afterwards. They have these big press releases and press conferences with Mel and everybody else, and then they just go away.
They signed a deal with Eminem, and no one cares. No one cares.
The truth of the matter is, if the entire subscriber base for Sirius was listening to one show, it still wouldn't be that many people listening.
Right.
That's how it is. They just don't have that many people listening.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is that Anthony and I will have a bigger audience than Howard when he goes to satellite radio.
That's how it works.
It's a known fact. We'll have a much bigger audience.
Biv from Whackbag saying, bullshit. It works both ways. Men marry for looks. Women marry for money. My job is to go to work. Her job is to stay fuckable.
You're right. Good point, sir.
Very good.
All right. We made the paper today, Anthony.
Ooh.
The little radio section in the Daily News. David Hinckley gave us a little mention. Mm-hmm. And there's another thing in here I want to talk about as well, but really fast. It says, Opie and Anthony of XM Satellite Radio have been running and laughing about an old XM ad spot read by Howard Stern.
Yes.
Yes, that's starting to get a little play, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be just pissing the hell out of Mel that he can't stop us anymore.
Yeah.
And you know what? Infinity Broadcasting, this is Infinity Broadcasting's call. They don't give a fuck about Howard Stern anymore, so they're going to let us just fuck with him all day long.
Play it. Right.
All day long.
They don't care.
They don't care, and Howard is fuming, but Howard's not going to go on the air and talk about us because he just can't play this game anymore.
Nope.
Everyone knows it. We've been telling you guys for years he can't play this game anymore. You know? The old Howard, you do something like this, he's all over you. All over you.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason we keep doing this is to prove that he is truly a really big pussy. And he's not the same guy anymore.
And it's funny to hear him talking about XM.
Oh, yeah. Cause
when Sirius is paying him boatloads of money.
If you're planning a road trip this weekend, it's time to take XM Satellite Radio along for the ride. XM gives you 100% commercial-free music. It's the ultimate playlist with channels for album rock, alternative, heavy metal, hip-hop, unsigned bands, blues, jazz. There's an XM channel for everyone in the family, including the biggest names in news, sports, talk, and comedy. All in digital quality sound for less than $10 a month. No wonder it's the most listened to satellite radio service. The XM Roadie from Delphi can turn any radio into an XM radio. It's the smallest satellite radio ever, so it looks great on your dashboard. Plus, for a limited time, you'll also get a free home kit, so you can connect XM to any home stereo. XM makes a great graduation or Father's Day gift. Check it out. Electronic stores, including Best Buy and Circuit City. Beyond AM, Beyond FM, it's XM Satellite Radio.
Thank you, Howard. That's right.
By the way, our old pal Don Imus is having a laugh over that one big time.
Yeah. Oh, he's got to be laughing his ass off.
Oh, and I just love that we don't get shut up anymore.
Bert from Philly has breaking news. Today, Sirius is announcing a new deal with Pat from Moonachie. They just signed him up to have his own channel. It's going to be called On Sirius.
How do you spell that?
Channel figuring it out.
Channel Toho
All right, and just another quickie. Remember yesterday we were talking about like no one's doing real radio anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They're all a bunch of phonies.
Yeah.
They make believe they're somebody, and then the reality is they're just phonies. I mean,
it's very hard to do terrestrial radio these days, and a lot of these people are backpedaling.
Yeah, well, listen to this. Shock jocks defend their offensive past. This is something. Notice we're not in this article because we understand the game. We understood what we did in the past made us bigger. We're not stupid. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But these guys are backpedaling and looking like idiots. And eventually, you know, just like Howard, their listeners will see that they're frauds.
Phonies.
Radio's current nervousness about potentially offensive content has sparked voluntary confessions of penance by several hosts whose edge has gotten them attention in the past. The often controversial Mancow, a syndicated morning host who has never been heard regularly in New York because he stinks.
What a fucking asshole this guy is. Just a complete asshole. Mancow. Ugh.
This guy is so two-faced, it's not even funny.
Yep.
Sean Hannity has become friends with us, and Sean Hannity wants us to get along with Mancow. And I go, Sean, the guy goes on your show and trashes Anthony and I hard. Mm-hmm. And then behind the scenes, not only did he try to hire our entire behind-the-scenes staff when Anthony and I didn't have a job.
Should have. It would have been the end of him. Jesus.
Then he's like going through our agent, going through Sean Hannity. He wants to be friends with you and I.
Yeah.
And then the next opportunity he gets in some kind of publication, he trashes us.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. What was the latest one, Eric? You called me up about or emailed me?
Oh, look at Eric with his big mouthful
of
food. You just took a huge bite.
Ope wants an answer now. Get on that mic. The boss wants an answer.
I'll let you swallow. If you have that, by the way, bring it in, okay? Anyway, the often controversial Mancow, a syndicated morning host who has never been heard regularly in New York. And the reason, by the way, is no one wanted him in New York.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really easy to get into New York radio.
Yeah.
We were just two dopey jocks from basically Worcester, Massachusetts, and we were able to break into the New York market. It is very easy. Because what's wrong?
Nothing. What are you playing?
What happened?
Oh, I thought you were going for... Are you finding a sound clip?
No, why?
Oh, because stupid Mancow. I don't want to hear him. I thought you were playing that one.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
No, we're not playing that stuff. I wanted to read you the latest thing he said about us. Anyway, I knew you were distracted. No.
I'm just looking over at Eric.
No,
Eric.
The fact is, New York radio stinks, and it's very easy to get into this market. Mm-hmm. A lot of people thought, or think that this is the place to be for radio talent. It really isn't. There's other cities that have much more talent than New York City.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these guys come to New York and then get very, very, very lazy. Very lazy. And it kind of pisses me off because I spent half my career trying to break into New York radio. Mm-hmm. And then when we broke in, it was like, this is it?
This is it.
This is why we had to wait so long?
Yeesh.
So anyway, that's the reason, he was never heard regularly in New York is because no one really wanted him. He recently told Radio Ink magazine many of the things that got him labeled a shock jock were not his idea.
Ah, here comes the backpedal.
Was not his idea, Anthony.
Not his idea.
Which means he's a puppet.
Yeah.
So he was a puppet, right?
A phony.
So what? Management and program directors, told him what to do, and he just did it?
He just did it.
He had no say in the matter?
Is that what he says?
Recalling bits that drew complaints to the FCC in the 90s, mostly for sex stuff, Mancow said they were not my creations, but those of program directors who thought they knew what people wanted to hear.
So PD would come in and tell him to do these, piss and shit and sex things, and he would just do them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Big phony.
That's what your audience wants to hear. That you're a big fat phony. You're a phony.
You're a phony. Hey, this guy's a great big phony. Hey, you're a great big phony. You know that? That's right. You're a big fat phony.
He says the program directors made him do that stuff.
And management.
He's trying so hard to separate himself from the old Mancow because he wants to be like Hannity. He thinks now because because you can't do shocking radio on terrestrial radio anymore. He knows he has to change, so he's trying to separate himself from the old Mancow and become the new Mancow, which he wants to be like Hannity. But Hannity is intelligent, well-read. The guy is quick on his feet. He can concentrate for more than 3 seconds. He can carry on a discussion. Mancow's got none of that.
And here's the deal. Hannity started radio about the same time we all did.
Uh-huh.
So Mancow had the choice to either go and do this, quote, shock jock type of radio or do something a little more like Hannity's doing. He went down the shock jock road.
Yeah, and now that he sees that isn't working.
And it gave him a great living. He's a multimillionaire because of it. But now because of all the FCC thing, regulations and all the crap coming down, he's like, oh my God, I can't make a living this way anymore.
Yep.
So now I got to try to be like Sean Hannity.
So he's saying, no, I never did any of that stuff. No, that stuff wasn't me. It was program directors. Here's what I wanted to do. And then he's going to try to do political commentary. The guy's got the attention span of a gnat. It's like 1 second he's off on another subject. He cannot carry on a discussion with anybody. He's got to be the center of attention. The guy's awful. He's great for radio in the days when you could go out and go to some bar appearance and have someone do something. That's it. Have someone do something wacky and outrageous. Have his boy Turd, was his name Turd?
I don't know.
Go out there and do some wacky thing. Some street guy. That's what he's all about. And now he's trying to change it like that in midstream. Don't work that way.
Yeah, just another phony that should say, hey, I did this because it made sense at the time.
Yep.
That's what he should have said. Now I'm putting that behind me, and I'm going in this new direction. At least then your listeners would respect you a little bit.
At least you're being honest.
At least you're being honest.
Or how about incorporating that into some of your shocking shows so it's not such a stark contrast when you decide to go off in that direction? How about that? You know why he didn't do that? Because he doesn't have it. He doesn't understand what it's like to even do a show like that. So he just did the shocking stuff because that's all he knew.
That's all he knew.
And now he's alienating any of the fans that he did have by saying that was all, phony. And he's trying to go off in a new direction. Good luck to you.
Left on his own now by the Talk Radio Network. Mancow said he's a different animal, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
What interests me radio-wise is far from the danger zone. You don't have to interview too many strippers or porn stars to realize they have absolutely nothing to say. It's voyeuristic, it's easy, and I got very bored with it, but I was told to do it.
Told to do it.
To me, it's bad radio, and I thought it was bad radio at the time. I've evolved from that.
What a lying sack of shit this asswipe is. Oh, I can't stand this guy. Man-cock. What a friggin' tool.
Another phony. This business is filled with them.
Another fake. Another phony. No, believe me, he enjoyed the hell out of it. When he's sitting there and the strippers are taking their tops off and he was talking to them and the sexual innuendo and making her do things in the studio and they're all laughing. Yeah, what was going through his mind? Oh, I hate doing this. I hate my program director for forcing this on me. Bullshit. You're so full of it. He was loving the hell out of it. And it came back, and it blew up in everyone's face. It blew up in every shock jock's face. That's what happened. And now he's backpedaling. Instead of figuring out a way to adapt your show to the circumstances out there as far as the government and the FCC goes.
And do it in a way where you're honest with your audience.
Right, you're honest with your audience. Instead of doing that, he's completely turning around, saying that was all fake. He was forced. They made me. Oh, the Nuremberg defense. What an ass. I was following orders.
You know what kind of a pussy you have to be to actually listen to your program director?
Yeah. What are you doing that?
And be told. I'm not even kidding.
I know.
I'm not even kidding.
Unless you're doing weekends, nights at a music station, you should never listen to your program director.
Never.
If you're just a part-timer, yeah, you should listen to your program director or you're just out the door. The second you have ratings and you have a power base like he did, Of course. You don't listen to your program director. You do the show that you know is going to be successful, that's going to make... Because it's your life, not his.
Right.
That's going to take the hit.
We piss off a lot of our old program directors because when they're with their friends and stuff, they're like, yeah, I'm responsible for Opie and Anthony's success.
Yeah.
You know, it was all about what I told them at the time. We didn't listen to any of you guys. None of you.
You know what you do?
We don't listen to anyone here at XM. We just plow forward and do what we know how to do.
You listen to what they say, and then you do whatever you're going to do, and just run with it. You deal with it that way because it's your life and your career, not the program director's.
Right.
If you fall on your ass, it's not the program director that's going to take the hit. It's you and your show.
And the reality is, I learned this a long time ago, you know, all program directors are failed radio hosts.
Mm-hmm.
Who would want the programming job if they could be just hanging out, you know, being stupid on the air?
I'll tell you one thing. Mancow's program director that he's talking about there must be a genius because it worked. The guy parlayed Mancow. The Mancow should be blowing this guy. He made him all kinds of money. Mancow wanted to do a totally different show. Look what he did for you, Mancow. He gave you a show that made you extremely rich. There you go. And you're faulting him?
You
what a
listen
liar
to him.
This guy is.
You listen to your program director. That is the biggest bullshit I've heard.
What a liar.
So anyway.
He's a one-trick pony. And that's it. Good. Try to go off in another direction like that.
Well, you know what? The whole shock jock thing was lucrative for many, many guys.
Yeah.
Many guys.
People made money
and we're all
that whole thing.
We were all under the radar as far as the government was concerned, and no one really cared. You know, you get fined every once in a while, and the radio company gladly paid it because it made their, you know, hosts a little bigger. Anthony and I understood the game, and we played the game probably better than anyone until, you know, it blew up in our face with the whole sex at St. Pat's thing, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Janet Jackson thing happened, and then all eyes were on, you know, indecency and what was going on in the radio world. And so now what happens, a lot of these guys are in deep trouble.
Right.
A lot of them have already been fired, and a whole other bunch of these guys have retired from the business, you know. It's you're either going to sink or swim. So if that's all you know is to be shocking, then you're fucked.
Yep.
Unless one of these satellite radio companies picks you up. Yeah. So you have the hope that you're one of maybe a handful of shows that go to satellite radio, because satellite radio isn't going to pick up all of them. Okay.
Well, Sirius might.
Sirius probably, right? Or
everybody.
Or you completely change your show. Mm-hmm. And you're good at it.
Right.
You know, just because you decide I'm going to be a political talk show host doesn't mean you have what it takes to do that.
Exactly. Good luck to you. Man.
Eric finally swallowed his food, Anthony. Another article about Mancow. He has no satellite radio plans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's bullshit, by the way. He was trying to get on satellite radio, but...
we share agents, you dumb fuck.
By the way, XM just didn't want him. Mancow has considered Mancow has considered satellite radio, but decided against it. At one point, I was offered $500,000 more than what I'm making now, and it went up from there. I had a moment where I soul searched. What a fucking asshole.
God, this guy is...
No one soul searches when they do this type of radio.
Is there any truth that ever comes out of this jackass's mouth?
I had a moment where I soul searched, and I realized I have more listeners in a small town like Joliet, Illinois, than I would on one of the satellite providers in a best case scenario. That's false, by the way. If radio was indeed about money, as it is for some, then satellite would have been a good choice for me. But if it is about art, if it's about communicating, and if it's about an audience, satellite's not a place to go to. I think as a guy that champions free speech, he doesn't champion free speech. And none of these fucking guys champion free speech. No one. Howard makes that same argument, too. Free speech, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up. It's all bullshit.
I got to say, as far as art is concerned, the place you want to be with art is where your art is not censored, where no one is telling you what you can and can't say. You have total artistic freedom, and that's what you have here.
Well, bravo, Jimmy. Bravo. I think as a guy that champions free speech and tries to provide a voice for hard-working, tax-paying Americans, to now say, you love me, okay, it's going to be $15 per month, it's just sinister to me. I heard in the dusty old books that FM was going to be the death of AM, and I'm old enough to remember that MTV was going to destroy radio. then cable radio is going to destroy us. When the smoke clears and the hype's over, Sirius and XM will simply be a very specialized form of broadcasting.
Yeah.
You delusional idiot. They'll have a station for chiropractors. They'll have a station for truckers. It will not be mainstream, and it will not be successful. There's new technology all the time. It's already an outdated model. It's all hype, and it will fail.
If man were meant to fly, he'd have wings. What an ass this guy sounds like. This is an old fogey talk. Oh.
And here...
If the locomotive goes over 30 miles per hour, man will surely perish. I love it.
Has he been paying attention to the numbers that satellite radio has been doing?
If man reaches an altitude of more than 3,000 feet, his body vaporizes. We all know this to be factual. Ass.
I hate closed-minded people.
Oh.
So,
me too. Them and blacks.
Wow. Ouch. I don't think we were even going there. Woo! Wow. That turn.
Oh, my God. Someone get a squeegee and wipe this thing off. Jesus Christ.
It's all hype and it will fail.
Wow. Oh. All right, time to piss off Anthony with the latest man-cow quote about us. It's amazing because I got to tell you, we share the same agent. My agent begged Anthony and I to fly to Chicago to have steak dinner with Man-Cow so we could all become friends. Because Man-Cow was trying to get into Infinity Broadcasting because he knows he was going nowhere with the company he was in. It's a fact. Time to really throw some shit on the table here. It's a fact. When Anthony and I were out of work, Bob's going to hate me for this one, but the general manager of Man-Cow's home station there in Chicago, I forget, what is it, Q101? Wanted to replace Anthony and I. Wanted to replace Man-Cow with Anthony and I. Yeah. They started talking about us taking Man-Cow's slot in Chicago. That is a fact, okay?
Yeah.
Also, Man-Cow turned around because, his ratings were in the toilet, and they continue to be in the toilet, and he tried to hire all our guys behind the scenes. That's a fact. I could get Ben in here. He talked to Ben. He talked to Steve, okay?
There is not a word of truth that comes out of this guy's mouth. Not a word that I have read from this guy is truth at all.
He talked to Sean Hannity about becoming friends with us, Hey, Ben! Man-Cow tried to hire you, right? Huh? Sure. Yeah, you're all... Why are you all paranoid? You got a job with us. Did he...
I'm not going to try. He was good to me. He was nice
to me. That's what I'm trying to say. He's good to you, and then he'll turn around and trash you.
Call you an ass.
But he did try to hire you, right?
Yeah.
Call you a wild-haired, herky-jerky guy. Oh, wait. We do that.
All right, so he also has questions whether being on satellite radio is really freeing. What Opie and Anthony did in New York, they're just vile human beings.
Yeah, there you go.
I read this stuff and laugh openly because I know all the stuff behind the scenes of him trying to be our pals.
What an asshole.
He says, referring to the incident in which a couple was encouraged and caught having sex in St. Patrick's Cathedral during one of their broadcasts. And now they have all this freedom to be degenerates on satellite radio. Can they come back from that? No, they're failing. Part of the thrill of these shows is that there are rules. When that's removed, what's the fun of wallowing? If we didn't have laws, you could go rape and kill and pillage.
What?
It's fun in Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but is that the world you want to live in? I don't think so.
In one breath, you cannot say, I want to be an artist, and I want artistic freedom, and in the next breath say that the part of the fun of it is that the rules are in place.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
He doesn't make sense.
The rules being in place never makes it fun. Pryor and Carlin are never funnier with language restrictions. No artist is better with restrictions. You work with that because you have to.
Well, there you go.
He's a hypocrite.
There he's being a hypocrite once again. He said. I mean, it says it right in the same article about free speech, champion free speech.
Computers in every household? They will never be smaller than a boxcar.
Now you can actually accurately say that about Sirius satellite radios. I actually said actually and accurately back to back and almost tripped. Oof. Nice one, bird vagina lips.
So there you have it. Well, that's the latest on that stuff.
Art is never better when it's censored. And I'm not some dumb maverick, but that's reality. You're never better. That's been the problem the arts have been dealing with for 10 centuries, is this idea of censorship and of stepping on them. So when you have rules in place that you have to work around, all that does is fucking frustrate you and cut your balls off.
So Mancow says we're failing. Other critics have said we're failing. Prove that we're failing. Someone out there prove that the Opie and Anthony show is failing on satellite radio. Please. I beg you.
Yeah.
Instead of just throwing out a blanket statement that we're failing. Do you understand that XM could get rid of us pretty much tomorrow? Mm-hmm. If we're failing, why would they be paying our contracts? Why? Why? Answer that. Instead of saying we're failing, you tell us why we're failing.
Exactly.
In this new medium, and we're growing every day.
And why pull you off the premium channel if that was a way to make money? If you're failing and not getting people, why pull you off where you'll make no money instead of leaving you where you're making them some money if there wasn't a reason for it? Just fucking idiots people are. Makes me sick. Because at least be honest if you're going to criticize the show. Be fucking honest.
That's what I was going to say. At least be honest and at least be real. There was a reason we were on the premium. A lot of people, I didn't agree with it, Anthony didn't agree with it, but we had no choice. They were scared of us.
Of course.
Of all that happened with the St. Pat's incident, okay? Mm-hmm. There were threats of boycotts and all sorts of stuff, whoever signed us. And it turned out none of that crap happened, thank God. Yeah. But so they were scared. So they're like, well, we'll protect ourselves even more. We know these guys are talented. We know these guys could do some really great radio. Their track record, besides their stupid incident, is very good. So we'll hire them. We'll put them on a premium channel, which forces everyone to actually say, yes, I want to listen to these guys. They're not going to just, turn the dial one day and hear us. So everyone was protected. And then we'll see what happens. That's exactly how it was presented to us. We didn't agree. I'm telling you right now, we didn't agree, but we had no choice. So then they figured, all right, we'll give it about 6 months, and then we'll see where we're at that point. And then, bam, they're like, okay, there's no boycotts. No one's running, around in Washington or up and down the streets with their stupid signs. The advertisers and there are advertisers in XM, and there's car dealers and stuff like that, car companies. No one had a real problem with the Opie and Anthony show, so they're like, okay, we'll take it to the next level. Mm-hmm. So we'll take them off the premium. That's exactly what happened. But people like to spin that and say that's the reason we're failing. It's just not true.
Because people can't. What are they going to do? Criticize the show and say it's not funny? They can't criticize the show and say it's not funny. I mean, they could, but they would just sound ridiculous. They have to find some other business angle to spin.
Right.
Ugh. Martha Stewart. Why would you sign that hole to do a radio show? Do you know how awful her show is going to be? Holy shit.
Yeah, I'd love to know how many people are...
I guarantee they sell a lot of those shows to commercial radio anyway. I guarantee they're going to put some of them on commercial. I mean, the whole fucking thing.
It's all about making money. It's all about making money.
It's Westwood One. That's exactly what that is. It's just a syndication company over across the street. It stinks.
Yeah, it's going to be a way to broadcast her and then sell it to other stations.
Yeah, and they'll syndicate it to regular radio.
Yeah, because that doesn't have to be on satellite. It's not like she's going to go, we're going to bake a fucking cake today.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. It could go anywhere. Now, that would be funny, and I would tune in to listen to that.
Of all the things that I have done in the last few years with Martha Stewart living Omnimedia, radio was actually one of the most enjoyable.
Can I tell you something?
Sure.
Martha Stewart did a 90-second radio show.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't even have experience doing this. She did 90 seconds at a time. It was called Martha Stewart Living or something, and it was a 90-second thing.
It was one of those things
how to
that
take
pop
pine
in
cones
during commercial breaks and stuff.
How to take pine cones and shove them up your ass and then make them into a nice decorative thing
That'd be good
for Thanksgiving or something.
That wasn't her. That was actually a mass email I sent out.
That involves cooking and entertaining and collecting, homekeeping, animal information and tips, child care.
You know why I like her, though? She is exactly what a woman should be. Here, bake this and make the pine cone pretty, stupid. That's exactly what they're doing. Oh, just fluffing up the pillars.
You think Mel Karmazin was just rolling his eyes going, oh, God, what the hell did I do this time? Because this is Martha Stewart explaining what to expect from her radio show.
Yeah.
This is it again.
That involves cooking and entertaining and collecting, homekeeping, animal information and tips, child care.
You vague bitch. Collecting and entertaining. What the
Collecting.
fuck does that covers everything in the country?
That's going to be her show, though. That's the description of her radio show.
Collecting what? Social Security, you fucking pig? Oh, she stinks.
Yeah, entertaining covers like shadow puppets and being crapped on the chest. Like everything runs the gamut.
And thank you, Anthony, for finally legitimizing one form of that entertainment.
It is entertainment to some people, so
Yeah.
sure.
Shadow puppets a little easier to sell.
All right, we have one more quick clip from Martha. I can't even say her name.
Jesus.
Martha Stewart.
No makeup, no wardrobe, could just roll in there. We would just have a great time. One cappuccino and a microphone, and we were off.
Jesus, I wish Anthony and I could have walked into Hugh Pinero's office and said that to him, and he would have signed us instead of like
just a cup of coffee. What are your plans for the show? Entertaining, right? Collecting. A cup of coffee and I'm fine.
Do you understand what we had to go through to get our radio show up on XM Satellite Radio?
Hugh, we need a show, Hugh, please. Okay, turn on the microphone, Pookie.
There were meetings after meetings after
forever.
meetings. Anthony and I had to go down to Washington 3 or 4 different times on that stupid train. More meetings. They had to make sure that we weren't going to blow ourselves up again.
And here's a convicted felon.
Yeah, convicted felon. And this is all she had.
Fresh out of the joint.
This is all she had to tell Mel Karmazin to get a fucking radio show that is going to pay her $7.5 million a year. Listen again. This is her pitch that she probably did to Mel as well.
Maybe we heard wrong.
No makeup, no wardrobe, could just roll in there. We would just have a great time. One cappuccino and a microphone, and we were off.
All right, $7 million. Here you go. Let it rock.
What? If we said that to Hugh Pinero, we would have been shown the door so
All
fast.
right, guys, we'll get back to Bob.
Well, okay, we'll wear makeup.
Unbelievable. No makeup, no wardrobe. You roll in.
Cappuccino and just turn the mics on.
What time's
See
my
what
show?
happens.
10 o'clock? I'll be in there at the 9:59.
Right.
We roll in. I don't know. I'll talk about pudding, something. And then I'm out.
Have a cappuccino, open your mouth, and let your gift speak for itself. Her show is going to be atrocious. Oh, I'm going to buy Sirius just to listen to it and go, ugh.
Doesn't it make you just want to tune in so you can just go, ugh, this stinks.
Awful. How many high-profile older women are they going to sign? It's just sickening. Enough.
Isn't that great, though? Isn't that great?
is something.
That was her pitch right there.
What a pitch.
No makeup.
No makeup, just roll in, Dr. Lecter. That stupid voice of hers. Ugh. Meanwhile, 3 months ago, she had her face in the hiney of a black bank robber. Clean this, motherfucker.
What are you in for? I killed my husband. Now eat my ass.
Oh, no makeup, of course, because her rubbing her box all over your face rubbed the makeup off. Didn't it, clown lips? A cappuccino and a microphone. Yuck. Oh, you're going to be awful.
Oh. I hope her ankle house arrest device causes feedback like Opie's trio every 2 seconds. What's that? Oh, it's my fucking prison device.
She could give out recipe tips for salad tossing.
Yes. The way to remove the scent of feces is lots of grape jelly.
And lime.
Oh. Lemon juice can get stanky vagina off your fingers.
And just a little swatch of dark curtain in your panties will hide the blood stains. Was that one step too far? Sorry.
This business just gets stupider and stupider every day.
If you decorate the plunger handle, they're less apt to shove it up your ass. Hander. Damn it.
Martha and Hander.
Martha.
Martha.
Would you? You're Martha.
This just in, Sirius stock is soaring to $4.50 today.
Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah, well, the bell isn't.
Thank you,
for
Stephen,
another hour and a
PA.
half.
Yeah. All right, we should take a break.
All right.
Did we do anything this first hour, Ben? Not really,
Just basically kick back.
Yeah.
Just kind of had a cappuccino, turn the mics on. That's all I want to do, Ope.
Sirius just signed Andrea Yates.
They're giving her 5 little channels. She has to program everyone with soft piano music. 5. This is Blown Out Candle 102.
Oh. Great. A few tips on, I don't know, getting bathtub ring out.
That's right. How to get those pesky hairs out of your bathtub, especially when there's 5 different colors.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
Everybody a channel. Why not?
Sure, why not? Mm-hmm. They must have some kind of plan, right?
I guess.
Anyway, Jay Moore stopping by today? Finally? Oh, that's cool as hell, man.
Toolbag is suggesting the XM meeting went with Opie saying, I can't wait to just roll in my pajamas, glass of wine, a Java log, just start entertaining.
If you guys only knew what we had to go through.
Java log.
Just to make sure everyone was on the same page. And she just rolls in with no makeup and a cappuccino and turns the mics on. Are you insane?
The endless meetings that went on between us and Bob the lawyer and us and you and the lawyer and just went on and on. Yeah, are you guys gonna, what are you guys' plans for just put us on the air? Oh, and she's there. Roll in. Cup of coffee. What's your show prep? What's your show prep, Martha? Cup of coffee, cappuccino.
I gotta hear that.
And
again.
I'm good.
This is what they're paying $7.5 million a year. I'm sure the stockholders are very happy today.
She bored me during this sentence. She bored me.
No makeup, no wardrobe. Could just roll in there. We would just have a great time. 1 cappuccino and a microphone, and we were off.
That is the voice of someone that has no idea. And let me tell you something about doing radio. Oh, it's very easy at first. Mm-hmm. Very easy. You got the adrenaline pumping. It's new. You got remember the first week or two here? There were camera crews in here every day.
Although we stunk.
And then I know. And then all that excitement just goes away. And guess what? Now you're 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road going, oh my God, there's only 4 recipes left in this book for me to read. What am I going to do after that?
Pie crust. Today's show is on pie crust. You could use a graham cracker crust, which is quite delicious with an apple filling. All right, I have nothing. I'm done. I pretty much did every single thing I knew.
Why do you think we just wasted an hour talking about all this crap? This is not an easy thing to do every day.
Catch our show tomorrow. Basil or oregano? How to tell the difference. Exclusive.
That's what's going to happen. Oh, she'll go in there and she'll be rocking and rolling. She'll have energy and she'll have all these ideas. You fast forward and realize, this radio thing is not as easy as you think. Or a lot more people would be doing it in the entertainment field.
Today, tablecloths and, we have Spalding from Caddyshack stopping in.
If you're not used to working, and people are going to laugh, but I swear to you, if you're not used to working a minimum of 50 to 60 hours a week, then radio is not for you.
Yeah. Said you're going to laugh.
I know. But it's not for you. A lot of people think we just stroll in here, do a 4-hour show, and we'll goof how lazy we are. But the reality is, it's a lot of hard work. It's an all-day process. The show ends. Ben's sending emails. Eric's calling. Steve's calling. We're calling. I mean, it's a whole thing that goes on. Aunt and I do our talking, and Jimmy and I, and all of us. It's just endless. Mm-hmm. It's endless. And the problem is, and this is where there's a bunch of dopes running this business. They think, because I'm hearing rumors what they're going to do when Howard leaves. Oh, man, is Infinity in deep trouble. Deep trouble.
Yeah.
Because they think that they could just throw celebrities in there, and they're going to have the discipline to do a radio show every day. It ain't happening.
Nope.
Most of these guys are used to not working that hard.
No.
You know?
They hang out in their trailer. They're called. They go out, they act for a few minutes, back to the trailer.
How many big-name people are really good at radio? People become big through radio, whether you want to go Bob Grant, Rush Limbaugh, Hannity, blah, 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 a million other people. But how many big-name celebrities, even over Air America? I mean, Al Franken, I think, is the only one with any kind of shot of doing good radio who's a celebrity and not a radio person because he's a fighting bright guy.
Well, his career really wasn't going anywhere, so he knew he had to settle down and do this, There's not many. They're just, Pam Anderson was pretty good.
Oh.
Ben worked for the Pam Anderson show at Sirius.
That was something, huh, Ben?
Ben couldn't wait to leave Sirius. He was calling me every day going, when are you guys signing with XM so I can get the fuck out of here?
What happened, Ben?
It was fun to work with Pam, if you want to call it an abortion. That was the worst radio show ever.
The best was our old boss, Jeremy, who's really another, wimp that's not in control of any situation.
That's one word.
Pam was walking all over him, right?
I'm not. Again, Jeremy was good to me. No. Wait a second, Jeremy.
Ben has gotten very smart.
Jeremy took care of me after that first year of getting paid. When we all got paid, Jeremy gave me a good job over. I did some good stuff.
Jeremy was a friend of mine.
Jeremy took care of me, so I'm not gonna.
But the fact of the matter is, when Anthony and I were at WNEW, Anthony and I walked all over him. He had no control of the situation, and he has no control of the situation over at Sirius. That's a fact.
Pam walked all over the top guys over there. She was $46,000 for a flight. She would just charge it. She would have a makeup person.
How much did that company pay Pam Anderson to do a radio show?
I told you what it was. I forget now. I told you the number when I found out. It was a lot.
Dude, I'm not gonna. Jeremy was good to me too, man. He forced me to go out there and do comedy because he never put through the contract, which doubled my money. So when my money ran out, I had half of what I probably would have. So he really helped me. Yeah, absolutely. No need to rush that contract, too.
He's a good man.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Anyway, but the Pam thing.
It was a little ridiculous. $3,000 to do makeup every week for radio.
Every week.
And it was a 1one-hour show, and she played 12 songs an hour.
To do makeup for radio.
It was great. And then the two
kids.
That's
why Martha's not doing the makeup thing.
Right.
Because the makeup budget is, was taken over by Pam. They don't have any money left in that budget.
God.
$3,000 makeup artist?
$3,000 a week to do Pam's makeup to do a radio show.
Yeah, and we're playing
music.
music.
That's how fucked up they are over there. And then she decided to fly her, her friends and herself from L.A.?
These two hot chicks, from L.A.
On a private jet?
A private jet. $46,000.
46 large for one flight.
And hands the bill in to Jeremy.
That was the funniest thing. When we asked how much, she's like, 46. I'm like, oh, 4600. $46,000. I couldn't believe it. But Pam, she was Pam. She can do whatever she wants.
Why wouldn't somebody just go, you're not doing that?
Because she might spit in an open wound on your arm. Give you the herp, whatever she has.
The hep.
The hep.
The herp. She's probably got that, too.
Got to remove the R. It's the hep.
Hep C.
Hep, the herp.
All right, well.
Is it true that Sirius had signed Terry Schiavo, but unfortunate circumstances?
Yeah.
That would be good.
Hey, Terry, I love your show. Cool. You rock, Terry.
Well, at the press conference, she said, all I need is, just basically a feeding tube, a dumb look on my face, and a microphone.
No makeup. They just roll me in, literally.
What to expect from Martha's radio show. I just want to play this one last clip again. This is what she's going to do on her show.
$7 million.
That involves cooking and entertaining and collecting, homekeeping, animal information and tips, child care.
The only way she's going to be successful on radio is if she cooks in real time.
Why will that work?
In real time.
And now I'm some kind of frying in the background.
Because if she doesn't do that, she's going to run out of material real fast, is what I'm saying.
Oh, cook in real time.
Yeah.
And
So
then
also,
all
right, we'll put the turkey in the oven, and
But she's going to give animal tips and everything.
Oh, that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Animal tips. You want animal tips? Go to Kazaa. It's called Horse Gag.
I love horse gag.
It's great.
I think Jay Moore's here, so we should take a break.
Right.
All right.
This is going to be I think this show's going to get insane today.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think it's going to get insane.
It'll be.
I'm in my tuna.
Oh.
By the way, should we talk about what's in the paper today that relates to me? Or do you think I'm far-fetched, Anthony?
I didn't see him, so I don't know.
I think it's a bit of a stretch, but then again, it's not
you
too
never
crazy.
know.
I don't know, man.
On the west side.
I don't know. Well,
Scary enough.
We could get into it next, but
No, because
but now I have to awkwardly go to a commercial.
Why?
So,
What's awkward about that? You just sat down, you blew in, have a cappuccino, a microphone, commercial.
that's all you have to do?
Dude.
Don't you have to like promote something or something?
Anyone that doesn't understand radio, you can't walk in 5 minutes before a radio show.
Yeah, you should just shut up over there. But then again, you know, the only reason we don't get mad is because you do make less money than us right now. That's the only reason, dude. If you had the same paycheck as Anthony and I'd be all over your ass, man.
If I had the same paycheck as you two, I'd fucking sleep here. I'd bring a pillow in. And no matter what time you walked in, I'd be here at the mics, dusting off the countertops and fucking cleaning the computer screens.
Oh, you smashed me good. I thought I had you for once. You smashed me good.
Jesus.
I thought I finally had you. All right. Why don't you take us to commercial, Jim, in your way? Because I don't know how to do it. I ran out of ways to do it, I guess.
Derek, I got a shit. Hit the button.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Owenday virus.
Bringing a ship in to the harbor here in New York City. Ran into a storm, and then got hit with a rogue wave. A 70-foot wave hit this cruise ship. And broke windows, filled up like 67 cabins, got flooded. They were showing video, home video inside the ship of... I guess blood on the walls.
Yeah.
Where people were banging off the walls, and they had other video of people in life jackets sitting in this big room, and the ship is moving so much they're sliding back and forth on the floor, like really rough seas. So it got repaired in South Carolina, I think, and now it's working its way back, and just about should be docking now. And to just have this thing thrown around like this boat was makes it look like nothing. The ocean makes these things, they're nothing. It's a cigarette butt in your toilet bowl. It really is.
Oh, that's creepy.
Scary.
That's creepy when you think when you think of it that way. Well, we got some audio from the cruise ship, some of the passengers, Anthony.
Oh.
Listen to this one.
We having dinner, and chandelier come down, panels come down in the restaurant. People get up and start running to their rooms because the wave goes bigger and bigger and bigger.
I have no idea. Does anyone speak that language?
Chandeliers came down.
Chandeliers?
Was this guy on the cruise ship or on one of those boats from Cuba? What the hell was... this guy could afford a cruise?
Maybe he was just watching the Poseidon Adventure.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, the chandelier came down.
All right.
They were playing the Titanic song on the piano, the theme song to the Titanic, and that's exactly how we all felt. We were on the Titanic.
Well, slow down,
asshole.
Slow down.
Jesus.
Yeah. Slow down.
Yeah, just like being on the Titanic.
Yeah. Oh, you know, if we had to jump into that 70-degree water, right, exactly like the North Atlantic, where you're dead in 2 seconds.
Yeah, just like the Titanic. Icebergs all around us.
This song I dedicate to the brave people of the Norwegian Dawn, who almost gave their lives in search of a banana daiquiri and a few hands of 3-card poker. On that fateful night, when a wave hit their boat and jostled them slightly, I bet they were reminded of the thousands that died on board the Titanic. People of the Norwegian Dawn, you are true survivors.
They were playing the Titanic song on the piano, the theme song to the Titanic, and that's exactly how we all felt. We were on the Titanic.
Hey, slow down, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Celine Dion's going to be singing a song about you tools.
A stopover to repair the chandelier in South Carolina, delaying you a day, and freezing to death in the North Atlantic. Yeah, that is a lot. That is similar.
Well, I think they went through all the Band-Aids on the cruise ship.
Oh, is that what happened?
Sure.
Wow, that is tragic.
There was a Band-Aid shortage.
Once more. It was very scary.
Here's another clip from the cruise ship.
It was the longest night of my life with 3 kids and the cat. Okay, we thought we ain't gonna make it.
God, that's what Guido Sarducci's doing these days.
We thought we weren't going to make
I
it.
got Jimmy finally, yeah!
We thought we weren't going to make it.
Right.
Hey, I looked out at the waves. I said, Mamma mia.
Are there any Americans on this ship, or are they all just dumb guineas?
Not.
Who knows?
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading. Opie and Anthony, XM202.
This is a Whole Lot of Love by Led Zeppelin. They stole it. Ding, ding, ding. Unique coolin'.
I'm thinking.
Okay, a little sideways.
Whole Lot of Love slowed down a little bit, right?
They're horrible.
You're right.
Who is
It
this?
is a little bit.
Audio Slave.
You don't like the Audio Slave, Jay Moore?
No, it's a fucking all-star team, and they steal Zeppelin's riffs.
Blame it on me. It's a super group.
Oh, la, la, la. Yeah, and I'm a
Another
little tired
super
of,
group.
I'm a little tired of Rage Against the Machine complaining about we're white, we're from Orange County, we're millionaires. Fuck the government!
That's so true.
Fucking
man.
faggot.
They really do stink.
Move to fucking Toronto with the rest of the faggots.
Most people don't realize they're all in mansions singing those lyrics. You're so right.
Zach De La Roca. I just got my NRA card. Fuck the government.
Yeah. Singing about how Rich Whitey should all die.
Rolling down Rodeo with a shotgun.
With a shotgun.
Wow, because
With
that's
the
where...
rag top down so his hair can blow.
That's right. Well, that's where all the problems are, so...
Rodeo.
Boy, really...
Tough targets. A bunch of fucking cunty wasp woman fucking shopping for purses. Well, that guy really takes care of business in the hood.
Why doesn't he
Fuck you.
Why doesn't he roll down a road in South Central?
Yeah.
Why don't you
Of
start
course
there?
not. No one criticizes the black community in fucking music. None of them do.
I will.
You're not music, though.
Rolling
You're a
down
comic. We have
Rodeo
that
with a
for
shotgun.
I'm thinking of going back to my roots and getting into music.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Don't do that.
What?
Gonna rap?
You know how many comedians have done that and failed miserably?
Oh, no comedians have done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
Well,
Eddie.
Who?
Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie
Guy had a
Murphy.
big hit.
Fucking Party all the time was great, dude.
Oh, shut up.
She fucking gave her number to every boy she saw.
My girl wants to.
And that was a Rick James song anyway. Eddie Murphy had nothing to do with that, except that he sang it.
Oh, you got it?
Of course we got it. We got this master computer, Jay. Things have changed, buddy.
We don't have to go to Napster anymore and
No.
try to find it. Remember those days?
We asked for a song, and it's there within seconds.
You can fast forward through.
Remember the video?
Look at all the people that work for us now, Jay.
Bunch of creeps. You guys were all great in the Air America documentary. No one's been paid. I'm just gonna keep...
I heard Mark Maron came off as kind of whiny in that. I didn't see it, but someone said he kinda,
Really?
I didn't see it.
What are the odds?
Yeah.
I was going to say, you think?
They all came off as like, they really think they were like changing the world.
Oh.
Look at a fucking radio show.
Dude, I gotta tell you one thing though, man. There really is no liberal voice in entertainment. I mean, it was kind of nice to see that finally.
Well, here's Party All the Time.
Ooh.
Oh.
The long intro.
I know. We'll get to the hook and then we'll move on.
He was 1,000% serious when he did this. Finger. Yeah. He's clapping in his leather. Here it comes.
Everybody.
Girl wants to party all the time, party all the time, party all the time. Yeah. Time.
Hello, exactly.
O&A party rock.
O&A party rock.
Give me that's terrific.
Opie.
That ain't it.
Wow. Oh shit.
Okay, terrific.
All right.
No, I meant De Niro. That's
That's terrific. That's terrific.
That's my new favorite, by the way. All right. Enough of that.
You never come home at night.
I know.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jay Moore.
Yes.
That wasn't me singing. That was.
I know. His first live appearance on the new show.
That's
It's a little different, huh? From the old days?
What a bizarre place.
Why?
It's like you're going to the dentist. Like the hallway and everything. It's just very New York.
Oh, yeah. Office type thing.
Yeah.
You're right.
But we're taking over this whole area. They're kicking all these guys out
Where's
of
Frank's
here.
place?
Right there, across
Frank's
the way.
place is now a closet across the.
This sign
office.
used to be that big, and they had to cut the sign down so it would fit in that office.
In their small little
This used
studio
to say
over there.
Frank's place, this huge Opie and Anthony sign.
Did it really?
Yeah.
They had to make a Frank's place sign that's like 3 feet
Dude,
by
we-
1 foot now.
We kicked them out of here.
Good.
There were all Frank Sinatra albums lining the studio. We came in and went, oh, these are going to have to go. And the guy was all pissed off.
No surprise, after the first week, we pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
Poor Frank's place.
And now it's that little closet over there. It's
Yeah,
like
Frank's
just a
place.
little room.
Is that where Eddie Trunk does his show from?
Yeah.
I think it
Jesus.
is.
Yeah.
Does this hard rock, heavy metal
Poor
show.
Eddie.
Sounds like it should be in a big, huge place with studio lighting, like concert lighting and stuff. And he's in a closet doing the show.
And staring at a sign that says Frank's place.
And you have to look across here and see this big, empty, roomy studio. No one using it.
No one's allowed to use it.
So that's the couch when the Hitlers come in?
Yeah, we don't do
that's
as many
that
horns, though,
Hitler
these days, Jay.
Yeah.
I haven't been around.
We, yeah.
Yeah,
When
our
was
program directors used to force us to do those shows. So now we're trying to go legit.
Yeah.
We never wanted to do those shows.
Yeah,
but
man.
lion sack of shit.
So is this today's post?
Yes.
Holy smoke?
Yeah, that's the Post funny headline of the day. Is
And
the,
black smoke means no pope.
No Pope.
No Pope.
no Pope today.
And but they say by Wednesday or Thursday they'll have one.
How do you know?
expecting to
But they say it's like crazy positioning and jockeying.
Big power moves, yeah.
It's like Survivor almost. Like they rally for. No, I was watching like 3 different like guys on the news, like friars going. It's like you just sway votes and like a long shot becomes the number one guy.
Alliances are made. And
Totally.
Really?
Like
It is
no
like
fucking
Survivor
around.
then.
It's completely political, and I'm holding out hope that they get the black one.
You think is there one up for grabs?
Yeah, there's a black
three
guy.
of them.
There's
Supposedly-
3 black.
Supposedly he's one of the faves.
He's the one.
Really?
He's the one holding his dick.
That never.
Dude,
happened.
people are betting online who's going to become the next pope. I thought you just knew. I thought you go in that room and you just know.
Kind of like when we go. We know when push comes to shove, it's going to be this guy.
Well, you just see like the light coming from heaven, like kind of
Oh,
shining
like
on one
God's
guy.
helping
Like
out?
there's no jockeying. You just know, right?
No, they
That's how it
jockey.
should be.
They
They're not
gotta-
electing a black Pope. They're not going to do it.
No, there's no black.
They
Pope.
should do it. 'Cause he would bring his own wardrobe, but they're not going to do it.
Pope Mobile is lowered.
Escalade.
Got
Hit my
some rims on
Pope-mobile.
it. Who the fuck shot me, nigga?
Hit my ride.
Yo, call my nigga Damon Dash. This motherfucker shot me.
Give me some of that XM satellite radio for the
Rockefeller, y'all.
Taking all the paintings off the wall, hanging up good time shit.
Yo, son. Yo, nigga, I feel bug nice. I'm about to bless all these motherfuckers out here tonight. I feel bug nice right now. Pontiff style, nigga. Box cutter. Yo, Butter Pekin Rican. My girl's fine as fuck, but you know I don't go. I sound like Tracy Morgan, Jay Moore. Yo, why don't you trim my mustache? Did you have Tracy in?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
fun.
the other day.
Tracy was great. Yeah, that was Friday, I guess.
Friday.
Huh?
Yeah.
So they're saying
He should have a reality show like people following him around.
Well, they're saying though that
Tracy's
we're gonna have
fucked
a.
up,
Let's finish with the Pope though. They're saying by Wednesday, like tomorrow.
Yeah.
No way.
No
Yeah.
way. They want to milk
Wednesday,
this thing. I
Thursday.
thought.
For what? For all the T-shirts?
Get publicity.
I went to the Vatican and all I got was half a pope.
That would have been a great reality
But
show.
that
like
wasn't, even,
Survivor.
that wasn't even a joke.
No, half a Pope.
I don't even know what that means. I went to the Vatican and all I got was half a pope. Die, sir.
They could have like challenges.
We had Otto
and
and
stuff.
George in here also about a month ago, and George never said a word.
He was quiet.
Like Otto said a couple of things,
And the puppet
but
George said
just
nothing.
sat there and said nothing. And I really like hearing from George when Otto and George come in.
Otto left me
You
a
know?
message. He's like, yeah, man, I was kind of quiet when I came in. He's like, I want to come back. I'm like, dude, it was tiring. It's hard to Guys that aren't used to waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and coming and just doing radio. It's fucking.
No, believe me.
brutal.
During afternoon drive when he came in, it was a pisser. You know.
He'll
but
be back.
you know, Otto, I think he has to understand the puppet's got to talk when he comes in. He goes through the trouble of putting it on his hand and everything.
There was a whole.
You kind of want to hear from the puppet.
There was a whole thing going on that day, though.
Really?
Oh, he was just beyond nervous. He just lost it.
Yeah, why was that?
I don't know. You could see it in his eyes. He was like just panicking in front of us.
He even said to me, he's like, it was like a reunion between me and you. Me and him haven't seen each other in about 2 years or a year and a half, and between me and the guys.
Wasn't
it wasn't
there
a bad
some chick
thing.
in here that day?
I don't know.
Doing something and reading the news with her top off, maybe?
And then people never got that.
No?
We never got that.
We did, and like, I was waiting for George to say something, and it was just like, I got nothing.
No, it's like the old.
It's
It's like the old show. We still got to beg.
Still got to beg.
I think we got Mary Carey coming in this week.
Thursday.
You're coming back for that, right?
No, I got to work.
What?
Who are you doing a movie
Excuse
with?
me.
It's Ned Burns' movie.
Can I meet him? I want to get a picture with him.
Really?
No surprise there.
I like your website a lot, Jimmy. I tried to email you, but it wouldn't let me.
Has to be updated. It's been so long.
Yours.
Oh, Jay, there are so many more you should see.
You're killing everyone around you, Leon. You want to talk to him? You talk to him. He'll kill me.
He won't listen to me. I take pills to try to get away from you.
You want to talk to him? You talk to him. He'll kill me.
Give us soft drinks. Give us soft drinks.
Okay, you got a boss. Then why am I talking to you if you're the boss? NEW, we play all the hits. If you do Old Pacino, you're really just doing Tyne Daly. Okay, NEW, we play all the hits. How you doing, Harvey? Okay, well, you got a supervisor, then what am I talking to you for? We're Vietnam veterans, so killing don't mean nothing to us. Okay, who else has to go to the bathroom?
Let me go to the phones real fast. Mike.
Great.
Go ahead, Mike.
Mike from Jersey.
Yeah.
Hi, you fucking fag.
What's up, Mikey?
Fucking bitch sucker, fuck.
Thank you, Jack.
Jim, easy.
Whoa.
Pope Fear Factor style.
What do you mean?
Pick the Pope Fear Factor style?
Have a contest like who could fuck the most boys in under 2 minutes.
Oh, that's awful. How could you? Those boys.
That wasn't the whole idea. Was there more to it, sir?
No, that's about it. I don't know. You put whatever you want in
But they don't really do that on Fear Factor. Like, the joke would have been they had to eat some stupid stuff.
That's right, like a pussy.
Boy.
Some foreign stuff, a pussy.
You know, the Black Pope would definitely be out. Like, shit, I wouldn't eat that if I was fucking.
Only if it's fried.
He won't go down here unless it's fried. That's what I can't believe. I mean, I said this when I was on the phone with you guys, but, like, for a guy with a speech impediment, like, that makes Bugs Bunny seem like somebody
who speaks well, yeah.
Yeah. All his punchlines are slurpy sounds. Yeah. And I'm dodging her. Like, say avoiding.
Yeah.
You want to buy a dryer door?
Blah, 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 blah. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. All right.
He's got to call up if he's listening, and you got to get him to say, eat sushi in church on Tuesday. Those are the 3 words he can't say. And he takes a big swallow before he gets started.
Oh,
he goes,
yeah.
You go, say it now, and he goes,
Oh.
Sushi.
Sushi.
Who's this? Oh, it's Amanda Pete. She looks like...
What? What's wrong with Amanda Pete?
I shoot higher than that. That's all, brother.
Well, and you were telling us about that, yeah.
Now look at this guy. He's fucking hot. I'd bang Diane Sawyer in about 2 seconds.
I'm with you.
Oh,
we had a discussion about this. I'm with
God,
you.
it smells like baby powder.
Yeah, those awful hammer Chinese eyes.
Oh, I don't know.
That older woman shit bugs me.
Oh.
No, man. For an older woman,
you
she
think they
is.
go a little more highbrow with the Pope's smokestack. It looks like they just fucking got live footage from Patterson. No Pope today. Go home.
You'll never work this Vatican again, Terry.
Get us somebody
Jesus
up there.
is down here on these docks. The next minute, a bottle's going to get it right in the nose. Where's Johnny Friendly?
The best part, they installed that stupid chimney.
What was it before?
I don't know. They just kind of have it in a warehouse until they need it.
Until they need it?
I thought it was always up there.
A little chrome top on it or something.
Show's over. Come on, show's over. Where's Johnny Friendly? I love when he goes, oh, you guys with your quotes makes me so happy when I'm driving around L.A. When Brando's getting sworn in, and they go, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? And he goes, right! That's a weird movie because you got like the old guys like, yeah, see, Terry Malloy's gonna come and get you, Jim. Mixed with like Brando and Carl Malden, who are like emoting and like real guys, and they mix together. And Brando and
DJ Cobb was great. It's Johnny Friendly.
Yeah,
it was phenomenal.
Brando and what's his face? Steiger hated each other because Steiger was like, "Yeah, it was you, kid."
See?
Yeah, Buddy. Craig just got a minute, man. I was going to steal it.
The frog.
And Buddy Hackett told me that Brando told him in the back of the taxi cab, his whole scene, all he was thinking was what a terrible actor Steiger was. So when he goes, "Oh, no, Johnny, it was you, Charlie. Oh, Charlie." He was actually thinking, like, "You fucking suck, Charlie. Like, you're the worst actor ever." And you see him go like, "Yeah, kid, everything will be all right." And Brando just goes, "Oh, no." It's like, wow.
You could see the disgust in his face.
Yeah, like
at his acting.
since he told me that, and then Steiger wouldn't be there for like Brando's close-ups.
Oh, wait, wouldn't Brando? Did he do the same thing as Steiger, or no? They just wouldn't help each other with the.
I don't think either one of them did it. Bunch of fucking divas.
You guys, we got a surprise on the phone.
Oh.
Rich.
Oh, what's happening?
Rich Ross, everybody.
I want to thank all my opening acts tonight.
Oh,
Look at the black girl. She's checking me out.
What's going on, Jay?
How are you? Were you at the Stress Factory tonight?
No, I'm at the airport. We didn't get on the plane.
Why?
Supposed to go to the Bahamas, and my ex-wife didn't have a birth certificate for one of my kids. Now it's just a nightmare.
Oh my God!
Didn't you check before you left the house?
Yeah, we had whatever. Social Security card and some other stuff.
You need a birth certificate.
But it's a kid. What is a kid going to do out of the...
So what did she have to take a cab home alone?
No, we're waiting for her to go to City Hall in Plainfield and pick one up to come here and try to get on the 11 o'clock flight. I don't know.
What a pain in the ass.
This is your big vacation with your daughters, right?
Yeah. Pretty big. I mean, you know.
Is Bonnie going too, or just the three of you?
No, Bonnie's doing her special, half-an-hour special.
Oh, okay.
So
it's just you and your kids?
What channel is that going to be on?
Which I think it's on E, right after you do that soup show.
The what?
The what show?
The soup, talk soup or something you do.
Soup.
I think she comes on right into
making
that.
soup on his shirt.
She's doing,
Going from network TV to E, that's like going from filet mignon to Scrapple. What happened?
The host
show, and now you're doing weekly reader on TV.
The host's son, who was 2 years old, had open heart surgery and called me personally and asked me to fill in.
Oh, okay, that's good. I'm sorry.
And KP Anderson, a good friend of mine, it was his first show as the executive producer.
Oh, that feels good.
See, boss, I do nice things for people.
The second you think you have something, they come out with the open heart surgery.
I know, you can't come back from that.
Hope the kid's okay.
Well, Jay didn't want to do it at first. The guy was begging me. Jay said, "I can't do 6 weeks, Jerry. I can't do it. Can't do it."
3 shows, I walk 3 shows. You're not in a position to walk yet. Yet, I say.
Hey, have they ever come clean as to why they canceled the last episode to the 3rd season?
No, I think
Last Comic Standing.
I think it was because of Father of the Bride. I think I heard, but nothing's confirmed, is that Katzenberg was like, "Yo." That's how he talks. Yo, son. Mad flavor in your ear, Jewy ta. I had to stop myself when I was about to say. Father of the Pride wasn't getting the lead-in numbers, so we had to fall on sword for the network, and then Father of the Pride got canceled 2 weeks after that, and then The Contender gets canceled. They're a fucking mess, NBC.
Yeah, obviously.
They could fuck up Toast.
They canceled The Contender?
Yeah.
They canceled the last. How do you cancel the last episode of this? How do you, as a network executive, think that's a good move?
Let it run.
Well, it's because the color guy won. They don't want to show that.
Oh,
good point, Rich. Good point.
It's richvoss.com.
That's amazing. Why wouldn't they at the least just throw it on late or something?
What do you think of this kid, Ashton Kutcher?
Fucking hot, man. That smile, how do you resist?
He does have that, like, I fell asleep first and they all beat off on my face in the group home look about him.
Jesus, androgynous cocktease.
So, Rich, you're just waiting at an airport to go on this flight, huh?
Yeah, and I have a show tonight at the Atlantis. I don't know what I'm going to do.
In the Stingray pool.
How long the flight is it, sweetie?
2.5.
3 hours to Florida and an hour to the Bahamas.
Do you have a layover?
What an idiot! You're continental, direct.
They're all sold out.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll make it.
He was
sweetie.
trying to save a few bucks. What an idiot!
Oh, he's got to take that Buddy Holly plane. from Miami.
Yeah, it's creepy as hell.
I
You
hate
go
that.
over the water, the Miami
with
to
the propellers.
Right.
You gotta take a prop plane, Rich?
2005, and he's on a propeller plane.
Yeah.
to save
You know
$50
what?
a ticket.
I like
It was
those
sold
small
out. He's
planes
such a
any
liar.
day over a big plane.
What,
oh,
Angel?
really? What's your logic there?
Because they're easier to land if it's ready to crash.
You're right,
You're
yes,
Rich
you're
Voss.
right, Dick Ebersol, Aaliyah, a million other people. You're absolutely
Payne
Skinner.
Stewart.
Yeah, you're right.
Stewart, yeah.
Way
Much
to go,
safer.
Payne Stewart,
Very good.
stupid.
Yeah, because when you're landing in the ocean, it's a lot easier to land.
JFK Jr. out indefinitely, parentheses, ocean.
No, I'm not talking about the little planes. I'm talking about those, the commuter planes.
The commuter prop plane.
You know, like the athletes are out, and they put parentheses why they're out.
Dude, I got it.
JFK Jr. out, parentheses, ocean.
Ocean.
Oh, okay. Well,
Hey, Rich Voss,
What?
say sushi.
Raw fish.
Come on.
Sushi. There's no problem there. See that?
What do you mean no problem there?
That's all
Hold
sorts
on,
of
let me swallow.
I told you.
Sushi. Perfect.
Sushi
That was
in church.
perfect.
Sushi in church on Tuesday. Real quick.
Huh?
Sushi in church on Tuesday.
Sushi in church on Tuesday. Perfect. See, if I slow it down, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I slow it down. You know what? The way I talked didn't hold me back from carrying the first season of your dumb show, stupid. Okay? Sushi in church on Tuesday.
What channel is
Perfect.
Bonnie Special going to be on?
HBO.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't get an HBO special.
Hey, very nice.
Yeah. It's gonna. She's taping it Friday.
With that New Zealand group.
Yeah.
There's some weird group from New Zealand that they're each doing a half.
You're doing
Really?
it Tuesday?
Tuesday night, yeah.
Butterfly. You doing it Tuesday?
Yes, Tuesday.
I'm coming down. I'm taping some stuff for the new reality. There's some new reality network. You know,
Okay.
they're launching the network with Last Comic Standing, the new reality network.
Last Comic Standing was such a good show. It's like, as far as like,
Yeah.
when you look at a network budget, why do you go to season 3? I mean, that's not Jay's call. That was the network just probably being greedy and fucking rushing it.
They're greedy.
Go ahead, Rich. You answer all these questions.
Well,
You're so inside.
Well, I don't want you to get
If memory
stupid,
serves, I had to fly you out.
Wow.
What did he say?
Nothing.
He was basically
Low-class
implying
Jew.
that you're Jay was saying like that basically making a sarcastic remark as to how I was asking inside questions and you were answering when he was the host and he's right here.
Well, here's the
He
thing.
was calling you an ass.
The thing is, they got greedy, like the Apprentice. They took 1 month off, and they already went to the third season, so they want to bury that too. What happens is they get very greedy, and they think they know what the public
Apprentice is
wants.
doing
And
well
you know
still.
that. You know that with the network. They think, you know what? Not one critic said they liked the Anthony Clark show, but yet it's been on the air for how many seasons? But every critic loved what's that? You know, what's the one on Fox? You know,
yeah.
I know why he's talking, because hot girls are walking by at the airport, and he's like, I'm doing an interview. Hold on one second. I'll tell you why. The networks, they're miserable because their mother's taking up the fucking ass. They only gave him that show because he's going in the Army next week.
Hey,
Oh,
is
my
that
God,
you,
look at
Salvi?
that.
I can hear you drooling while you say sushi.
and you know they take off the other one that all the critics love. They have no clue.
What was that show they took off?
The one, you know, on Fox where the guy's in prison or something. I don't know.
that show.
Arrested Development?
Yeah.
Did it actually get taken off the air?
No.
This Sunday's the last episode.
They're not sure.
No, it's not.
It was the
It
season
is
finale.
too.
That's a season finale.
Rick,
And
the
then it
season
got
finale,
canceled.
season's end, Rich.
It got hold on. I just saw Goldthwait with a squeak in his hand. It got canceled. I read it.
Swing and a miss.
I know.
With a
They're not
what
all-
in his hand?
They're not all killers. A squeegee. I don't do well on
A what?
Wait. A what?
a squeegee. Listen,
There are no L's in that word, Rich.
But it sounded like he said, at first he said a squeak.
A squeak. And
No, I
then
didn't.
a
I said it-
screegee.
I said
It's a
squeegee.
screegee.
Squeegee.
First of all, you know what? There's years ago you could have talked to me like that, but now that I'm a national act, okay, it's still kind of funny. Squeegee, whatever.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
Are you at Caroline's? Why are you in the studio? Are you at Caroline's?
Me?
He's just hanging out.
I'm here to promote nothing, brother. I'm in town. My word is like oak. My word is solid, brother. I'm here to promote Jimmy at the Cellar.
Oh, okay. Hold on, I'll be inside in a second. I don't know. I'll be inside. I'll call.
Wait, sweetie. So what? The next flight's 11. What time was your flight supposed to be?
We had 7:30, so we were here at 6 o'clock.
All right. A bunch of Mexicans going to the beach.
It's unbelievable. It's
They
a
left at
nightmare.
2 a.m.
So the next flight is 11. What
Yeah.
time's the one after that?
1 o'clock.
How about after that?
I don't know. Go on the Continental.
There's
site.
that
I don't
many
know.
flights to oh no, he's not flying to the Bahamas, he's flying to Miami.
Why don't you try booking a flight to the Bahamas?
Yeah, go direct.
Stupid.
Listen to me. You think I fly every week? You don't think I know that? They were
Why do you
sold
fly
out.
every week? Is it because you're a national act?
Yes, and I'm a platinum flyer. Okay.
Is that why your girlfriend has to open for you to help ticket sales?
No, she opens because I like taking her on the road with me. Okay.
Oh,
I have a good time. It's because I don't want to follow some stupid, horrible, black act that's doing white people this, white people that.
So then why do you bring her on the road with you?
Because.
Well, are you? Wait. Are you really platinum?
Yeah, I've been platinum for a year now.
Ooh.
Okay, and wait, are you saying that I don't draw enough people myself, or you're saying that she's good and she draws people? Because there was a time you would say she didn't draw people. So what are you saying?
When did he turn into Dice?
I don't know. Rich, what's going on with you?
Hey, I'm breaking your balls. Take it easy.
I know. Relax, Rich.
No, I know. I'm very relaxed. Are you kidding me? I just got
Which
bumped
way?
off a plate.
Which
How
way?
can
Medium or well done?
I can't be any more relaxed for what I'm going through right now. And you know I stink on the phone. Like when I'm in the studio, I'm 100 times better.
I hate phoners too.
You can't be funny on the phone, and then I got to go on the dumb internet and hear how I stink.
I know.
How they go Rich Voss or Bobby Kelly. Please, Bobby Kelly's done.
I don't know, Rich. I
was
was pretty funny on the phone. I had no problem with it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you make a good point, because when Jay called from L.A. I think he was on the phone for 2 hours, he sucked the whole time.
Who sucked? Jay did the whole time?
Yeah, but we didn't know how to hang up on him.
See, you can't be funny on the phone.
Of course you can be funny on the phone.
No, you can't.
You can
it's
be,
very
but
hard.
I don't particularly like the phone either.
Well, here's the thing. You can be funny on the phone when you do some radio show that you do maybe once a year.
Right.
But when you're, there all the time, what are you going to say on the phone? You got to be in the studio. Everybody knows that. Hello? Hello? I got people looking at me going, people walking by going, look, they can see that I'm bombing, and they don't even know I'm talking. they got a look on their face like, oh, look at little midget fingers trying to be funny. Yeah, hold on, I want the light. There you go. I'm bombing. Here. There you go. I just got my cigarette. Thank you.
Hey, Rich.
What?
How old's your daughter that you sent to City Hall?
I didn't send my daughter to City Hall. My daughters are 14 and 12.
I thought you said she was. I thought she was going to get her birth certificate or passport or something.
Yeah, you're a big star. You couldn't talk your way through this situation?
Yeah, you can always talk your way into another country. Okay? You can't even get through security with a lighter, but I'm going to talk my way into another country. How dumb are you? You guys spend vacation, you go in a car. All right? We fly.
What? But whoa, easy.
What? Wait, what'd you say?
Dude, I didn't even get to take a vacation. I was too busy being flown across country to shoot.
What's that?
What'd you say?
He thinks that Anthony and I jumped in a car for vacation.
A Greyhound bus.
But we spent a month talking about how we were going on some cool vacations.
I actually cruised for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I actually spent a week and a half at the place you're going to.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I see what happened.
You're going to Atlantis, right? I was there for a week and a half. And I got a direct flight on the same airline that you're flying to Miami and then taking a puddle jumper from Miami to the Bahamas, you fucking idiot.
Jake Ebersol. That was great, Jim.
First of all...
Wait a minute, I know what happened,
And
boss.
Anthony was on, Anthony got the best room on a cruise ship.
No,
and had a grand piano and 2 or 3 levels and
and a huge balcony.
He heard cruise. He thought that's why he said car. You said I went on a cruise. He's like,
cruise. Yeah, he thought I was just cruising.
That would have been funny if we didn't talk about what we were doing on vacation for a month on this show.
Okay, yeah, but it's easy to do code words. First of all, did you sit in first class when you went to Nassau? No, you were back in coach. Okay.
I was in first class on my way to Los Angeles.
Wait a minute.
Flown coach in years.
Anthony won't fly, Coach.
Hey, Rich, what a great way to polarize your audience. And just tell them how stupid they all are because they poor bastards have to fly Coach. Not me. I'm a big shot, folks. I fly first class.
Yeah, I have no problem saying I was in Coach down in the Bahamas, but it was a direct flight.
Well, I have a big problem saying it because I'm better than most people who listen to this radio show, and I'm a first-class customer, for Pete's sake.
You have no problem. Of course you sent, Coach. When we went to Miami, who got you bumped up to first class? You were in shock. You've never been in first class. This is what it's like. Look, the seats go back.
I don't know. Why are you attacking everybody? First of all, that's not true. It was a nice gesture that I flew first class with you.
Okay, first of all, the only reason I'm attacking is because you have to be on the offensive.
Dude, we can't help it. We can't help it that you're bombing today. You should just take your beating. That's all.
Today.
Okay, first of all.
Voss is swinging, though. I like that. Voss is swinging.
He's trying.
He's going down. He's bringing somebody with him. He's got his fucking little hand locked in somebody's hair. Somebody is coming underwater with him.
Absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah, I guess I respect that, sure.
Okay, here's the thing. Like I said, you can't be funny on the phone. You guys were sitting around going, oh, who can we call in trash? Things might be going a little slow because Jay's in the studio doing horrible impressions that we've heard. Okay? Jay, why don't you do Pablo Francisco and kill two birds with one stone? So then we go, let's call Boston, trash him. Let's hear him slobber on the phone. He's not going to be funny. So I got to do what I got to do to even stay afloat, even to get like one good post tonight on the Internet. I'll be sitting in Atlanta looking at the dumb websites going, oh, he stunk again. Oh, boy. Now they're not going to talk to me. Oh, here we go. Here's the silent. So here's where I do my infomercial. RichVoss.com. Order my DVD. Am I still on? You guys cut me off? They hung up on me.
That never gets old.
Voss is nuts.
They hung up on me.
What is going on with him today?
That was really bizarre. Like
He's probably very tense.
He's a little uptight because his daughter.
He's got to go gig, and
he was completely on the defensive. Like he's just on the offensive.
But everyone knows you can't even show up at the airport without that birth certificate nowadays.
Birth certificate.
To go home
with his
kids.
Huh?
But wait, don't you need a passport? You don't. I never brought a birth certificate.
No, if you don't have a passport, you can bring your birth certificate.
If you don't have a
passport.
But they're starting to give you a hard time even if you just have the birth certificate.
If you have a passport, you don't need that, right?
No,
birth certificate.
It's one or the other.
Not going to be accepted. I think after this summer.
Yeah, really soon.
Need a passport.
So.
Who asked you?
I was told.
People are talking. It's none of your business, especially when it's me and my brother. Personally, I don't give a fuck what she eats.
Take your passport inside. It stinks.
Got to go. The phone's really
Go
fast.
on. You're making her cry. I'm gonna make you cry.
Jeff in
Listen,
Canada.
don't tell Lenore.
Listening to XM illegally. Hold on.
Hey, man.
Hold on. I got some. Jeff, go.
Yeah, fucking stupid boss talking about bombing while he's sitting in a fucking airport. Holy fuck.
That'd be great if security pulled him in for a body cavity search.
A guy walked by and once went, I'm bombing.
I'm bombing.
Funny.
There's someone over there talking about a bomb.
No, you don't understand. That was very.
Who is
Right
that
now
on the
they're-
phone right now? Who is that guy?
That was Jeff from Canada listening to XM illegally. Very
Jeff
funny.
from Canada. Wow, that was really. I never would have thought of that. No, but I just woke up, so
They're wrestling. They're wrestling his midget body down to the ground as we
I'm here at
speak.
the airport and I'm bombing.
Girls, call your mom. Tell her I gotta be bailed out. There's 1,600 in my front right pocket.
Sorry, were you talking about a bomb or something? Yes, I was bombing.
I'm bombing here.
Come with us, please.
Right now they're cavity searching him in a back room, and he has to explain why he just came all over his leg.
Look at the black cop checking me out.
Oh, what a zilch.
This is going to be a lot of fun today.
I'm Voss's best man at his wedding when he gets married in September.
Yeah.
Canada.
You got to give the toast.
That's
You any good at that? Have you done that
No,
before?
never. I've never been in a wedding party. I may have been in one.
Wow.
I was kind of like a fringe player in one, but I've never
You
been
got
a
to
fan.
cling, 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 and then you got to give a toast.
Don't
Ladies
you
and
guys
gentlemen,
like
blah,
when
blah,
you
blah.
say like grace? Well, I don't know if you ever say grace, or like if you ever have to give a toast, like you kind of, even if you got to speak at a funeral, you have to kill.
Yeah.
You have to like
You
nail
really
it.
do have
like
to nail
a friend of mine spoke at it was Dick Ebersol's funeral actually, Peter Engel, and he said,
Oh, Pete. Okay.
I said, how'd you
Dick
do it?
Ebersol didn't die.
How'd you do?
You mean his sons?
No, you know what? It was Linda Mancuso's funeral. Sorry. No one you know's funeral, and he spoke at it, and I said, how did it go? He goes, I got to be honest with you, I killed. And I was like, you know what? Like, it really is like you do take pride. Like, that was the best fucking toast. Follow that toast.
Yeah, you got it. You got
like
you
Jerry
have to
Lee
do
Lewis
well.
to Chuck Berry. Follow that, nigger.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Jesus.
What? He said it.
He did say it to him coming
Really?
on stage. Yeah.
Lit the piano on fire and said it.
Follow that, nigger.
You can ask Chuck Berry, but he's taking a dump on Voss. I got nothing.
I like Chuck Berry.
Now you have a lot. Jay Moore in studio.
God, Voss was like really like.
That was
is
fun
he
to listen to.
using again?
No, he was just tense.
That was bizarre.
Very tense.
Because everybody's kind of trashing him for his thing, so he's got to fight back. So Voss is like, he's not going to get pounded. He's
Jay.
going to come out swinging.
But no one even trashed him this time.
Jay, here's the problem with Rich Voss. He comes in here and he does kill for us. You know, Jimmy's hitting the road a lot, so we get Rich to sit in Jimmy's seat. But he'll go on these message boards, and one guy trashes his appearance, and he loses sleep, and he can't handle it. He starts starting fights with the guys.
He reads the message board.
Let me tell you something.
He starts using the N-word. There's a black poster that just didn't like him, so he's calling him the N-word and just losing his mind. I'm like, Rich, stop reading
calling
that
the guy
crap.
nice?
It's like,
I was jerking off. I've got high speed at my hotel, so it's just like fucking fantasy land.
Yeah.
And there's a website, Suckin' Nigs. And there's another one called Getting Nigged. I was like, this is the site for me. White slave bows to black cock. And she had like slut written on her ass and lipstick. It was just like 6 black guys, and the husband was a cuckold hubby.
Cuckold, yeah.
I
You
love
don't see
that
many
stuff.
the other way around with the white guys and the black chicks.
Well,
There's a lot more black guys.
That's the
on
site
white
I would
chicks.
open. Line up, Hillers.
Yeah, you want that?
Because I'm
one.
the white
You
guy.
want to see that contrast of a batch all over her ass or something, you know? That white, dark contrast.
When I was in Miami, I did jerk off to Black and Wild on the internet.
Black and Wild?
What's Black and Wild?
Looks like a wallet, sir.
Exactly. Big ass black chicks without condoms, and I was making stomach pancakes all over myself. I don't give a fuck, Eddie.
Stomach.
Yeah.
That could be better than the Map of Hawaii.
Nothing's better than Map of Hawaii.
I don't know. Stomach pancakes is good.
No, Map of Hawaii.
is great.
You think it might be, but then when you actually see a Map of Hawaii, it comes back to you. It's like flawless, and it's in its elocution.
Remember
and
people started making the T-shirts?
Yeah.
The Map of Hawaii
Those were the
T-shirts?
days of I Want to Hold You, man. You ever see Rock and Roll Circus?
Oh.
No.
Oh. I thought you said yeah.
No.
With Mick Jagger interviewing John Lennon?
No.
And John Lennon's got a band called Dirty Mac. It's John Lennon, Keith Richards, Keith Moon, and Eric Clapton.
Really?
Dirty Mac. And they're just fucking stoned out of their minds. And he's like, Winston? He's like, yes. They calls him like some weird name, and he's like, you did this, you did that. And John Lennon goes, oh, yeah, those were the days I want to hold you, man. They're just like retarded high. And the Who do a quick one while he's away. And you never seen?
No.
You have to watch.
I never even heard of it.
Rock and Roll Circus. The Stones put it out. They rented a sound stage, and they had all their friends like Marianne Faithfull, Jethro Tull, the Who, and the Stones, and everybody. And they just did fucking acid, and they just did like a show. Like they rented it out for like 8 hours, and everyone in the audience is wearing like color coordinated ponchos. Like there's an orange
Holy
section,
crap.
a red section, and the Stones didn't want it released because they thought they sounded like shit. But then they released it finally because they sound fucking great.
Really?
And it's a little like sound stage. And the Who do a quick one while he's away. And it is one of the best live performances. Because there's only like 60 people there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just fucking Townsend in the white jumpsuit. And he like he's doing the windmill. And on the way back, he totally takes out Keith Moon's hi-hat and just fucking and just looks back like, not my department. And just keeps playing. His shit comes on untuned, and he tunes it on the fly. It's bananas performance.
What year was it done?
Probably 69, 70. You seen it?
Yeah.
It's
grab a mic.
How great is the Who on that?
Well, I thought the rumor was that they didn't release because the Who blew the Stones out of the water that day. That
would make sense because they certainly did.
Yeah, the Who.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's fucking. It's bow to Townsend. If he fucks kids, good for him. He deserves it. Just watch that. Like you watch that and go, well, let him fuck kids. Look what he's doing here, though. Look what he did his whole life. So he likes a little dibbly-dabbly.
How do you get a copy of that?
You buy the tower.
Yeah,
That's
it's
everywhere.
songs in Virgin.
And it's just called Rock and Roll Circus?
Yeah. And the Who only did one song?
The Who only does a quick one while he's away.
And what?
Oh, and Yoko, if you don't think Yoko Ono broke up the Beatles, all you got to do is fucking watch her song. And she's playing with John Lennon and Eric Clapton and everyone, Mitch Mitchell from Jimi Hendrix Experience.
Yeah.
And she's literally going, like over and over, and it's like an 8-minute song.
Oh, no.
And you can just feel them rolling their eyes like this bitch again. And if you
Why
don't
do we
think
have to
that
do- we're
had a
musical
fucking
geniuses, and we got to deal with this
and
shit.
and that's all she does. And if you don't think that bitch had something to do with breaking up with the Beatles,
of course she did.
you just imagine her sitting in on those sessions going, you know what I think with my giant yellow bush? I'm a flat-faced yellow wall-biting monkey. Ugh. Expressionless, as you say.
Yes, she really is.
You really opened my eyes to that. Jimmy, you really opened my eyes to that, how horrible they are.
She's a piece of African artwork. Dumb fucking perpetual look.
A bunch of wall biters. You really opened my eyes when you said they were expressionless. And now I got my girlfriend to hate them too. She goes, did you see them? Did you see? We'll be at a fancy hotel. And we'll be walking through the courtyard. She'll be like, did you see them?
Dude, I was
I'm like, yeah, I saw them. They're gross.
I was in the park yesterday.
And I agree with you. I've never, sorry.
Go ahead. Go.
I've never had an Asian prostitute do anything but go, giggle, giggle, giggle. I'm going to take it, you heard.
They just lay there and pay off their slavery ship debt. It's like, could you at least make eye contact, you fucking awful actor?
I had a Puerto Rican one, and I swear to God, I thought she was in love with me.
Yeah.
Like kissing me on the neck. Like, God damn, I got to fuck Puerto Ricans, apparently. She's like, hey, papi. I said, don't even fucking speak English to me the whole time you're in here. She goes, but I go, but how do I know you're not making fun of me?
It doesn't matter.
It matters to me because I'll fucking punch her in the mouth. Sushi.
Dude, I got one hooker. She's a girl who she charged me like less than $200 for full service.
I went to Craigslist and I got a bargain.
Dude, she's
of
not
Jew
a hooker.
hunting online.
She's a professional person who is like exercising this weird demon. She makes real money. And I banged her without a bag. And
Wow.
I kissed her. I've never kissed anybody like I kissed this girl for money. It was the hottest sex I've ever had.
Really?
I would have came at her and knocked her up. I would have knocked her up.
How long ago was this?
I don't know. Look at I'm fucking filling up.
Look at you.
She was
You
amazing.
without a bag and she's
no
a hooker?
bag. I laugh at bags.
Me too.
Put that on. That's called the intimacy blocker.
And what did you unleash in her?
No, I didn't do that.
Why not?
I don't know, because the first time she wouldn't let me do it. She's like, you can't put it in without a condom. I knew she wanted me to because she was soaked. It was like that thing where like the lips have a piece trailing to the thigh, like that fucking like that drooly retard mouth box. There's nothing hotter than that. Should look like a punched tear-stained retard mouth. That's what a fucking vagina should look like.
I'm with you. I like the big lips. I like a brown toe every once in a while.
Yeah.
Ever see Mike Goes to Brazil?
No.
That's a great site. Guy goes to Brazil and he fucks chicks and you get the free downloads.
Oh, no.
Mike Goes to Brazil.
Mike Goes to Brazil. Learning about
it's
a lot
not
of
a
good websites
best-selling
today.
book like Gasping for Airtime, LA Times bestseller by Jay Moore.
Oh, well.
You're the best.
All right. Let's put that in the books. 3.5 hours, first plug. You know, if you guys were on the air, Rich Voss would have won Last Comic Standing, and my book would still be on the bestseller list.
Yes.
Yeah, he would have won without a doubt.
Look at Kelly Ripa. I want her to sit on my fucking face, and I'll tell her how much her husband cheats on her.
Really?
Oh, look at that little box she must have. Just rub it back and forth.
Well,
She looks like she might have a brown toe.
What's a brown toe?
Brown pussy lips.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind
Hey,
those.
let me ask you
I
something.
love 'em.
Why aren't you hosting that show anymore when he goes away, Regis?
They didn't ask me.
Because you did a great job with her.
I had a
You
good
guys had a
time.
great
I think
chemistry.
they were a
you
little
and Kelly.
nervous. I think they got a little nervous with Jay.
Why?
I think so, too.
It was a little bit too, like, I don't know, cutting edge. For the
No,
audience.
dude, I was G rated.
Yeah,
man.
but even your
There you
G-rated
were.
is a little out there for the audience.
We only had
goes in
Kelly
there
Ripa on the
daily
show
basis.
once, and it was just one of those horrific days where we were just way in the gutter.
Here's a perfect example of why they may not ask Jay back, because this is the show he's co-hosted. He goes, oh, what a box. I bet you she has a brown toe on a national radio show.
That's how I roll, little Jimmy.
I love it, dude.
No one's really listening to the show yet, though.
Hey, well, I was going to ask you something that you said on
Gelman,
the
you
air.
fag!
Did he really get so disgusted with Ron Steiger? He just Charlie.
Charlie, you're fucking terrible. What an awful actor. No, it was, Charlie. What? I was going to ask you something, Jimmy. Oh, Monster Rain. I never heard the whole story.
Oh, it's cute.
You went under the porch like to jerk each other off because it was going to rain?
Jerk each what are we fucking communists?
You
No.
think-
We're like
he's a
half
beginner?
a fag,
Communist?
half
Think
a
he's a
fag.
beginner?
So
Jesus.
it's an American free country, but when you're in my cab, no breaking heads.
No, we would just do a
Dude.
little.
But what's Monster Rain up to do with it?
We were very again
code word.
logical question. We were very young. We were 5 or 6, And I guess we would have the desire to kiss each other, you know, on the dingles. And one of us would say, monster rain, and that was the excuse to get under the porch.
Right.
Looking back, I suspect there was no real rain.
There was no rain, no monsters.
Maybe a dark cloud.
You guys ever blew a kid when you were young?
No.
I did.
How about now?
No. Well.
Quick, puppy's sick.
Wow, I had a good tone for the radio,
Perfect.
Jay.
A Jay Moore fart.
Smells like Billy Hayes. Well, that guy's got a death funk.
Does it?
All right, why don't we take a break and regroup here? We've been talking an hour.
Ooh.
Jay, how cool is this satellite radio? You don't have to stop for 20-minute breaks.
All right, don't make a big fucking thing out of it. You're going to make me think what I did over here.
That's the guy that shot the cop.
What happened?
Looks like John Starks in the playoffs.
Wow.
He shot the cop and they...
I can't believe it! Oh, no, my baby! Oh, my baby! Oh, my baby!
What's wrong with his face?
This is the guy from Rhode Island.
threw him out the
What he
window.
did was he shot a cop, and the cops came to arrest him.
Jay Moore.
And apparently he somehow fell out the window and landed on his face. You know, that happens.
They fucking... Because he wasn't even under arrest. He was being questioned for something which was not as serious as the capital murder of a police officer in a station.
Well, he's
What
an
are
animal.
you thinking?
He's a
What the
frickin'
fuck
animal.
was Joe thinking? What's he thinking? It totally turned into a goddamn shooting gallery. Bang! 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 Bang!
Oh, we got clips.
Yeah, we got clips of this. So what's the setup again?
Well, apparently this
I
guy...
like how Ope writes it down, holds it across the studio for Ant to read it. Ant shrugs his shoulders. I don't know what that says. Ope does one of these, like, read here, stupid. And then Ant goes, Ant whispers, I still don't know what that is. And Ope goes, okay, we have clips here. I'll just read this myself.
And I go, we have clips.
Honestly, the only reason I don't really know this story, I got the clips in front of me, but I don't really know the setup here.
What happened?
Well, the guy was being questioned for a crime, and the cop that was questioning him, the black guy took his gun and shot him. And then the cops came up to arrest him for this shooting. And, well, they say he jumped out the window. And I guess there's another story that perhaps he was pushed out the window, or that he did jump out the window, but that wasn't what did the damage to his face like that. Because the guy is completely fucked up. I mean,
when did he shoot the cop? Before or after he left the window?
Before.
I think before.
So then what the fuck are we arguing about?
What's the problem?
We argued about it. I said to wait.
So what? They tune him up a little bit.
Oh, I asked him. He's got more sense than you.
If I shoot the cop, I lose $15,000?
I'm lucky to get down to 150.
Stop eating, you fat fuck. You're like a fucking nut. Do a little less eating and a little more fucking. You wouldn't be such a fucking nut. Jesus Christ, she really did a fucking number on you. You know that?
Here's the first clip.
Yeah, the clip. I think we have some clips of the family of this.
Yeah, here's the family
Is he
freaking
black?
out.
I thought he was Spanish.
He looked
He
black.
looks like
all
John
beat up.
Starks with that mask on.
He really is a mess.
A vastly injured, unrecognizable Esteban Carpio limps into the courtroom. His family loses it. The 26-year-old is accused of shooting a Providence police detective to death. Today, more than 24 hours after his arrest, he's barely able to talk, his face bloody and bruised, his eyes nearly swollen shut, a plastic mask covering most of his face. His hysterical relatives are yanked out of court.
Oh, he shot a cop.
Well, they're yelling not guilty, right? They yelling, well, yeah.
Not guilty! Not guilty. They're all upset that he's beat up. How about a cop that's dead? And his family that has now a
His
dead
name was
father.
Esteban.
Esteban.
Is that the guy that plays guitar on public access TV?
Oh, my God. You see the infomercial?
Oh, he's
You got the Esteban guitar.
Guy.
I sat through an entire infomercial that for some reason you just can't turn it off.
It's like the Dean Martin show infomercial. You
Yeah,
just
I gotta
get,
watch
money,
those.
get your money's worth just watching the commercial.
Gotta watch it. Yeah, I'm not going to order because all the good parts are in the commercial.
What's wrong with this guy's family? If I shot a cop, my dad would be... They wouldn't even go to court.
Yeah.
These people are like, oh, that's big... Ugh. I'm trying not to get, you know...
I got to almost speak in defense of the family. It's got to be a shock when
Stop blinking, you creep.
I can't help myself.
Holy moly.
I blink. It's what I do.
It's like you're flying into a bug light.
I can't help it.
Yeah, you're blinking a lot lately.
I do. I blink a lot. That's what I talk more.
But lately you're blinking more than usual.
No, I'm not.
Is it when you get all worked up?
Yeah, when I get ramped up.
All right, go ahead, Jimmy. I'm sorry.
I
forgot what I was going to say now.
Oh, no, I remember. In defense of the family, it's, in one moment your person is being questioned, and the next minute he's beaten up and accused of killing a cop. It's just got to throw you for a loop. I can't blame the family for freaking out. I mean,
look, his name's Esteban. They're Puerto Rican. It's not like this is like a whole new thing to the family. Somebody shooting a cop.
The guy's questioning this guy, the detective. He gets shot with his own gun. And he was questioning this guy. Guilty.
The guy should
this
be.
This ain't the movies
executed.
where it was somebody else and they're setting him up and it's a whole involved plot. The guy killed the
But
guy.
as a society, we put him in that position because we don't have enough social programs.
It was Tom Selleck holding a hairdryer at the end.
Wait a minute. What movie was that?
No, it was good.
Yeah,
By the way, I saw Tom Selleck at the Emmys. The best-looking fucking human being I've ever seen in my life.
Still, really?
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
And I saw Karl Malone in San Diego at Rockin' the Core for the Marines.
Yeah.
And it was like, that was the only time in my life I've been starstruck.
Was Malone?
Karl Malone?
A balding guy with an 18-wheeler? There's a lot more famous people you've met. How about Nicholson?
Give a fuck about Nicholson.
Yes, you do.
Really?
He was fucking McMurphy.
I fucked his girlfriend. What do I care?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Tell you later.
Now you're going to tell us all. Oh,
no.
You're going to get into it. All right, here's Seth from Boston. Seth.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Go ahead.
He was being questioned for the stabbing murder of an 84-year-old lady.
Oh,
there you go.
In the police house. They don't know how, but he got the cop's gun from him and shot him. Jumped out a third-story window down to the ground, and then the FBI, local police, and state police were chasing him, and they only described it as a violent struggle before they showed pictures of him leading into the courthouse.
A violent struggle. Man, they just pounded his face. I just say, thank God there was no smart-ass do-gooder with a video camera around to videotape the beating that they threw this animal.
I'd be the worst cop in the world. I would be so bad, Lieutenant. As soon as the guy got handcuffed, I would just pump. What'd you say about my mother? I'd spit on him. I'd punch. I'd make him open his mouth and spit on it, and then I'd probably come.
I watch episodes of Cops, and you watch the guy running from the cops, and car chase. They get him out. He tries to run again, and then they get him by the neck and throw him on the ground. And I'm sitting there going, punch him, beat him, hit him with the stick.
Yeah.
Like I can't. And this is just somebody running.
A friend of mine just quit being a cop in Jersey, and he moved to California, and I said, why? And he said, everywhere you go, everyone hates you on sight. And he said, and I can't live my life that way.
How do you do that?
He's just like a normal kid, good guy. Like, he wasn't like a dropout that became a cop.
Mm-hmm.
He just said, you just drive down the street, and people go, look at this asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you just show up, and the party stops everywhere you go. He said, I couldn't do it.
And you try to do your job, and there's always people there that are saying that you're, police brutality.
It's nice you guys brought in the sketch artist.
Unnecessary force. Oh, yeah, Laszlo.
That's Laszlo.
Oh, yeah.
Gonna do a little tech talk. All right. We got
Laszlo. You hear him on Grand Theft Auto, the video game. Yeah.
You play Grand Theft, Jay?
No, because the first time they ever had it, they had the 2 discs.
Mm-hmm.
They had one that was for the British James Bond car, but you had to finish the American one first.
Really?
Wow, you
the
go
first
way
one
back
ever,
in the game.
and I finished the first one. There was nothing else to do, and that game said, keep driving, there's more work to be done, and I kept that fucking thing on for 2 days straight. When I left my apartment, I hit pause, I'd come back, I'd keep playing. I shot everything, I fucked it, I drove it, I ran it over. And, you memorize the city by that point.
Uh-huh.
Nothing. I said I think there's like a glitch in that disc.
You got to get the new one.
Yeah, the new
San Andreas. It's all home.
No, I don't.
Well, I got to play the next clip here.
Yeah, let me hear the next.
The more clips, Ope.
Who is this?
Not guilty.
The family just losing. Another family member just losing it here.
They massacred him. I'm surprised he's still alive the way he looks. Initially, when we went to the hospital and we talked to the police, they said he only had a leg injury and some minor lacerations. They wouldn't let us see him. We're seeing him now. His whole face is massacred.
Yeah, good.
That's terrific. That's terrific.
Good.
They
Don't you
massacred
understand?
him.
Your animal fucking relative is a cop killer? Ugh. They massacred him. No, he massacred a cop.
How did he get the like? That's a bad day at the office when someone
really
takes your
is.
con. Like
That's
that
someone
never
getting
happens.
lackadaisical. That's someone
that's like
screwing up.
real. Like that never happens.
Yep.
Especially if it just happened in in Atlanta, I mean, it's like you're not fucking. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Not cuffing
Why
the
you
animal
curse
to the
so
chair.
much, dude? Do it around your friends. That's all. I don't like it.
Well, you know, I'm just not the type of girl you just take out and bang.
You fucking?
No.
Joey.
I always tell you the truth. Ask me one time, I always tell you. You don't have to ask me again. I tried to fuck her.
Try to fuck anything.
One more clip, Anthony. This should have taken 2 minutes, not 15.
Of course.
But it's okay. I don't know what this one's about.
We should be back on premium with this show.
Nice.
Language, young man. This is my home.
This is a solid show today.
Police say that Carpio was injured when he fell from that third-floor window at police headquarters, and they also say here in court that he, quote, violently resisted arrest.
There you go.
They grabbed him by the fucking back and said, "You fucking chimp," and threw him out the window. They threw him out the window.
Threw him out the window.
I don't blame him a bit. And he probably landed on his face, and they kicked it some more.
And just pound him in his face.
Good. Shoot a cop. That's what you
Very
get.
good.
Yeah, like all these people like Free Mamiya.
Ugh.
It's like what, the guy, he shot a cop.
Yeah. All these do-gooders.
Remember the Free James Brown shirts?
Yep.
James Brown kidnapped someone and went on a 5-state chase, and then when he ran out of gas, he shot a shotgun at police vehicles.
Yeah. But you enjoy his music, so free him.
All I'll say
I'd like to make it seem the old man very happy.
What about the do-gooder that, the peacenik, as they called him in one of the papers, that had a home invasion on the...
Home invasion fantasy?
Home invasion yesterday, which Opie is a little concerned about.
It might be connected to what happened with me.
Might be connected. There might be a connection there.
Where's that article?
But what about that guy?
Give me that there. Well, let me
He's
read
some do-gooder.
Remember, I was talking about the pizza delivery guy, Sunday night at 11:30, trying to, talk me into opening the front door with a pizza that I didn't order. And I got a little...
That would have been great. I can't wait for something like that to happen to me.
I got a little paranoid because
Free pizza?
The guy was very aggressive, and he just wanted me to open that last door, and I didn't go for it.
4 doors they have, right?
Yeah.
They got to get through 4 doors, and Opie left one door
between me and
between
him.
you
and the guy's
this guy.
Like, you ordered the pizza. Come on, open the door. And he's showing me the address on the pizza box. So, I guess it is my pizza.
I didn't order any pizza. You know,
I did not order that.
Well, here's the here's the thing, really fast. Like, I was in bed for at least 3 hours, so I was a little woozy. If I was wide awake, I would have.
Oh, hello there.
I would have understood the situation, but I was a little woozy from being in bed for 3 hours.
Woozy.
Oh.
So
go to the Slauson cutoff. Get out of your car. Cut off your Slauson. Get back in the car.
1 time to the 10 to the 2 time to the 605.
You get to the fork in the road.
Dude, no joke though. I think I'm gonna have to talk to the NYPD today.
Really?
Because now they got a sketch of the guy, and I'm telling you, this guy looks.
Dude, you're gonna
like
have to talk to the cops then.
I'm not even kidding.
Are
you sure it wasn't your home invasion fantasy that being like
This guy was very aggressive with a pizza from Domino's, saying that I ordered this pizza at 11:30 at night, and wouldn't take no for an answer, and conveniently wasn't using the talk back with the the intercom thing there. So I had to go outside to see what the hell was going on because he kept buzzing and buzzing and buzzing.
So he's waiting for you. And did he say open the door or something? Did he tap on the door? What was he
was
doing?
like, no, come on, this is your pizza, whatever. Something
Hoping
like that.
you were going to open it up, and then he'd go,
Yeah.
get in the apartment, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Well, Domino's, dude.
He's smart, though, because it's not breaking and entering because you let him in 3 doors.
Yeah, but if you pipe somebody over the head and rob them, you can't go, technically open. That's a vampire rule.
Well,
you have to be invited into the house. But with these savages, it doesn't really matter.
Well, I told this story yesterday, if you guys were listening. Well, in today's paper...
They work here. They're probably listening.
Yeah.
What?
No, he's talking about the audience.
The home audience.
Yeah, you know what? I forget there's even people out there. I have such a good time, I forget we're entertaining.
Me too. I feel like I'm wearing just a little hat with 2 ear things.
That's the beauty of this show.
This is why they say everything about it is appealing.
You can roll in, no makeup,
it's wonderful,
cup of
darling.
cappuccino.
Go ahead, Bubby. Yesterday you were saying.
I just turned the mics on, and that's that. Well, the story gets a little more interesting here because the headline reads, "Man shot in home invasion." And the guy that was shot was a peacenik. Listen to this. The grad student shot in a home invasion horror on the Upper West Side is a peace activist who hails from blah, blah, blah. Keith, a 24-year-old philosophy student at the new school, is battling lung and stomach wounds at the hospital after Sunday's, same day as my little weird thing, Sunday's vicious attack.
What time was his attack?
I would love to know. That's what.
Wait, so that pizza man got the shot up. What did he? I'm confused.
Well, see, you weren't listening yesterday, but basically this whole pizza thing...
Honestly, I wasn't just listening right now. I was looking at the TV, so start over for me.
Start over for you.
No,
it's not about you.
He shot the guy or stabbed him, or...
He ended up shooting him. Well, this is where it gets good. He was shot in front of his terrified fiancée after a thug followed her into their building on West 108th Street and pushed his way into the apartment demanding cash. This is where the guy got stupid, and it's just like that other case about 2-3 months ago. After
and
robbing...
here's also somebody, they followed her in. Here's somebody not wanting to be politically incorrect. You see a strange black man following you into your
black?
building.
Yeah.
Following you into...
How do you get in 3 doors if he's black?
You followed her into the building.
No, with Opie.
No, some idiot leaves one of the doors unlocked to begin with. So one down right there.
You look on the monitor, like Channel 6, the surveillance cam, you're like, oh, there's a random black guy downstairs. I better buzz him in.
Yeah, they just leave the front one unlocked because it's a hassle. You know?
He must be here to work on someone's computer.
This woman, if she's being
Nothing.
followed...
That's pretty good.
Nothing.
Jay's pretty good.
It's all right.
All right.
If she's being followed...
I was hitting for average, not power. I'll take a single.
That was a base hit up the middle.
I legged it out.
You did
legged it out. Hustle.
Juan Pierre style.
Go ahead.
She wasn't paying attention, or she was too politically correct to go, I got some kind of feeling here. There's some black guy following me into the building.
Or she had a black guy home invasion fantasy where he pins her down and fucks the shit out of her and shoots or stabs her fucking dead... I don't know. Go ahead.
Well, what happened is the guy breaks in, he robs the couple.
Well, I'm just getting to that.
Oh.
Way to go, Jim.
All right, yeah, so this thug followed her into their building on West 108th Street and pushed his way into the apartment demanding cash. Okay, after robbing the pair, the burglar appeared to linger, prompting the dude, the peace activist there, to ask, are you ready for this, kids? Are you going to shoot me now?
What's with these idiots asking to be shot?
The thug then pumped 3 bullets into him.
Of course, you asked.
You know what the thug said to him, too? This is the line he used. He said, you're some kind of wisecrack. He called him like some kind of a fucking 1950s remark. He said, you're a wisecrack.
Did he say a wisecrack?
Yeah.
Did he call him a Weisenheimer? Wisecrack?
Yes.
You're wisecracking?
You want to share with the room, Billy? Or?
I mean, I just send them on an errand.
Sorry. I hear a whole thing. No. I was eavesdropping, but I couldn't really hear what you guys were talking about.
Nothing going on.
Chop.
Nothing going on. It's innocent.
This is innocent. We're just having an egg sandwich.
Joey, you got it all wrong.
Yes.
What? Whose turn is it?
Opie.
That's what it was.
It was
he said,
my
you're
turn?
some kind of wisecrack. That was the line.
Wisecrack?
All right, so
and then he shoots him.
So, yeah, the guy goes, are you going to shoot me now? And the thug then pumped 3 bullets into the guy.
Well, because the guy was lingering.
Yeah, linger longer. Yeah. The criminal was lingering, and then he pumped him full of lead. But that was waddle-doodle. Bone dry. Yeah.
That was the same night of my weird experience, and it was probably less than a mile from, my abode. So, and the sketch in the paper looks, well, how can you tell? I mean, let's be honest. But
why do you think they're so specific with the clothing? I have a question though.
Yeah, like the guy's gonna walk around for the next 5 days with the same clothing too. I love that one.
Sketch.
Right.
Well, these idiots do.
I wanted to know if the grease man knew any retarded people in school. I don't remember if he did. If they might have some.
What?
I just thought the grease man might have known some retarded people that had odd names that begin with D. I just thought he might have. I just don't remember.
Yes, in school I knew a kid named Dally Dooley. Dally the Dooley. He was a retard that picked his nose. He was flinging boogers. Dally Dooley waddle doo doodle.
I had to hear a grease man say Dally Dooley.
Dally Dooley on the Grease Man Show. And Grease Manelli wouldn't take a home invasion. I'd pull out my shotgun and blast him in the face. I'd be slinging my own lead. Now these words from Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Then have a bone dry to celebrate.
Bone dry, yeah.
All right, we're going to take a break. Jay Moore in studio.
Oh, they beat this guy's ass.
Having a lot of fun today.
Good.
Well,
he's garbage.
Fuck him.
Esteban Carpio is it's amazing how bloody and swollen his eyes. You know what? They're only putting the mask on just so they probably don't want the public to see his face.
He has no jaw, probably.
That's the good part. Yeah, they left uncovered the good parts.
Yeah.
And those look horrific.
What was their excuse for medical reasons? But they just didn't want to march him in a court with his
no jaw.
I bet his teeth are gone.
Good. Teeth. His
Nice.
entire bottom part of his face is shattered off.
They hit me and beat me. My teeth.
I thought you were doing the grease man at first.
Yeah. One dude.
I was very injured. I fell out a window. They beat me mercilessly.
Well, we got to dump and stuff, so.
Dump.
I want to thank Jay Moore, who will be at Caroline's tonight, and you can listen to him on the Opie and Anthony show.
See, I've been going all the way back. Let's call Voss back when we come back.
Yeah, let's see how his situation's
How's it going? I'm still waiting for another flight.
Not
Now
a
I have
bad
to go
idea.
to
I never
Houston.
thought it. That was a great call. The guy sitting at an airport and keeps saying bombing.
I'm bombing.
I know. And we got to play the Howard Stern thing again.
Hey, guys, I have a funny
What,
idea.
the one about me?
Oh, Jimmy.
No.
Unless you want us to.
What?
He's a cock.
I have a really funny idea. Maybe we could all do the show. We could all put on the XM Wow hats and all wear the same hat and do the show.
No, that'd be cute.
Yeah, it'd be funny, right?
I say we all just smoke weed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's carrying?
Hey, Ben.
I got some in my hotel.
Hello.
Yeah?
Yeah, it looks good.
I've been talking about this. I want to start smoking weed again.
Come over after the...
Belter Scotch from Whackbag says Dally Dooley would have set up that bit better than Norton just did.
I know, that's like... Well, that was kind of the... yeah. This is what the silly goose did. That was kind of supposed to be the way it was.
I love how we sometimes just throw things at Anthony, and he has to kind of try to... I don't know, try to find it in the air somewhere.
Here it goes. It's the setup. I'm panicking. Oh, yeah, okay, Dally Dooley.
Well, me and Ant last week talked about it. It was I thought the Dally Dooley. I was like, oh, God, I want to hear the
No, I
Grease Man
understand.
say
Yeah,
that.
I
And we
understand.
laughed, and we talked, and he goes, I know, I thought that. And I'm like, yeah, no, me too.
Last week. I wasn't
Nothing
on
was worse than
last week.
when you guys had to set up Regan and all his bits. That was so... I felt bad for the guy.
So,
Brian, you ever do a school project? Go.
Oh, yeah, well, that was our old bit where we would just awkwardly, set them up. But I guess it's not working anymore.
I love when you do the question that's not a question.
Yeah, it's just to be silly.
My girl likes that the most.
I couldn't
It's
do
her
it
favorite
positive.
part. It's her favorite part of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Little questions?
All right, as we go to break here.
The Pop-Tart.
I've been trying to go to break for
Oh, and Serena
for a
Williams.
half hour.
I met Brett Ratner at the airport in L.A. He's the directed Rush Hour.
Okay.
He's the guy banging Serena Williams.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
She knows about me wanting to fuck her so bad because he talked to me
Serena
about
Williams? Really? Nice.
it. He goes, hey, I go, you son of a bitch.
Not any chance, though, right?
What?
Not any chance of that, though.
I don't know. Jay's got
Me?
a personality
Brother.
thing women tend
Really?
to
You
go
think-
for.
okay.
Maybe.
What am I, ugly?
No, but I
I'm
mean,
just-
please, you're not Serena Williams good looking. You're
I
all
think-
right. You're not an athlete. You're a decent looking guy.
She fucks Brett Ratner.
But that's what I'm saying with a girl like she's a fucking athlete. She could bang an NBA anybody. You got a certain personality thing.
No, I know what you
Man,
said.
you're
You think he's a good-looking guy. You got to be careful what you say these days. That's
No,
all.
he knows what he said.
I just want to make sure I'm not kissing Nat King Cole over here. I'm quite fine. No, you could totally see how White Girl could fall for him.
And she's such a
What?
She's such a dumb audience member. She says, the impersonations. You would think he was the real person.
Real person.
Impersonations.
The best one-syllable maybe in cinema history.
What?
Easy. 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 I'm easy. I want to make sure I'm not kissing that king fucking girl. I suck that cock.
All right, as we go to break.
Jay, it's Otto. You were stealing my act on O&A the other day.
We're taking a break.
Opie, let's take a break.
We're
I
gonna
want to
try.
get into that men's room.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I got to take a dump, too.
Jay, we got the greatest thing here. Howard signed with Sirius for like $500 million, but
Him and Brewer?
But we got a commercial of him talking about XM satellite radio, selling it like it's the greatest thing ever.
Yep.
And he will. We've been playing this over and over again, and this fucking pussy. He's not the old Howard. He's just sitting there.
He's horrible.
He's sitting there just taking it because he
Like,
knows
he's the worst, but like Robin's become like the worst ever.
He knows he can't fight this game, so he's just sitting there and taking it. And you got to think his new boss there, which is his old boss, Mel, is
Hey, Mel.
not very happy that there's an XM satellite radio commercial out there.
Mel, going out to the Hamptons this weekend, Mel.
He had Doug Stanhope on last week.
Really?
I was like, an Ant. Ant was bad-mouthing me on Howard. And I told somebody told me, I go, Ant was bad-mouthing you on Howard. I go, you know what I take from that conversation? Howard had on Ant. That supersedes me being bad-mouthed.
Right.
Like, that was your guest. Doug Stanhope and Ant.
Hey, chill out. We're not setting the world on fire with our guests on this show. So.
Well, Stanhope, you guys are like,
we had Spalding on the other day. I mean, that was our big guest.
That is
last
a great
week.
guest.
Who?
I don't get. We had Spalding from Caddyshack.
Spalding.
No, that's great. That is great.
Who doesn't love
But you guys are like
Spalding?
classic Carson. You could have the potato chip lady on. It doesn't matter. You're so good at what you do.
all right. Hey,
Couple of
that's-
fags,
we
couple
love
of beautiful
it.
girls, smoking grass,
Look at
suck
him.
a cock.
Look at him like two fags. Hey, take it easy.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right.
Oh yeah, Stanhope called me actually, because Yoshi's the fucking best networker ever. He's trying to get him on the show. So I didn't talk to Doug in a long time. He calls me today. He's like, yeah, man, I was, Yoshi told me to call about Opie Anthony. He's like, do you think he's like with Howard? Is there a problem with that? Because he's L.A.
Who's Yoshi?
He's a comedian. He's a
You
good
need to
friend
know
of mine.
Yoshi.
It was like a coke binge conversation just then.
Dude, he's a comic.
Yoshi.
He does all the DVDs for Evil Angel, so he gets porn.
Dude,
And
we get a stack of porn like once every 2 weeks.
All right, so Yoshi and
Yoshi was saying he got Doug to call, and I hadn't talked to Doug in a long time. He's like, well, Howard have a problem with it. Like, he doesn't. He's like, yeah, because Stern's been pretty good to me. I don't want to. And I'm like, dude, I don't know. Like, Opie and Anthony don't.
Oh, Howard would certainly have a problem.
course he
with
would,
it. We've never played that game. Howard plays that
I said,
game.
no one. I never tell an artist where to go. You go wherever you want to go, man. No one in this show gives a fuck. But over there, might be a different story.
So whatever.
That's that. Just want to update everyone.
All right. Well, with that, here's Howard Stern talking about XM satellite radio. I love this thing. I can't get enough of this thing.
If you're planning a road trip this weekend, it's time to take XM satellite radio along for the ride. XM gives you 100% commercial-free music. It's the ultimate playlist with channels for album rock, alternative, heavy metal, hip-hop, unsigned bands.
You know what's great about this? He is fuming, but the company, Infinity Broadcasting, they're not going to stop us because they hate him too. So we have free reign here. The only thing he could do is fight back, and he's just not going to do it.
Smoke some grass, suck a cock. I'm going to laugh at that all day.
he smokes Kit Kat Club.
Is that what he said?
What were we tonight? Kit Kat Club, smoke some grass. I know what you did.
To the old days, we would do stuff like this.
Can't you just give us a warning?
And
Maybe.
And instead of fighting back, he'd go behind the scenes and make us shut up.
Right.
But now he's just got to take it.
If you're planning a road trip this weekend, it's time to take XM satellite radio along for the ride. XM gives you 100% commercial-free music. It's the ultimate playlist with channels for album rock, alternative, heavy metal, hip-hop, unsigned bands, blues, jazz. There's an XM channel
you got a
for
tail light
everyone in the
out?
family, including the biggest names in news, sports, talk, and comedy. All in digital quality sound for less than $10 a month. No wonder it's the most listened to satellite radio service.
No wonder.
The XM Roadie from Delphi can turn any radio into an XM radio. It's the smallest satellite radio ever, so it looks great on your dashboard.
He sounds like such a
A
fag.
free home kit, so you can connect XM to any home stereo. XM makes a great graduation or Father's Day gift. Check it out. Electronic stores, including Best Buy and Circuit City. Beyond AM, beyond FM, it's XM satellite radio.
Yeah. And that's like the most serious read I've ever heard him do.
He's working it.
Let me tell you about Snapple, Robin.
He's working it. He's selling it.
When I'm not drinking a Sea Breeze out in the Hamptons, Robin, I drink Snapple. Snapple.
You know you get a tail light out? License registration. It's our father's car. Huh? It's our dad. Yeah, can't you just let us go with a warning? Maybe. Where were you tonight? Kit Kat Club? Smoke some grass? Huh? I know what you did. Couple beautiful girls. How would your daddy feel if he knew you were out here driving his car? How would he feel about that? Look, you can't arrest us. Oh, no? How would your daddy feel if he had to come pick you up? Couple beautiful girls.
God damn.
That guy Colin Quinn.
They're very similar. Couple beautiful girls. You ever suck a cock? Don't talk back to me, I'll take you in. Women get raped every day. Now because this one wears a penguin suit, they put up a big reward. The church is a racket. Are you a Catholic? I'm a Catholic. I'm blessed. I've been dodging bullets since I was 15. This guy will blow up your fucking house with your family in it. Good. You'll be doing me a fucking favor. Good eyes, Daniels. 2-1 to Cal Daniels. Attaboy, good eyes. Good eyes, Daniels. Good eyes. Eyes, eyes, eyes. Who's gonna be okay? I cross movies there. Yeah. You nigga cocksucker! Bow, bow, whip, 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 whip.
Holy shit.
Who's gonna... Excuse me, are you a doctor? Then you admit that your medical opinion means nothing. Whose laugh is that?
Oh, Howard.
Howard.
I love when Is it Robin's laugh isolated?
Ugh. Now we can do whatever the hell we want.
Oh,
Thank
like
God
a
we're free.
Fucking nobody does Keitel. You know how happy that makes me?
That's awesome. Oh.
God, I can look.
If we could just get in touch with Joe, Joe will make it right. Look, you're shot in the gut. It hurts bad. But you don't die from your wounds. It takes days. You're going to wish you were dead. I like in Last Temptation of Christ when he doesn't get rid of his accent. Jesus, you asked me to betray you. I did this for you, you motherfucker! Honey, why does Judas have his cock out? I think Judas had a raw deal historically, and Pilate also. We'll talk about that when we come back. Opie and Anthony on XM Radio. We'll be back.
Rumor has it that Pontius Pilate, his wife was a big disciple of Jesus and didn't want him killed. That's just what I hear.
Pontius didn't want him killed. He tried to. Let's talk about it when we come back.
Okay, no, I know.
Tease it. Let's tease it.
Okay.
Well, no, Jimmy is taking us to commercial today.
Oh, go ahead, Jimmy.
All right,
Jimmy.
we're gonna do this thing when we get back, but first we got to
The very worst of the Opie and Anthony FU line.
I'd like to leave a big FU for that fucking Dragon Wagon. You know who you sound like? The drunk guy. Yeah, the drunk guy. That's me.
Yeah, this is a fuck you to Dragon Wagon, or Wagon Dragon, or whatever the fuck his name was. And I'm an over-the-road trucker, and I like Opie and Anthony, and so does every other fucking real trucker. You fucking pussy. Fuck you.
My landlord's a fucking hoe. God damn it, her husband stinks too. I gotta give the FU on to Dragon Wagon. You guys, it was so goddamn funny. Thanks, man. It really made my day.
Call the Opie and Anthony FU line at 1-866-FU line 1. 1-866-FU line 1. Well, fuck you very much.
Hey, this is Ozzy Osbourne. And you're listening to Opie and Anthony. Stay fucking tuned, because I'll come and fucking kill your favorite pet.
What do you say? Who knows? It's Ozzy. Can't understand a word he says.
Joe, go.
Yes.
Go.
Who is it?
Who do you think?
I don't know.
Joe from Cleveland, you're on the air.
Hi, Opie and Anthony?
Yes. See, sometimes you just got to
I was
start
wondering,
over.
did you guys piss off Neil Cavuto by not showing up on his show? Because every chance he gets, he's plugging Howard.
Neil Cavuto has been trying to get us to do a show for, I don't even know, since we got fired, I guess.
Really?
I did a show for the NFL alumni at the Super Bowl in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
And Kramer was there.
Really?
Which guy looks like Louis C.K.? Ludlow or Kramer?
Who's Kramer?
On Fox.
I thought you meant Kramer from Seinfeld.
Yeah, no, like Ludlow and Kramer. You know those two guys?
Yeah.
One of the guys looks like alarmingly like Louis C.K. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm not. Fuck. I know Louis.
I actually do.
You do know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
So I go to him, I go, hey, nice to meet you. I go, look, Ludlow's holding you back, man. He goes, we were just talking about that.
No way.
Wow. I swear to God. And then once I was I was like a fucking burrowing worm. I was like, yeah, you know what? He all he says is exposition. He never takes a stance. You're always out there on the wire, and every time you toss to him, he just throws out some exposition bullshit.
Yeah.
And he was standing next to Gene Hackman, and Gene Hackman's looking at me like, I know exactly what you're doing. Gene Hackman was cool, too.
You guys can meet Hackman? Do you know how fucking great that is? You know how great
I meet a great person every night, man.
I know.
Hey, we got to get Laszlo. We got to get Laszlo in here. He's falling asleep out there.
Laszlo in
yeah, Laszlo, wake up.
For what?
Laszlo.
For what?
Laszlo.
Did you eat those carrots?
Laszlo's joining
I
the
got
party.
no choice.
You called those carrots? God, suck his cock, you fucking queer.
Do what you got to do.
What are you, a cop?
I love that whole fucking table overthrown argument starts with,
Did you eat those carrots?
I got no choice.
And he's such a nudge. He's just pestering about overcooking the meat.
Yeah.
She's like, it's not ready yet. He's like, I just
No,
told you
more.
don't overcook
No,
it.
more. You break anything in there, I'm gonna kill you. Larry, who's an animal? Your mother's an animal. You son of a bitch. This guy just called me an animal.
Stop the whole neighborhood.
What a great movie. God damn.
Queer. That awful wife. Cigarette butt.
Yeah, the best. I love that moment when she goes,
Yeah, he sucked his... Your brother's cock is bigger than yours! And he goes,
you sucked my brother's cock? Like, that's like the pinnacle of acting. Just, rah, rah. You sucked my brother's cock? Like, really? Like.
I love when he goes. I love when he goes. Just tell me. Like he's trying to get her to confess that she fucked people, and he's like, just tell me. Like it'll be all right. This is awful attempt at psychology. Like, yeah, just tell me.
Yeah.
Like, she's gonna go, all right, he'll accept it.
Where'd you go tonight? Went to my sister's, saw a movie. What'd you see? Again? She's gonna fucking grab her by the head. Is that your car? Yeah.
Like that car.
For those of you that don't understand, you must
Don't
rent. No, you just rent it. So then they can play along at home.
I love when she goes, pig, selfish fool.
What?
You fat pig. Get your hands off me, you fat pig.
Selfish fool. She doesn't say selfish fool.
Oh, yes, she does.
Really?
When he's slapping her, she goes, what do you care anyway? He's just a fat pig, selfish fool. Fat pig, selfish fool.
The guy don't even want to fuck me. Shut up. He definitely fucked her.
Who?
Pesci, yeah? Think?
No, I don't think, and I think he's irrational thing, because Vicky really didn't do anything wrong, and fucking he's going, look, what do you let her wreck your life for? She's not doing anything. This fucking maniac is just beating the shit out of her. Her little Polish body, he's just pounding, and she did nothing wrong.
I think he fucked her, and here's why.
Why?
Here's a little symposium.
Ooh.
All right.
Ooh.
I always tell you the first time. I'm your brother. You ask me once, that's all. I always tell you the first time. He never tells me. He never answers the question.
What question?
Did you fuck my wife? What
Because
question?
he was so disgusted by it. That went over the line.
And how
Pesci.
mad he got when she was out with the guys was because she was cheating on him, too.
Disagree. I disagree. Even though it was based on his friend Pete, not Pesci. It was never his brother he had those problems with. It was his friend Pete.
I love Mickey Eyes. Hey, you made a lot of money off your brother. Probably more than him. He's a hell of a fighter. The Moulignans, they're all afraid to fight you. He's got a head of rock. He don't. What's with all the fast answers, Joey? Yeah. No, he likes you. He talks to you. I swear, Jesus Christ, come off the cross. He wouldn't give a fuck. He
doesn't respect anyone.
And no grudges. That's the important.
Ever see Raging Bull, Laszlo?
No.
You got to see that.
I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah,
evidently.
it's okay with me.
It's okay with me if it's okay with you.
You've never seen
Hugs is broken.
You've never seen Raging Bull?
No.
Oh, sorry.
They're trying to kill me.
This is good. This is the live production we're putting
This is
on
great.
of Raging Bull.
All right,
here
let's
in
start from the
studio.
top. Ready? In the ring is the thing. That's a horse. My kingdom for a horse. Haven't had a winner in 2 months.
6 months.
6 months? Mm-hmm. You just said you didn't know it, you dizzy fuck.
No, I didn't know the opening line. I know that, but I didn't know the...
You dizzy fuck.
And Anthony in Goodfellas
Yeah.
has 2 lines. Both lines are off camera, and both times Pesci almost kills him.
Really?
He goes, hey, Joey, you got it all wrong. He's a big boy, Anthony. Let him speak for himself. And then when he shoots Spider in the foot, he goes, he shot him in the foot. What do you want? I'm a good shot. How could you miss from this distance? You got a problem with it, did Anthony? No. 2 lines in the whole movie off camera.
Yeah.
Both times he almost gets fucking whacked.
Well, I
Two
know the
niggas
entire
just stole my
script from.
truck.
I know the entire script from Empire Strikes Back. Does that help?
Oh, you do?
Well, we used to, in trigonometry class or something. We'd
That
recite
makes
it.
perfect sense.
Right.
That makes
You have to
perfect sense for you.
Fight over who's going to be
Laszlo to me.
Princess Leia.
Hi,
Yeah, somebody
Laszlo.
explain Laszlo.
Wait, give
to
us
me.
some.
Laszlo's our resident tech head.
Yeah, give us some dialogue from Empire Strikes Back, though. Now I'm
Oh,
curious.
it's all gone now, dude.
Oh, okay.
The drugs have run
I
it
know
out.
one.
I knew it in high school.
Come to the dark side.
Yeah,
no,
something like that.
I won't.
Oh, God, Jimmy.
Dude, that movie is going to suck.
You think the last one here is going to suck?
Last 2 sucked.
Yeah, I know, but I
this
think...
looks a lot darker.
I
I saw the preview
hope,
last night.
I hope, and I think he took enough criticism from the first 2 to make the third one.
He doesn't give a fuck about
Right.
criticism.
I know
that
he
rich
doesn't.
asshole.
I know,
He'd
but-
shave his fucking beard if he had any
I'm
self-respect.
trying to think maybe he...
More Jar Jar Binks is what they need.
He figured it out a long time ago. It ain't about the movie. It's about the action figures and those fucking Burger King meals and all that
that's
shit.
where the big money
The
is.
preview looks good, though.
He
It looks
stinks.
darker.
Well, the preview looked good for episode
Yeah,
1,
that's
too.
a good
And then you
point.
got in the theater, and I was looking at my buddy like,
I had to sit
why
through-
are we here?
I had to sit through Fever Pitch last night.
Jar Jar Binks.
Why?
They didn't. There's nothing. That didn't look funny at all.
I went and saw Fever
They wanted
Pitch.
me to audition to play his friend. I'm like, you don't think I can act like I'm his friend?
Oh.
I gotta come in like with pages in my hand and go, what do you want to do? I say we go see the Sox. I don't know. We don't have money. We'll get money.
The weirdest part about that movie, it starts with Jimmy Fallon talking like he's from Boston, a heavy Boston accent. Within 5 minutes, he's like, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
And just talks like Jimmy Fallon.
You know who else blew an accent? I hate when they blow accent. Michelle Pfeiffer in a Dangerous, whatever.
Liaison?
Yeah, whatever that plot. You're right. And Malkovich in fucking the Nosferatu movie. Fucking lost his German accent.
Oh, he
I wanted to
did?
spit in his mouth. Yeah.
How about Rob Morrow in Quiz Show doing like the Boston accent, then Baltimore, then Florida?
That I don't remember. I remember the film. I don't remember that.
How about I was gonna fucking quote something that you quote all the time.
Whoa!
Laszlo, say something. Good career move. Get on radio and be quiet.
Laszlo does
you go,
show.
dude.
All right,
Laszlo, plug your show, man.
Oh, it's called the Technophile. It's a daily technology update. So I sort of travel around the world and
he was in Germany.
Figure out what's going on. Yeah, dude, Germany was a trip, man. I went to this like the biggest technology convention in the entire world.
Germany.
I
we
don't
will
get
make
it.
them lampshades.
It's really nuts.
What, are they making tanks and stuff over there?
What's the new machine over there? How to get gold teeth out quicker?
Dude, they are really cranky about still having troops in
Shower
town.
time.
Really?
There's still a lot of British troops. And like you throw a couple of pints into the Germans and they're like upset. They're like, it's like the whole
Get over it,
it's
you-
like, I know,
Yeah.
it's that whole like we didn't have slaves kind of thing. It's
Still
like,
have a wall down Main Street if it wasn't for the
That's like
Allies.
when South Africa got the World Cup, I think.
Yeah.
And they were on the short list, like three countries. I'm like, you know what? And they're like, look how far they've come as a country. I go, yeah, but you know what? A decade. I need a little more time than that to get fucking slavery out of my mouth. Like, yeah, nice job. That was mighty whitey to put down the slave. They had like all their police stuff was just designed for breaking up groups of black people.
Yeah.
Which is like giant tanks with hoses like sticking out. It's like, wow, that was really nice of you guys to stop apartheid. Let's reward them for not having slavery
for 10 years.
What a bunch of cocks.
Diplomatic immunity.
Yes, yes, has just been revoked.
Diplomatic immunity.
Has just been revoked.
I love that Danish one though. Oh, I like to lick her face.
Her face?
Yeah, just right there, right where her cheekbones are.
Oh, you're a weird guy. I like to
she's
lick her
very
ass.
pretty.
I got to get Laszlo up to speed here. When Jay Moore's in, it's an ADD show.
Yeah, I'm with you,
so
man.
Just
The
pop in when you can.
How many kids with ADD does it take to change a light bulb? You want to watch TV? I read that in Maxim.
That's good.
Now you can hear on Maxim.
Top 100 girls in the world. Okay.
Yeah.
My girlfriend not in it in FHM.
That
But
pissed you
fucking
off.
Maggie Gyllenhaal is in it, and Christina Aguilera. Like, it's a bunch of skanks.
That's how you know
Christina
you're doing
Aguilera's
well in
not,
life,
though.
by the way. That's how you know life is good. When you're like, how the fuck is my girl not in the top 100?
Not in there.
She's been in the top 20.
I know that, but I mean, just to even
I'm not
have
gonna
that
say 15,
thought.
make a big thing out of it, you know.
And when you say read Maxim, you don't read Maxim. It's like a PowerPoint show with like bullet points and boobies. Is basically
Yeah, there
what
isn't
it
like
is.
you don't read articles.
There's no
in
real
there. You're right.
articles
It's
in
like
there.
pictures,
It's-
little comments on
Right.
the pictures.
It's just quick.
He's going out
Right.
with Nikki Cox.
Excellent.
Just so you're up to speed here, there, Laszlo.
But
And Laszlo did the Oreo.
I'll throw her under a bus for Serena Williams, though.
Wow, really?
You really are into the Serena Williams business, aren't you? Because I heard it last time.
You might fuck stripper pussy, actress pussy, model pussy, but raise your hand if you've ever fucked championship pussy. The #1 ranked vagina in the world. It's in the fucking paper.
In the paper.
I've never
Number
fucked
one.
actress pussy. I've never fucked actress pussy. Or stripper pussy for free.
Fuck this.
Oh, that's excellent.
Jesus,
Remind
Jay.
me to get on that microphone again.
Yeah, right.
Who's coming in
using
next?
that mic?
You know,
I think Ben was using that.
Speaking of Howard, your studio is so much nicer
Oh,
than
really?
Howard's. Because I was at K-Rock, and I
Are you name dropping?
No, I just want to tell you that I went. That is the because you see it on TV and it looks like it looks fine.
Yeah.
I went in there, dumpiest studio I've ever seen.
Really?
And that weird like Negro fishbowl thing on the side. It's just the weirdest.
Negro fishbowl
Negro.
thing.
It's just weird.
It's like a monkey dunk tank.
And the separate water fountains they have over there. Jesus.
Oh, that is fucking funny.
Now you're in Germany. You're at this big tech show in Germany.
Right.
And you have the angry Germans.
And I actually hung out with the German military for a little bit.
You did?
Yes.
What's that like now?
Well,
how are they?
They're, they're a little beat down. But,
Are they? Do their uniforms look similar to the old World War II ones?
They've got the whole new... Yeah, they've lost the whole Star Wars thing,
did?
Oh,
that's a shame. What about the officers? They still got snappy, those big, long leather coats and stuff?
Last year when I was...
best-dressed army ever, World War II. Nazis.
They're trying to help us find Osama.
Are they?
Yes, and they had last year. They had these really cool remote control gas powered planes.
Yeah.
That they were the drones or whatever that they're kind of flying. I guess too many soldiers crashed them, so now they've switched to electric models that are flown by a laptop.
Really?
All you do is put the wings on the side, hold it up in the air, launch it, and the laptop flies it.
The laptop flies the thing. What do you pre-program in where it's got to go?
Yep.
And it goes there, takes its pictures, its video, and then flies back and lands without anybody flying the thing.
Right. And it won't do any kamikaze maneuvers supposedly.
No.
No.
And one of the German was this German soldiers?
Yep.
And one of them has to program in and just lets it go.
Yes, we program. It goes in a circle.
You don't fart near me.
What is he doing?
I saw Jay come behind me, and I get very nervous.
When people are, it's like a Monster Rain box of some sort.
It's an action figure.
Waste one, not into the mic.
Dude, will you do me a favor and get Ben a PDA or something? He calls me. You guys were in Boston last week.
Yeah.
He called it. Dude, man, it's crazy up here, Boston, crazy. Are you on the show next week? I'm like, I don't know. You're the producer.
Are you on the show? That's a good way for Ben to do that, though. He should call up every celebrity. Call up George Clooney. George, are you on the show?
Maybe I am.
Maybe I didn't know.
Ben rules with an iron flask.
And every time I talk to him, I'm like, do you have your calendar? I don't have my calendar in front of me. I'm like, that might be a helpful thing as a producer.
Get him.
I got him a Trio, and it took him 3 months to figure out how to turn the thing on. I think he's finally using it. I don't know.
Look, Ben, I'm having problems with the transportation. The flight's late. Hey, Mark Bruno.
Tom Brady. Let me tell you.
No, you're figuring out.
Guy was funny as hell. He could do anything.
Dude, while I was in
we did an hour on that yesterday, Jay. Yes.
What is it?
The midget story from yesterday. Jay is looking at the headline in the
best
Post.
headline.
Is that one of the best headlines ever?
He's wearing blue slippers.
I know. Wait, I didn't notice that. Did you hear what
the midget story?
Did you hear what this guy did? That's a lady, by the way. Did you hear what this guy did?
You said he. Yeah, they're both chicks.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
This guy painted a yellow line from their house into the street that went,
five houses
five
down.
houses, and then started singing hi-ho, hi-ho.
Yeah, follow the yellow brick road.
Telling them to follow the yellow brick road, just yelling at the little midgets.
But he didn't just paint it out their house to the street. He painted out their house to the street, and then 5 houses down. He had to keep going, shaking that spray paint can.
You would have.
Yeah, I mean, that's motivation.
We all would have.
That's motivation.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what?
All right, we got to get Rich Voss back on the air here. Rich?
Trying, you guys hang up on me or give me the silent treatment?
Sweetie, first of all, you were talking about bombing in an airport, which was not very smart.
Oh, I was outside, though.
Oh, that makes a big difference.
No
I forget all rules don't apply there. You're right.
Yeah, all right.
Hey, did your birth certificate come for your daughter?
She's delivering it now.
Okay.
So you're trying to get on the 11 o'clock flight to Atlantis, right?
Yeah, why?
No, we're just getting an update, you idiot. This is what we do on the show. We start storylines and we want to end them.
Did he say Atlanta or Atlantis?
Atlantis?
Yeah, I think you said the 11 o'clock flight to Atlantis.
Were you at the Atlantis you said on vacation?
Yeah.
Is it nice?
It's beautiful. It's unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't drink anymore. You got to find Ed the Coconut Man.
Why?
He makes him kill it. Well, it doesn't matter to you, so forget it. If
I did drink, do you think I would drink one of those little coconut drinks with an umbrella in it? If I drink shots. I'm a man.
I'll say.
But we're waiting. She picked up the birth certificate in Plainfield. I made a call.
What time is the ETA?
I made a call.
You like that? I didn't think anybody would grab that.
No.
What time is the arrival expected?
Big words for you today.
The arrival's at 4 o'clock
I want to take your hand and just start biting it.
Oh, Kelly's on the phone. Ask her what she's at.
This guy is flying all day.
Kelly?
Hello?
All day.
Hello?
It's nonstop.
Yeah.
Who's this? Kelly?
Is she at the airport now?
I thought he was talking to us.
No,
I'm talking to you guys. I'm having my kid talk to my ex-wife.
Well, where is she?
She's pulling into the airport.
You know the ex-wife did this to you on purpose. You know that,
Yep.
right? Everyone knows you need a birth certificate to leave the country.
What time?
Your ex-wife is still getting back at you.
What time's your show tonight?
Departing.
Departing.
Oh, she is the dumbest. And then I told her, she goes, well, I got to go to Plainfield and get a birth certificate, right, at 7:30. I said, be there at 9 o'clock, the first one when they open the doors at City Hall, right?
Right.
Yeah.
9 o'clock. She calls me 9 o'clock, 20 minutes away from where, well, I had to drop my other son off at daycare. Well, what's your priority? To get your two daughters to Nassau on a free vacation or get your little kid to the daycare? You know what I mean?
What's more important, a vacation or school?
It's daycare. It's not school, stupid. Okay? You ought to know. Well, whatever.
I think you're proving that school is more important.
You certainly are.
It sounds to me like what's more important, my kids or yours?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, when it's on here.
But, Rich, it didn't matter because you wouldn't have made that early flight anyway, so it did.
No, we would have made it if we would have had the birth certificate right from the beginning.
Nah, she never would have gotten there
The
by
birth-
9.
Say birth certificate again.
What's that?
What?
Safe birth.
But anyhow, she's going to be.
Wait, Rich.
What?
What did you say?
Huh?
What did she have to get from City Hall?
A birth certificate. You idiot. What we've been talking about.
But if she would have gotten it at 9, she still wouldn't have probably gotten there for a 10 o'clock flight to get you on.
No, but I don't want to miss the 11 o'clock flight and have to take the 1 o'clock flight.
No, look, dude, you're preaching to the choir. I'll suck your cock for an hour. I'm saying she's probably on her way.
Did Jay Moore leave the studio?
He's right here.
Yeah, he left.
He left?
Yep.
Was he trashing me? That's why you guys called?
Well, yeah. Well, no, he did okay radio for us. He's gone, and we figured, we'd get back to you and smooth things over with you.
He can't really trash anybody.
What?
Why?
Because he's got too much dirt on him.
Like what?
What? Well, hold on. Here, talk to Ellen.
Yo, what up?
Hi, Ellen. How are you?
Good, brother.
Which one of you girls didn't have your birth certificate?
What?
Who didn't have the birth certificate?
We lost it.
Oh.
Oh.
Are you annoyed at Dad?
No.
How old is this girl?
Does your daddy smoke too much?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh? Are you going to smoke?
You know he's using again, right?
What?
Does your dad ever rub behind his ear and make you smell?
Ew, yes. Or he tells me to pull his finger.
Is that what he calls it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he tuck you in at night?
No.
Any inappropriate kisses?
Is he
Here he is.
Yeah.
Hello?
How old is that girl?
Hi, sweetie.
12.
Oh, that's
Excellent.
the 12-year-old?
Right on the cusp of experience.
Boy, they're great at that age, ain't they? Golden Discovery's ahead of them.
So what happened? Did your birth certificate come?
I told her to come to departing. She drives downstairs to arriving.
Well, she's arriving at the airport.
That's true.
No, departing is where you drop people off.
No, it's...
That's really, that was
Yeah, it is open.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. That would have been a lot. That would have been really
That
funny.
was a joke.
I was with Anthony on that.
Well, what do you...
Damn it.
How bright do you...
That would have been great.
How long were you guys married, Rich?
Well, I'm arriving.
5 years.
5 years of marriage to Voss. How bright do you expect her to be?
5 years?
Yeah.
That's it?
5 years.
All she could take.
She ain't coming from Mensa.
Oh.
Is she here?
Well, listen. Wait, hold on. Where is she? Do you see her? Go get it, because I don't want to look at her.
Yeah.
No, my kids are mad because I'm talking about their mom like that.
Hey, dude, why can't Jay Moore trash anybody?
Why?
Yeah.
How much dirt do you think they have on Jay Moore?
I don't know.
I don't know.
What dirt? What dirt could we possibly have?
He's getting a divorce and he's banging a really hot chick. I mean,
right.
How bad could
really?
it be?
How many? I don't want to talk about him. The guy did help me out, so I'm not going to talk bad about him.
Why, you have bad things?
You have dirt on him?
Come with it.
You should tell us so when he's in next time we can hit him with it.
Well, when I'm in studio next, I will.
But Rich,
But
I can't. You know what? I'm not going to trash.
You have nothing on him.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
What do you have on? What do you have on
He's
him?
got nothing.
Come on, dude. You know how this show works.
He had a lot to say about you.
What's that?
He had a lot to say about you.
Yep.
No, he didn't.
I swear, dude. I just met the guy and he started talking about you.
What did he say?
That's
I don't need to get
Laszlo.
caught in the middle of this, dude. I'm here to talk about technology.
That's Laszlo, by the way.
Do you think Do you think they really canceled the last episode because they wanted to play Father of the Pride? Do you really think that's the reason?
What do you think the reason is? I don't know. I wasn't privy to the network discussion.
Yeah, you're a little more on the inside.
Why did they
Rich.
cancel the last episode of Last Comic Standing 3?
I would go because they didn't like the host.
So they waited to the last episode? Are you insane?
Yeah, look, the concert station our way.
Why didn't they like Jay?
When am I coming into studio? I'll come in next week.
Well, why, dude? You can't just leave us hanging.
Rich,
you're
what if
going
you're-
away for a while, and you're a big star. Who knows when you're gonna be on the show again?
Yeah.
Why didn't they like Jay Moore?
On the show again.
Why didn't they like Jay Moore?
I don't know. He might be sitting there right now, and you guys are setting me up. That's why I can't take that chance.
Dude, he's gone.
Yeah, you're brilliant, Voss. You idiot. Why?
It's
Why?
all been a clever ruse.
Hey,
The
listen,
first phone
first of
call,
all-
this, it's all been a setup.
Of course.
First of all, when you want information, you don't call a person an idiot.
Hey, look,
Okay?
I taught you about insider trading and information and how to get it.
Boss, but you can't leave us hanging. You know how this show works.
I know.
Why didn't they like Jay Moore as the host?
Well, a bunch of there's a lot of reasons.
This is not the Valachi papers. Can you just fucking give us the skinny? Why?
Jesus Christ,
Don't
Voss.
run over the phone to talk like that. It's better in person.
No, you teased it. Just give us something.
Pretend
now.
it's just me and you laying on pillows, just talking like we do. Nose to nose, eyes kind of half shut.
Are you on a cell phone?
I don't know you. Prank caller, prank caller.
Come on, Voss.
What? Nah,
You
I
could
can't
turn.
talk about.
You
Come
could
on,
turn.
boss.
You could turn around your whole appearance. People.
I can turn around my whole appearance.
Yeah, people will forget that you bombed all morning, and then they will talk about, oh my God, that little tidbit about Jay Moore.
People are used to me. All right, let me call you right back. We're going online to get our tickets. I'll call you right
come
back.
on.
I'm serious. I got to get my tickets. I'll call you
So
right
what?
back.
Talk right in front of the fucking bitch behind the counter.
No, we got to give him.
Tell her you're a big shot. Say I'm on the air, bitch. Now hurry up with that ticket.
I'll call you right back.
I love you.
He's blowing us off.
Of course he is.
Thought we had him.
Now I'm really curious. As
Yeah,
to why.
really? Why'd you get fired?
I just started talking like him for no reason. Now I'm really curious.
I don't think he has
I'll
any
call
dirt.
back.
I think Voss just said that. Like, yeah, there's some dirt on Jay. What is it?
I think he's been listening to Ant.
Ralph.
What did Ant say? Why would he trash you? You're the only one to give that hack a shot.
Cocksucker.
I don't know.
I don't mean to say Ant's a hack. I mean, just in case he's hosting something. Yuck.
All right, Laszlo.
San Francisco.
Gonna put more fatties in a scale.
Oh, that was the best show ever.
I was watching that.
The silhouettes of them passing the medicine ball in the opening credits.
Celebrity.
Biz Marquis.
Yeah.
I love Biz Marquis.
He loses
Ralphie
a lot more
May
weight.
in the pool was just the worst.
It looked like
sight
a lava
ever.
lamp. And Ralphie's excuse for when they go, okay, now you guys can pick anyone from your team to not be on the scale. Like, gee, is it going to be the Snapple lady or the guy that weighs 490? And they go,
Yeah.
Ralphie goes, it'll be me. I'm all swollen from traveling.
Swollen from traveling.
My ring don't even fit.
That's it.
Wow, where'd you fly in from? Neptune?
The best part of that show was Wendy Snapple going under hypnosis and saying she ate her whole life because her parents decided to have another kid.
Have another kid.
She was 2 years old. So
Yeah.
would you go down to the corner for chicken parmesan?
Right.
Wah, where's my stroller? I need a fucking pie. What a fat.
What do you think she ate? Kit Kat Club? Think she ate the Kit Kat Club?
Kit Kat Club, go beautiful girls.
Beautiful girls.
Someone listen to the replay and count how many subjects we
Oh my
we
God.
covered today on this ADD show.
2000.
All right, Laszlo.
Wow,
yeah.
Laszlo's.
I don't know how to segue into anything after
I
that.
know, right?
It's like,
What are you going to talk about technology?
nah.
You don't segue on the show. You just go.
Laszlo, technology's got to go 7 games.
What's that from?
The revenue money alone between Germany.
Lieutenant.
Dude, do you know who invented the MP3?
Yes, I do, actually.
Do you?
Yes.
Who?
Mark Perreno III.
It's Mark Perreno. It's a German.
A German guy invented the MP3.
I think there's another little motive
His
for
name?
Laszlo today. A lot of German speak.
Yeah.
What?
I know
This
the
was in
Germans
Germany.
are. You know the Germans are great.
pardon
Are you saying Hitler was good?
No.
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 I pardon you.
I pardon you.
I pardon
And
you.
he fires at him.
I actually know the name of the guy.
Do you?
Yes.
Who is it?
Joe, who cares?
I got a technology question for you
All right,
after.
go.
All right, guys. I fucking bought an iPod 5. This is why I hope I hope fucking Steve Jobs fucking cracks his tooth on a urinal. I hate Mac. Fucking hate Mac.
Did you get the faggy Bono iPod?
No, I certainly didn't.
There's nothing faggy
Of course
about Bono.
he does.
Ben's got it.
Take it back.
Of course
What
he
happened
does.
to your iPod, Jimmy?
Well, I got a good 40 gig one for a lot of songs, and I have Napster, so I put all my stuff in iTunes, which blows. It fucking blows.
Yeah.
And it won't take most of my WAV files because they're like Windows Media and they're protected, so it won't convert them to put them on my iPod. So how do I get the ones from Napster that are my fucking I paid for on Napster? How do I get them onto my faggot iPod?
You got to buy them again?
No.
I'm not buying.
No.
That's the deal.
Jesus.
I will not purchase them again.
You got to buy them again.
They're WAV files?
They're Windows Media, whatever they are, WMA.
Right.
As all the artists cry poverty, you got to buy them again.
No, you don't. There's free things that you can download that'll convert it.
But it won't.
Don't tell them that.
But it won't convert them because it keeps saying it's protected. It won't convert a protected file.
Nah, listen. There's enough hackers out there. There's a lot of free
Look,
software.
Steve's here to help you.
Steve doesn't know. I already
Steve,
fucking asked him.
Steve.
That program you sent me
Sergeant
Steve,
Program.
stinks.
What program?
It was some. I don't know. Some
Why don't you
link.
just have Steve do it?
Who's going to allow Steve to use their mic today, by the way?
Yeah, right over
use
here.
this one, Steve.
Dude, he's got... No, I don't mean it because of that.
Dude,
He's really sick. Jay grabbed the mic back really fast.
Jay farted on that
give
mic.
Him the no, you don't want the megaphone used either. Just yell from the background.
Just talk into a handheld.
Yeah, go ahead.
I did
Stop leaning on me, patient zero.
I spent 20 minutes on the phone with Jimmy telling him how to exactly do this, and I may actually have to come into Jimmy's house and do it for him.
How about I just bring my laptop to you? I don't want you fucking sneaking around in my house in your underwear. Your creepy bear body.
How did I get in my underwear?
I don't know. I can just picture you in your underwear and a pair of slippers.
I'll be happy to do it for you.
Lounging over, asking me to rub vitamin E oil on his stomach stapling scar. I'm trying to cut down on the scarring for the beach. Just rub a little bit of lotion on it.
Flame-colored boxers.
Tea tree oil.
So listen, seriously, George Michael, why?
George Michael.
It's a very popular beard now.
It is a popular. Of course, it's a popular beard.
Right. If you're given head in a bathroom in California.
Exactly. Wow. That beard looks perfect on the other end of a hole in between fucking toilet stalls. Feels just like a pussy, doesn't it?
I've noticed over the years Steve looks more and more like Robert Kelly.
Hey, yeah, I like that.
The chubby George Michael look.
Okay. Hey,
what do you say?
poor guy came in here to help with technology.
Now,
Wait, you accuse him of going to Glory Hole theme park?
Yeah. Can you, after the show, maybe on the QT...
Hey, why is Ben arguing with someone on a cell phone?
Who are you talking to?
His boss, he can't talk about any of that stuff, he said.
All right.
He's got a non-compete
You're not
clause.
going to get sued. What are they going to sue him for? His fucking his non-existent fingernails?
How big is the tumor behind his ear?
It is awful. The smell that comes from that thing,
it
really
is
amazing.
Brutal.
We took turns in a parking lot one day, and
I
swear to God, 3 out of 5 of us were dry heaving. 2 guys puked.
My belly
It was
button
hilarious.
stinks a little bit today. I got to be honest.
Oh,
I fucking
God,
arced one into it.
Stop it. Ah.
Between that and the smell coming, because Jay opened his Skull bottle, like that little thing, so that smell and my... Ooh, lovely. So is there something I could put on my computer which will convert them and put them in my fucking iPod? Because I'm ready to throw a 40 gig iPod out the window.
Did you go to even Yahoo or Google and just put convert Windows files for iPod?
Steve
Just something like that. And then you'll get 20 things that come up where you click and download a small program and it converts your
But
files.
I want a free one, and he gave me one.
They are free.
He gave me a link, and the fucking thing said we can't do it. It's protected. That fucking faggot program didn't have the balls to override the protection thing.
I would love to be on a fly on the wall while he's online trying to figure out his computer.
I know.
Dude, I'm
son of a bitch. Back to porn.
How many seconds? He just stands up and pisses on the keyboard. Fuck you.
It annoys me, because I bought this iPod. I'm like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of having a big laptop on the plane trying to listen to tunes. I figured the little iPod would be fantastic, and I just can't even make that work. Half my songs are on it, and half are languishing on my fucking computer, and it's frustrating me.
Languishing.
Now,
is it stolen music that you're trying to...
No!
Yes, you paid for it.
I paid. It's all of it from
Lazo,
Napster.
he told us off air it's all stolen.
I would tell you it's stolen. I believe me. No, it's not.
You can convert Windows media files, even protected ones, to go on your iPod.
Yes.
But how,
I've
man?
done
That's
it.
the fucking question.
Dude, I am happy to give you the program.
Okay,
yeah.
I have it.
People are like, why is everyone
Get his
laughing?
email address.
The reason is because Jim is sticking his really big gut out as he's trying to answer Anthony.
He put his hands on his hips, Superman style, and just stood there.
That's the regular guy look.
Yeah, the regular guy look.
How many times I got to pay for this fucking song?
Just pushing his cut out.
That's prodigious.
Are you a hands-on hip at the urinal guy as you pee?
No.
You ever see those guys?
Absolutely not.
Hips, not even a hand down there or nothing?
I'm always amazed by the guys whose piss comes out like the moment they arrive. Like the guy just shows up. It's like, how did you make it, horse? You're at a concert, the guy just rolls up, zip, blah. Like, it takes me a while to get it all rocking together.
Get that right. It's got to work its way through.
But that's because I have a narrow urethra. Bobby.
Some of these guys, they roll right up here.
They just drop it like it's hot.
They're the same ones that leave all that pubic hair all over the damn urinal. That drives me nuts.
This just in, no smoke. Thank you.
No smoke?
Oh, we're getting no smoke now.
Yeah, CNN is just showing a picture of the
chimney?
The chimney.
CNN.
Well, when they vote and don't have
smoke.
a pope, you see the black smoke comes out.
Are we all supposed to stare and wait
it's all the same shit.
Yeah. They need to hurry up and elect a pope so we can get around to going to Africa and telling AIDS-ridden communities not to use condoms.
There you go.
They wouldn't anyway. African men refuse to use condoms.
There's work to be done.
That's not about Catholicism.
And they don't eat the coochie.
Fucking tribal idiots. they catch things that make you shit out your own intestines. They don't care. They kiss the bodies. They know they have the Ebola with fucking Marcus and they go with the fucking a bone through their nose. They're awful. They started AIDS on purpose.
Say the whole thing again. It's like when you go to Kennedy Airport. Have you been to the international arrivals area at Kennedy Airport?
No, my health won't allow it.
All the Asians. Jesus Christ! All the Asians come off with those like gas masks.
Yeah, they're wearing like breathers, respirators.
It's weird. It's like a hospital wing opened up or something.
Well, they know better.
Well, it's because they're piled on top of each other.
The SARS over there.
And the Pope is conservative, granted. But what do people expect? He's the fucking Pope. He's not going to be liberal about it. Like, oh, well, yeah, go ahead, fuck your life partner in the ass, no problem.
Why would he be liberal about it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Didn't they just admit that the...
I mean, no doubt about it. Fucking R-inserting failure.
Didn't they just admit that the Earth is round, like 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah. Well, there's some of those tribes still out there. You know, they don't know about anything. They don't know about aircraft or iPods.
They don't know
from
nothing.
Savages.
Germans.
Germans.
Beautiful girls. Beautiful girls. Suck some cocks.
Smoke some grass.
That's not your money. That's my money. I'm a cop. Leave it on the Mets. Did I steer you wrong? Good. You owe me money. Fuck it, I'm in. All right, yeah, I'm in. I went to the stadium today and I saw Darryl Strawberry. And I looked him in his eyes. And he fucking told me he's saving it up for the big one. Gentlemen, it never could go any other way. Leave it on the Mets. Beautiful girls. That's my out. That's my out pitch. That's my change. My change up.
Chris Penn, of course. And more tech talk.
Ooh. Yeah. What else did you see in Germany?
Yeah.
Something cool.
Strip clubs.
Oh, German strip.
Any curb jumping?
No, curb jumping. I actually went to a strip club in Prague.
Prague.
Beautiful girls. Strip club.
Yeah.
Prague is
and they've all got those like rusty accents. Kit Kat Club.
What was the name of the strip club in Prague?
Oh shit, Gandolfini is choking up coffee. You all right over there? What's wrong with you? Nice.
What was the name of the strip club?
I don't even remember. I was too whacked on absinthe.
You were drinking absinthe?
Have you ever had that
What
shit?
the hell
No,
is that?
I heard about it.
It's fucking great, man.
Oh, dude, it is.
You know the absinthe?
Oh, yeah, Jim drinks it all the time.
There's a reason
Well, maybe
that
it's back in the day. I don't know.
No.
Back in the ye older days.
Have you ever had it?
Yeah,
This is the first
man.
time I ever had
Absolutely.
it.
What is it?
Isn't it illegal?
It's illegal in the United States.
Yeah, in the United States.
What is it?
It's
hard to get.
It's got thulone. It's got this like a hallucinogen in it.
Right.
And Van Gogh, they say like Van Gogh drank so much of it, it's maybe the reason he chopped his ear off.
Yeah.
Hemingway
Voss should drink it.
Hemingway
Chop
was
that
whacked
disgusting
on
smelling
it.
ear off.
I heard another Van Gogh wrote it, and then he went over to sign something for a Muslim. Like, I'm glad you like my play. Fucking savages. Haven't you ever heard of fucking peaceful disagreement? Awful religion. God almighty, what awful people.
What, Muslims?
No. Allahu Akbar. All right, we get it.
Now I know what he's talking about, finally.
That Van Gogh. There's another Van Gogh.
Camel fuckers. And don't get me wrong, by camel fuckers I mean Arabs.
Good point, Jay. Good point.
All right,
you guys say what you want. Fucking Jay Moore tells it like it is. That's why I like it.
You know, I think I'm going to join you up here.
Yeah, what's the deal with Jimmy likes to stand?
I always have done that.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I sit, but I just feel more. I guess because, you know.
I like the plie you got working next to your ball bag.
Yeah,
Jimmy's got his foot up on the console like half a
His
fag.
cock.
Yeah, so what? What's wrong with that?
Were you rubbing that? There used to be a girl in school. Her name was Jolie. Back in 6th grade.
Pretty girl?
And no, she was like, she was fat, and she was the one everyone just goofed on, mocked, and never left her alone for a minute. And
Jolie, huh?
Jolie. And she would sit on her foot and rock back and forth during the class.
Rub one out?
Yeah,
beautiful girl,
totally
rub
rubbing one out.
Make a pussy all wet? All wet? Get the pussy all wet?
Rubbed one out.
Dream
and everyone
about
would look at
sucking
her,
a cock?
point and laugh.
What are you doing, rub? What grade was this?
It was 6th grade.
6th grade? Little
Yeah.
bush? Get a little fucking bush?
Little nothing.
Little fat girl with your big bush?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's the problem with the obesity epidemic these days.
Yeah. Who asked you?
The teen girls. Me? The teen girls aren't as hot as they used to be because they got guts.
Well, go to some of the schools.
Yeah, there's
couple
walk
beautiful
around
girls.
the schools
Laszlo, be honest
around
with
the
you,
time they're getting
girls.
off in a trench coat. Cruise by the schools slowly
Maybe you
at
didn't
night
see
with your
25th
tinted
hour.
windows.
Rosario Dawson.
I'm not
Oh,
saying,
that's around
no.
with that fucking
I'm
Catholic
just
girl
saying.
outfit. Maybe you didn't see 25th hour, the Spike Lee joint. Now I'm doing Colin by accident. So now I'll just keep going. Maybe you didn't see 25th hour with Rosario Dawson in that little Catholic school outfit. Her name was Naturel. Oh, my God. I made a mess. She's a beautiful girl, Rosario Dawson. Now she's on the cover of like every magazine. Like, look at me, I'm Puerto Rican, I have a brown toe. My toe is inauthentic. Folks, don't look at the suit. It's distracting. Anyway, I should have worn my denim shirt. Like some kind of, reject from like Chess King up here.
No, nothing.
Nothing? It doesn't matter. Wow. Bombing horribly. That's good. That's nice. Tough crowd. Let's take the chairs away. It was a brilliant move by our producers.
Oh, my God, right?
That was Kyle's move.
What?
That was Kyle's idea.
Why did Colin think...
He just wanted to try something different. It didn't work.
Taking the chairs away.
He wanted to try something different, and the producers were ones fighting to put it back. Kyle was exec producer, so I mean, he had the ultimate say, but they were going nuts. Network hated
I guess they had the last laugh.
They certainly did.
Why did they can't? That show must have cost nothing to me.
This is what Doug Herzog. Doug Herzog.
Now you set him off.
No, Doug's not bad for Comedy Central. Hope he fucking falls on a flight of steps, and his mouth just falls on a cock. You stink, Doug.
Yeah. Don't buy my shows when you work at USA. How would you not buy my show? I go in there to pitch Doug a show, and he goes, well, no, we don't want to do that. Well, what the fuck am I in here pitching your shows for, cock? You brought me in here to pitch your shows. It's fucking USA. Buy something and stop showing me fucking reruns of a movie.
I'll tell you what.
See, I don't fake it. You caught me looking. I'm looking outside corner. You got me. I never took the bat off my shoulder. I don't give a fuck. Ricky can't hit that. I'm like Ricky Henderson.
They took it off the air because fucking they didn't like the point of view we were coming from.
What, that blacks steal and don't tip? And they're late?
Hey, anything that, you know how it is, man. You fuck with the ideology of the left and they're going to fucking yank you off the air, and that was what happened. And if you can say I'm paranoid, but I got the notes. Don't talk about race. Don't talk about politics.
Why did I get
don't
the
talk about
bell?
domestic violence.
Why did I get the bell on blacks are late and don't tip?
Because it's kind of a all-encompassing stereotype. That,
Stereotypes are true. Irish people drink. That's why me and Jimmy are sober.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. See?
All right? Mm-hmm. Jews, well, I'm not that dumb.
Jews help people.
Right.
They help people.
Right. They're making inroads into Hollywood. They are.
Yes.
They're doing it right for themselves. Couple beautiful Jews.
essential to the war effort.
Couple beautiful Jews.
One-arm shoveling motherfucker.
Your boyfriend circumcised? Couple beautiful girls? Couple beautiful Jews.
That's, I could give back the bell, the black thing, the bell.
Black people don't tip. When I was a waiter and a black couple would come in, we would fight over who would have to take the black.
Really?
They'd run you ragged. Let me get a strawberry virgin colada. Lemon. Bitch, I ain't through. Lemon. I need lemon, 2 lemon, but the peel, not the whole lemon. And ice, a cup of ice. Whoa, hey, whoa. There's only 4 meatballs in the meatball soup. Well, it's a cup. God damn. And then, like, at the end, it's like a $200 check, and the guy hands you like a $5 bill, like, hey, man, that's for you. Thank you for everything.
You tell Ty Webb I'm gunning for him. That's
like,
for you, dude.
Thanks for the tip, Clyde.
The best is, like, on the 5th of the month when the welfare checks drop.
Oh, no, that's a bell. No, that's a bell. That's a bell.
I'm serious.
What's up, man?
This is the whole Nazi agenda.
There's what?
You sound a little taller on radio.
You're not a bad-looking man,
All I'm
Laszlo.
saying is I worked at a pizza place in the
You're
ghetto.
a handsome man, Laszlo.
I get out of here and I'm going to come see you have some fun. Shit.
That's fascism, man.
So the welfare checks drop.
Oh, when the eagle shits. And
when the eagle shits.
Right,
That's what they call it?
Right. When trickle down. Yeah. I worked at this pizza place called Godfather's Pizza in Oklahoma City. And, dude, when that welfare check hit, we were ducking. Because they would come in, and we had a buffet, and white and black, and just ravage the place.
He has to say that.
Yeah. Bugging out, ever complaining that there was no black pictures on the wall?
You want Italians on the wall? Open your own pizzeria. You could put your aunts, your father, you could put your fucking uncles. But in Sal's, it's Italian-Americans only.
20 D-cell batteries.
Rarely do I see Italian motherfuckers eating in this thing.
Are you starting trouble? Are you a troublemaker? I got your boycott right here, swinging. Pop, pop, pop. Are you a troublemaker? What freedom? There's no fucking free here. I'm the boss. That's freedom. There's a pizza. Make a fucking delivery. That's free.
What was his name in that?
You niggas are disturbing me! When you come to Sounds, there's no music, no rap, no music, no music.
Who was Spike Lee in that? What was the name? I can't remember his name.
Mookie.
Mookie with the boob and the ice cube or whatever.
I haven't seen that in years.
I just saw that. It's one of the best comedies ever. No, that's a great movie.
English. Speak English. Spike Lee was a funny dude,
It's bad enough you named him Hector.
Get a fucking life, Mookie.
To the curb, Trump change bomb. Sal, if you want me to go any faster, you gotta just give me more time, because you must have a guilty conscience. I love John Turturro. My friends, they mock me. They say, go serve pizza to the movies. Do they put food on your table, Pino? Do they put clothes on your back? They're not your friends. These kids grew up on my food. I'm proud of them. All right, 4 slices and I'm out of here.
God, how do you remember all that?
No kidding.
It really is.
I don't know my mother's birthday, and that's it.
Encyclopedia.
Jay, it's scary.
Let's do the right thing.
You got to get a
but
you got to get a picture of these two. They're both standing in the same uniform style.
Just two men standing up.
But I want to do the gut-out guy like Jimmy. A couple beautiful girls.
Right.
But you can't. You don't
with
need
their
to.
heel and their crotch.
With my gut and your talent.
Hey, so Laszlo, what were we talking about?
What happened?
What's the absence thing or whatever?
Laszlo, you're kind of dull.
Absent?
Dude, it's hard to get a word in edgewise when you're doing like Hollywood Remade over
Chris
there.
Penn? Would Chris Penn like him?
I don't even know who this fucking Laszlo guy is, but all I know is we've been talking technology for the better part of a fucking hour. Thank God Tom Sizemore's alive, because then otherwise people would think I was the craziest fucking Hollywood. This guy fucking sat down, and the first thing he said was fucking technology this, technology that. And I don't care how mad you are at me, that's not half as mad as Daddy's got.
I don't want to say all the same shit I said last time I was on.
It's so funny.
That's
That's
good.
hilarious.
And we got a whole new audience, Jay, so you should.
Jim from Taxi, what would he say? Oh, God.
You know. You watch, I love it when you're talking about Bravo, Columbo, all his crimes are so high end.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of my symphony.
All the high-end crimes,
Yeah,
It's never just some drag off the street. It's always the composer.
I'm scoring my film, Lieutenant.
I just can't figure out how the footprints got by the window outside your bedroom.
Oh, I was gardening earlier in the day.
Well, it's quite simple, Lieutenant. What happened here was... And then they proceeded to just hang themselves.
I was pruning my roses, and I must not have...
Oh, you know what? You're right. That must be
That's what it is. That's all I want to do is tie up these
Of
little
course.
sacks.
And they're beautiful roses.
I used to do a bit, and I felt so hacky doing it because it was a Columbo impression.
Yeah.
But it was like it was sort of not hacky because it was now. Like if it was 1989, it'd be like, ugh.
Everyone's
it was
doing
him
them, yeah.
doing him bringing in Al Qaeda like
Box cutters. You know, I got a box cutter at home, but I never thought about bringing it on an airplane. Ain't that something?
It sucks.
It's not a bad bit.
I know, but you got to do Columbo.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, "What's Columbo?"
Oh, he's doing the impression.
I don't do Columbo. I just do the people, the criminals.
The criminals?
Yeah. Like, remember that one episode where the guy was like, "No, my wife just came into the garage and leaned over, and a blonde hair fell in the boat."
You know what? That must be it. Why would a man go fishing on Christmas Eve? I can't figure it out. So he took
He crashed the
tape
plane
in
into the
car.
building? Really? You know, I crashed my car just last week.
There have been times I wanted to push the missus out of a boat myself. Mrs. Columbo can be quite fucking annoying.
So you think the bloated woman aborted the baby?
What?
I was trying to. I turned into fucking Otto all of a sudden.
Do you think stupid David Letterman stupid?
Who gives a shit? Laszlo, what was the name of the strip club in Prague?
Dude, I'm telling you, I was so full of absinthe, I don't even remember.
Did they suck your cock?
No, I nearly got thrown out, though.
For what?
Because
Rocco Siffredi can fuck girls in the streets and you get thrown out of a strip club.
Were you behaving like a fat pig, selfish fool?
I was behaving like a fat pig American.
Where did you get the absinthe? Know it all?
Dude, you can buy shots of it all over Prague.
How many shots do you do before
I did
you're
two.
totally gone?
I did two.
And you're just gone.
And I was pretty blotto. Well, I was also
Yeah.
eating hash, but that's a...
Jesus, dude.
Eating hash.
Might want to slow down a little bit.
Nice.
It's the reason I almost got thrown out of the strip club. Because they've got all these, like, rusky accents, and they come up with, "You want the privet dance?" And I'm like, moose and squirrel, and...
Oh, you start making fun of them?
Yeah.
What is it with the Russian chicks now, or all dancers? Russian chicks now, you can't go into a topless place without, "Yes, you pay me the money, I will
Nikita
dance
Denise,
for
ever
you."
see her?
It's so, ugh.
Yeah, you have.
It is
No.
the unsexiest
Porn
accent ever.
I don't
They're
know.
all
I agree.
Russian broads.
I disagree.
Hate it.
Well, because their economy's kind of in the toilet, dude.
I like
They
that.
need-
Sounds like poverty. I like that.
Right.
Anything that sounds broke.
Right.
Yeah, but they got the attitude though.
Yeah, they got that attitude.
Right.
We
I'll
the
tell you
best.
attitude. Somebody's got a real attitude because suddenly I'm the only guy with my foot up on the console.
No, I stood like this. I felt I wanted to lean forward a little bit.
Yeah, but you know, if I'm going to copy you, we should have some sort of
Well, we'll
unity,
just do
like
like
synchronized something. Well, I can't bend my legs like Mike Dinacola at a dance recital over here.
I haven't seen Dino in a while. How is he?
No one has.
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh,
where's he been?
No, it's literally like no. I don't know.
I thought that was a jab at his career.
No, I like
No?
Dino. He's a good
Yeah.
guy.
I
just
love
have
Dino.
No
Is he
one's-
still doing comedy? Or is
I
he...
have no idea what's going on.
Hasn't contacted the show to get on either.
No, not at all.
Laszlo, strip club. What the fuck
Right,
is
Russian-
going on? You tell a
Russian.
story like a guy that doesn't tell a story well.
Russians.
You tell a story
Again.
like you take it in the ass.
Why did
Oh.
he come to Cleveland for you to get beat by Moulignan, Laszlo?
I
Why?
don't-
Why? You want to
movie's
win and
that
fight
from?
him?
Yeah.
Oh, who's got this stuffed teddy bear convention
got you
at
by
the
the
10-year
balls,
anniversary
you
of
gotta
the
knock it
Oklahoma
out.
City bombing?
Don't tell
What?
the story
I
anymore.
just tried plowing through
4
somebody
pounds.
talking.
Keep working.
I tried
Everyone's just
plowing
talking
through
at the
it.
same time.
Right.
Liver.
Slow down.
No
I tried
more.
It's like when you see
plowing
that
through
porn
it.
and they've got a teddy bear. That just creeps
Yeah.
me out when the chick's got the teddy bear.
And
in it.
yeah, I agree. And
hot.
snakes and sand bother me too.
Sand.
Yeah, like when they fuck on the beach and they got all sand all over them.
When
It's
he's
like,
in
yeah,
Iraq.
that's hot. I gotta pick grains out of my mule and wonder if I have a disease and it's just sand. Because sand's so clean these days. At the Atlantis it is. I got
wash
a flight.
the
He said he had
sand
a-
every morning.
He said he had a flight to the Atlantis.
To the Atlantis,
The
yeah.
lost city. That's where he's
I'm
flying.
going to the
That's what I was
lost
getting at.
city.
I'm flying to the lost city.
He's gonna meet Aquaman there.
Aquaman. You know, he's not a bad guy.
Right.
In the Ray tank.
This show is
Jay Moore
just
was
a mess now.
found guilty of rape on 4 counts. That's why they canceled the show.
All right, Laszlo. Yes. Strip
Didn't you hear
club,
Bonnie
right.
bombing on Jake on Howard?
Strip club.
They don't.
Absent.
You don't give the dollar bills to the chicks there.
No.
What do you
Nobody
do?
talks. I'm telling you, it's fucking weird.
How do they get the money?
They come over after they're done dancing, and they take you upstairs and bang you.
And have sex with
It's
them.
And
a-
you
it's-
get thrown out of that?
It's a,
What do you have to do
Tell
to
her to get a
thrown
fat
out?
ass out of the bathroom.
Lop
Why?
off
You
their
met
heads?
dude, I'm sorry, but a chick with a Russian accent who's wearing like a cowboy outfit with plastic guns.
I
going,
am cowboy.
I'm cowboy. I'm like,
I am cowboy.
I'm
So
cowboy.
far, so
You're
good.
about to
Yeah.
sex upstairs?
We'll make the fuck.
Right.
You said no to sex upstairs?
Berserker.
I did.
Would you like to make the fuck berserker?
I did.
You're married?
I said, yeah, because I'm married.
What's wrong with you?
I know it's a different continent
Ugh.
and a different legal system.
It's not
What a-
cheating if there's money involved.
What a
That's
zilch.
acceptable. Yeah.
Sorry.
So
I
you
can't
didn't
believe
go
we're looking
upstairs.
at a live shot of a smokestack.
I know. It's
Still
just-
no smoke.
I hope it comes out like red. some weird color, and everyone scratches their head, and all the talking heads are like, we haven't seen that color in over 100 years.
So black means they haven't made a decision, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a really
No, white.
No, black came out yesterday.
Black means bad.
Yeah,
white means good.
white means they made a decision.
They fucked up the smoke yesterday. It started white, and then it turned to black. Everyone's like, yay! Oh.
Just a bit
outside. Long.
What do they have, like? They have, like, Vatican road flares or something that they light off?
That's what I don't know. What are they putting in there to make...
we got smoke.
We got smoke. It
No,
looks white.
that's from yesterday. The live feed's on the right.
Oh.
See, look, it's white.
We're watching
that's the
reruns
instant
of a
replay.
smokestack.
Right. It's white, and everyone goes ape shit in the
it's
streets.
It's a little pink, actually.
Just the fact they
We're
have to
talking
have
about how
that-
the smoke was pink yesterday.
Right.
They have to have that fucking thing live.
And they've
The
all got
media
sparklers.
stinks.
Yeah.
Dude, can I try to jump in here for a
candles
second?
out of
Come on, Opie.
Anyone else
fountain.
notice this?
Opie's talking.
Anyone else knows there's a crazy split screen here? They got Oklahoma City bombing on the left, and we're hoping for smoke on the right.
A smokestack on the right, and Oklahoma City bombing coverage
On the left.
Do you ever notice you have... Oh, okay, you don't.
Which
I
they
thought-
were all in
I
that
thought you had both TVs on the same channel, and I was going to
No, we
have
usually do.
fun with you.
I don't think today's the day that you should be hoping for smoke. Is the point
smokes.
I'm-
Oh, is that what you're getting at?
Yeah. Well, you know,
they had enough smoke in their
Well,
lives.
they got the Oklahoma City thing on the
I don't know.
left, and then we're hoping for smoke on the right. It's a little twisted.
What do you think they're all saying to each other right now and there? I'll let you be Pope if.
Right.
I want Mets tickets.
Yeah, they're making deals.
John Paul got to go to Shea. Why can't I go to Shea?
Wheeling and dealing. What the hell site are you on?
What are you looking
Eric.
at, Hawk?
Eric's looking at.
He was talking about.
Oh.
What was I talking about?
What? QMOV.com?
One of the Germany clubs. Yeah,
No, this wasn't in
you
Germany.
see pictures
You
of
don't know
people
it? No.
fucking.
Yeah,
No,
but
I did go to a goth club in Germany.
A goth club?
Yeah, dude, goth chicks are fucked
goth
up.
chicks.
They're so weird, dude.
What's this kid's name?
Their black lips. They look
Eric.
dead.
No,
All right,
yeah.
ring
Go to
chick.
QMOV.com.
Piercings all over.
It'll
They
be
say-
Jimmy's
I know.
favorite.
All I want is a nice, pure girl with a meat vagina that could just as easily fit onto a brontosaurus.
And a
Is that
credit
too
card
much to ask?
machine in her stomach.
No, just a nice girl with just a meat box.
You like a meat
I really do. I don't want her legs to be able to close all the way.
If she
so
jumps down the
obscene.
steps, I want it to look like a bat's in front of her.
All right, let's take
It's
a
like
break.
an Arby's roast
We have
beef
to
sandwich.
regroup up. This is a little nutty.
All right, why don't you go to commercial, Jimmy?
All right, guys. You're here listening to the show today, and we have to
Oh. You know, I'm starting to get hot. Oh. You know, I'm starting to get hot. Oh, no, I'm going to give up my virginity. I'm a sport. Maybe take a little cock right into my mouth. It must hurt. Maybe take it in the rear. Maybe bang me up the ass. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. She's a freak. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna be facing the wall. What do you want me to do? I've always wanted a juicy cock. Put it between the boobs. I'm into the TFing. Put it between the boobs. Put it in the pits. Put it in the pits. My favorite oral treat. My favorite eating cock. I'm hungry for a big, fat, juicy cock. After I whack your bag, whack your bag, whack your bag, whack your bag. Shoot your big wad of cum right into my mouth. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. Oh, God. After I suck you up, I want you to bang me up the ass. I'm hungry for a hard male cock. Stick your huge cock in my tight ass. That's scaring me. I take it in the rear. I'm a freak. That's what I was taught. I got a big juicy cock from Ben the other day. Oh, I like the banana. Oh, God. I like the banana. I'm a freak. I enjoy having sex with a guy. I enjoy cum in my mouth. I enjoy cock between the boobs. I enjoy cock in my tight ass. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. She's a freak.
And Anthony Show.
XM 202.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
right, we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. What a mess today, but having a lot of fun. Our old pal Jay Moore in studio for the first time.
Hi, Bubby.
And, man, once again, just giving us great radio. We call it ADD radio, but it's great radio. And I don't know, the New York Post just sent us about 20 copies of the paper that you and I are featured in, as far as the big advertising they did.
Yes.
XM did on the back page, on the sports section. We're like I don't know, it's like an eighth of the back page is our characters saying Opie and Anthony are back only on XM. So they gave us 20 copies of the paper.
And then there's an ad for
I'm sorry.
There's an ad for Peter Jackson's new movie King Kong above the ad.
Wow, Jesus,
what?
dude.
Oh no, sorry. I thought that was also an ad for.
And by the way, because Jay's too shy to mention this, April 29th, 30th, I will be performing in Boston at the Comedy Connection.
Oh,
yes.
I retired from the club.
Did you really retire from any club performances?
Stand-up.
What are you doing, theaters?
No.
What are you doing?
When I do theaters, nobody shows up.
What are you doing as far as your stand-up?
Nothing.
Are you kidding?
You sell out all clubs.
Yeah, but I can't do it anymore. It's too much.
Why? You have fun.
Because I don't love it anymore.
You don't?
And I always promised myself I wouldn't be one of those guys that stand up there and mail it in, and now I never will.
You're too busy with Nicky
so now,
Cox. That's the
now
reason.
I'll do corporate shows and like a college here and there.
Is that what
I
you'll
can't
do?
do like fucking 6 shows a weekend, and I get anxiety, like almost like a panic, and I'm medicated for panic. It's all in my book, Gasping for Airtime, the LA Times bestseller, 2 years in the trenches of Saturday Night Live. But like I'll stand on stage and 8 minutes in, I'm having a panic attack. It's like, why don't you guys fucking talk? I've been talking for 20 minutes. I'm not even halfway done.
What exactly is it? I get these weird things. Like, I'm not afraid of bombing. I'm afraid I'm going to pass out or I'm not going to be able to breathe. I have these weird health fears.
Yeah.
That's how my fear is
I want to
channeled.
be able to escape.
Yeah, I can't. I'm stuck
It's like keep the middle in the room in case I have to walk off.
Yeah.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
I feel like someone's pushing on my throat.
I have to throw up. I can't breathe.
It's like, fuck it, you guys fucking talk. I've been talking nonstop, and I've heard this shit a billion times, and I hate it. I don't have any new shit.
And the
They're all
best,
paid.
best commercial ever, Caveman, Geico.
Oh yeah.
That is not cool, man. You don't
So simple, even a caveman could do it.
And the boom guy's a caveman. He goes, that is not cool, man. Not cool.
Walks off the set.
Come on, Jim, you fuck.
Hey, Jay,
Jim doesn't watch television.
Jay, focus for a second.
Right.
I read your book, and I really did like it a lot. But I was surprised you didn't talk about the NyQuil thing. That would have made.
I wasn't doing it then.
What do you mean?
I didn't do NyQuil until afterwards.
Yeah, but I thought you would add it in the books. No? Is there gonna be like a
It was during the time when he was on SNL, right?
No, who's whispering?
No, I mean that
No
was.
one. What's wrong?
I didn't do NyQuil till after.
Why do you think people are whispering on you? That's weird.
I did NyQuil like 4 or 5 years ago when I was up in Calgary.
Was this only about the book? I haven't read it.
It's only about your time with SNL.
I'm talking about SNL.
Yeah, that's why I didn't have the.
I wasn't doing. I was drinking beer then. I was a full-on fucking
Real
drunk.
drinker.
I wasn't like
Oh, I didn't know
sneaking
there was a timeline with the book.
It starts getting
But-
Saturday Night
No,
Live.
I understand that,
and
but
it ends not
Okay.
going back to
So the
Saturday
next-
Night Live.
So maybe the next book, NyQuil.
So you didn't read the book?
I swear to God, I read the book.
I read your book. I didn't realize it was a timeline.
No, I knew it was a lot about the SNL, but I'm thinking there was more stuff involved.
You're killing everyone around you, Leon.
Yeah. He says to me, read the book, you fat pig.
Wow, man. All right.
Jesus, awful phone ring.
What the hell is that?
Oh my God!
Well, that's someone calling you when you're fucking being questioned by Al Zarqawi and have that fucking thing go.
Hey, you guys, Frenchie's on the line. Got to say hi to Frenchie. You see the Hustler magazine, Jay?
I love it.
That's
I want
Taylor Law, by the way. That girl.
I think that
I want to see a picture of the girl that was Cherry Darts that was one of
that banged the intern and not Norton.
Oh God, don't you hate?
You know what? You should have slapped her in her face, and she would have went, "Sorry, Dad."
And after this, can you remind me just to trash Philly women?
Oh,
How
again?
you are all a waste of time.
You call
I
them
agree.
cock teasers.
The worst.
When you said that, I was in my car listening, and I was very happy you said that.
The worst.
If you want to get some real head, you get your ass to Tampa. They'll suck your dick. They don't fuck around in Tampa.
I never had Tampa pussy.
I had so many blowjobs in Tampa. I had to stand up during morning radio Friday from 3 blowjobs Thursday. Just from fists pounding on my little ball bag.
Well, I can only judge by O&A markets where good blowjobs are. I don't know what head is like in Wisconsin, but I can tell you one thing: fucking every girl in Boston fucks. Boston rules.
Good.
Boston rules. Cleveland is phenomenal. Philadelphia, the amazing fans, but the girls, every one of you is a time-wasting cock tease.
Fucking bitches.
Every one of you.
Do their
Stupid
accent when they're
girls.
talking to you.
Hey, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to come out and have some water. I mean, I didn't want to go home with you. Yuck! I didn't want to put that in my mouth. Yuck!
It just has never worked out for you.
It fucking never works out.
Wow.
All talk, no action.
Why did the Boston Herald send us like 20 copies of the paper? What's in here that we're supposed to find?
Oh, right there, dude.
I've gone through it twice. What the hell? Why?
Oh, Jimmy, look
Did a
at
note
this.
come with this?
Said enjoy.
Said enjoy what? Enjoy what?
Enjoy their paper.
It's 20
Enjoy their
copies.
publication.
Dude, it's 20
Ugh.
copies of an old paper, so I'm thinking there's something in here about us. I can't find it. Anyway, yeah, Hustler Magazine comes out, I think, next week. We're in the July issue, 2005, of course.
I just had it. Now I can't find it. Now I'm stuck looking at naked girls. It's awful.
Hustler was a great magazine to accidentally stumble upon when you were a kid. Because getting Playboy was cool, and Penthouse was better than Playboy. But getting your hands on a Hustler back then, oh, man.
That was gold.
That was gold. The holy grail. When you walking through the woods, you kick over a pile of leaves and just see that colored print underneath and go, what the? Oh, someone's stash. Just jacking like a monkey for hours on end.
What's in the Herald that we're supposed to find, Ben?
Best cartoon.
Huh?
Best cartoons, by the way.
Yeah.
Hustler cartoons. Playboy cartoons stink. They try to be political.
Classy.
Oh, look, it's an elephant. Republicans. You fucking stink. But I'll tell you, Hustler cartoons are hilarious.
Yeah. Big throbbing cocks splitting girls in half.
I saw one funny one with
I'm sorry,
Superman
what?
sitting there, and his dick is out, and there's a headless chick kneeling, and there's a load dripping out of her mouth, and her head is blasted against the fucking ceiling. Oh, those cartoons always made me laugh.
Hey, Ben is telling
Blew her
us.
head off.
Ben is telling us we really should go to Frenchie.
Oh, stop the presses. Phone call.
It says that Jay is my bitch. Frenchie.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Hello, guys. What's up?
What's up?
How you doing?
Good.
How you doing, Jay?
I'm sorry, what? How many Frenchmen does it take to defend Paris?
20.
It's not known.
All right, here we go. Let's get rolling. I have my laughing hat on, ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm ready too.
For what?
For what, soap?
Yeah, your ass, you fuck.
Why is Jay your bitch?
Because he's an ass, man. He comes and eats at my place and then he trashes me. Like,
Dude, it's not your place. You cook for this
He
guy.
doesn't even cook. All right, now you got me. Good, you got me. You happy, you French faggot? You fucking zero, you little tight, dude, you little tight bikini underwear, baby blue underwear fag.
Dude, we've all been to Frenchie's place. The food is excellent.
He's a waiter.
But the guy,
he's Eric Roberts.
The guy.
Wow. We were slaves in there, Charlie. What are you worried about your suit for, Frenchie? You ain't got no job to wear it to, man. That's right, because you stole.
What?
What? Start over. Wait. Frenchie, start over.
Start over. Everyone was talking over.
Wait, what? Frenchie, what? Frenchie, listen. Frenchie.
Yes?
Start over.
Yeah, no one heard you. Jesus.
Yeah, I heard.
God.
Start over, Frenchie.
The one thing I want to say about Frenchie.
You come to my face and you fucking bitch. That's what you do.
Dude, it's not your place. You invite all of us to go to your restaurant, and then you might give us a free appetizer.
Yeah, you charge everyone.
No.
That's not an invite. Joey Paisano invites us to his restaurant. Everything's on the house.
That's right. He poisons us for free.
Where's Joey?
You could bring 10 of your friends down to Paisanos. You're not paying a dime.
And you know why? Because Joey knows the importance of repeat business.
You just got to grease everyone's palm when you go in there. Frenchie invites us all down saying it's his restaurant. He barely is a cook, and then you get a
He's
bill for
not a cook. He was walking around with a fucking pad and paper like a common bitch at Fridays.
Yeah, right.
Was he wearing flair?
And then your bill
with his
comes.
buttons. He's wearing buttons.
Your bill comes, and the only reason you're going there is because you get the invite, and it's like $250, $300 for a meal.
Look, I give you a free dessert.
Fucking lying.
I don't want a free dessert. How about a
Frenchie,
free whole thing?
I had my book signing in Manhattan, and afterwards, first you were all over me for like years. How many free shows of mine did you come to see? So $300 in passive income.
One of you show, man. Only one of them.
Frenchie.
What are you talking about?
Frenchie.
Yeah?
Can I finish?
What?
Can I finish?
Let Jay finish, Frenchie.
Can I finish?
Yeah.
You come to all my shows,
Mm-hmm.
and you say, come to my restaurant, it's great, I take care of you, So then I go to your restaurant, I bring everyone from Hyperion Publishing, like, oh no, I know a guy, we'll go up, it's on the arm, let me take you guys out. Because when you're with the publishers, like they're not going to let you pay. You're like their new star because you just released a book. So they're going to have to pay. So it's like a 22-year-old girl that works for Hyperion, and Frenchie just like a fucking brick, just bow, $250 check. Like the fucking Stone Tablet story of the bill he drops. Like a fucking lamb, like impending danger. He's on my back. And I go, what the fuck is this? And he goes, please, could you keep your voices down? He told us to keep our voices down. It's us and one other couple of French fucking faggot old people sitting around comparing stinks and uncircumcisions. And then you drop the check and tell us to keep our voices down. You make me look like a real jerk. Put a check in front of me in front of my friends.
Oh, should have grabbed him by his little tie and put a bottle over his head.
Now, and then look at the other French waiter and go, what the fuck are you looking at? All right, Frenchie, now it's your turn. All right, go ahead, French.
No, the fucking people that were there, those fucking people go there all the time, okay? So you can't just, like, come there and start cursing around in the restaurant.
No, yeah, I can.
Do you understand? He's a movie star. He can do as he pleases.
You want to be in page 6? That's what I do. I show up and you get in page 6. Hey, we saw Jay Moore with Hyperion and Nikki Cox. They were at Frenchie's fucking, the place that his uncle used to own that they still let him work because he stole.
Yeah, my ass. You fuck.
So far, Jay is really your bitch.
Yeah, well, you can my speech anyway. But first of all, you just don't do that no matter where you go.
Good point, Mark. Good point.
Shut up.
You made a good point. That right is right and wrong is wrong. How about another non-cliche?
Oh, please.
A nunnin? No, I caught myself too.
You are dropping faggot.
A nunnin.
Frenchie, what was the deal? But all you ever say is, come to this restaurant. It's my restaurant.
What's the name of it?
I don't know.
What, you can plug it. No one's going to show up.
It doesn't matter. They're going to come by and burn it down if I say the name. So there you go. Anthony knows the name. Why don't you ask him?
All right.
Because we're talking to you, you fucking zero.
Yeah, well, I don't want it to come in from my mouth, you fucko.
Did Anthony get a free meal? Did he get a free meal there, Ant?
No.
What? I'm being honest. I'm being honest.
I gave you free bread.
I never complained that I didn't get a free meal, but I never got a free meal.
Not only does he not give you anything for free, he has you trying all sorts of stuff, and you're like, yeah, it's a nice place, you know, and he's just adding up every little.
You were like this.
Taste, right?
This is from the kitchen. It's cock pate. It's like shit you would never order ever, like liver, like fucking faux de gras and all this shit.
I think French food stinks anyway. No offense, man. I'm not saying your restaurant's not good, but I don't like French food. Italian is the only food I like.
He's got 3 or 4 appetizers on the table. You think, he wants me to taste some stuff. And it's all right on the bill.
Me and Anthony and Opie, we go down to Joey Paisano's. We sit down. By the time our asses heat the seat, boom, fried ravioli on the table. Never even asked for it. What they fucking do over there?
I've taken. I went to dinner. I went to dinner at Frenchie's there and took a Big Kev and Stinky, Mary. A couple other people were with us too. It was like a big party.
Nice. Jimmy Robinson,
right? Jimmy Robinson. Helen came.
Helen.
And what happened?
And I got it again, like you said.
What happened that night at the
big Stone Tablet check?
What? He got mad. I smacked him around. I knocked his food off the table.
The Ten Commandments check.
Here
How much
it
was
is. Kapow!
Thou shalt pay for the appetizer.
Oh, the chef wanted me to tell you thank you, and their sherbet is on the house. Thanks, chef. That if you weren't here, you'd be in fucking France driving a cab, stinking people out.
No, I'd be working in a nice restaurant in France, not like you.
Then go! Then fucking go there, you fucking cocksucker! I'm sick of that shit! I'm gonna move to Canada. I don't like this war. I'm gonna get out of the country. Fucking go! All of you! Everyone fucking get out, you fucking faggots! Every motherfucker that says anything about leaving this country, do me a fucking favor. Kill me! Joey Salvi me! See, I did that for you, Jimmy.
I got it, too. And if anyone's wondering why Jay no longer hosts fucking when Regis isn't available.
It's because I want Kelly Ripa to use my face as a wash rag.
Frenchie, what else? What else, Frenchie?
No, I like it here. I love it to be in the United States, man. It's a lot
All right,
more
bye-bye. Frenchie, come on. Just 10 seconds left. We're going to waste it on this fucking French faggot.
Yeah. Laszlo, anything else?
Yeah. Oh, Laszlo.
Oh, wait, let me turn your mic back on.
I got the message, dude.
April 29/30, Comedy Connection in Boston. That was what you wanted to...
Exactly.
When is Laszlo at the Boston Comedy Connection?
April 29/30.
Is that a Friday and Saturday?
Yes, it is. It's not this Friday, Saturday. It's a week from Friday, Saturday.
You staying at the Bostonian for all the girls that might want to come by? A couple beautiful girls.
At the Comedy Connection.
You staying at the Bostonian?
You like that I'm doing an impression? I don't know where to put me up, actually. But let's hope they have a room for Club Soda Kenny, because he'll be there, too.
Oh.
Working security.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Jim, Dice doesn't hire me anymore.
I haven't talked to Andrew in over a year.
Dude, he emails like he talks.
Yes.
Yeah.
Slow and dumb. And he can't write script. He can only print, Kenny.
All right.
He can't write
You guys, we want to thank Jay Moore for stopping by. This was a great show. A lot of fun. You're going to stop by again this week?
I'd like to, but I got to do this stupid movie now.
Please come by.
Oh, we feel for you, Jay.
Can I meet some celebrities? I want to meet some celebrities.
I'll get you inside the inner workings of Matthew Lillard.
Are you going to say goodbye to me, Mac? Settle down, Charles.
All right, Jay might stop by later this week. You never know. Right?
Open door
Jim Norton,
policy.
29th and 30th, Boston
right.
Comedy Connection.
Myself and Sidney Lassick are working.
Wicked retarded up there.
Wicked. Laszlo?
Yes.
Your show?
The Technophile.
When can we hear it?
I don't know. They just plug it all. It's on like
It's kind of plugged in
20
there.
or 30 different XM stations.
Who is this guy?
It's also at Laszlo.com.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
Laszlo.com.
Tomorrow.
That's it. I'm out of here.